lot of familiarity here, and now they're the fresh eyes.
Vanguard reticles.
What did they contribute to like make this into
This
their
game
own
looks a lot
vision
like
of the map?
Modern
But I do
Warfare.
appreciate as a competitive guy that you guys really focused on keeping the core of
How
the
do you
maps.
feel about
We
that?
love these maps. Like these are,
Like,
we've
realistically,
adopted
how do you
these
feel
maps
about it?
internally as
Exactly
Sledgehammer. We treat them as our
exactly
own.
what I expected.
And we've gone through every
yeah,
nook
bro.
and cranny, understanding them, understanding where all of the
That's
Easter
exactly
eggs are,
what I
where
said
all
it
the
was
line
gonna
sites are.
be,
We have
like a month
tons and
ago.
tons
So I was
of
like, bro, it's gonna be-
PowerPoints about it.
it's gonna be
And
Vanguard,
just allow us to go through and
Cold
really
War,
understand like what
Modern
makes these
Warfare
maps
2,
work.
and Modern
And
Warfare
then what we've
19
done
all
is
in one
we've
game.
taken that nostalgia and we've also added that modernization of Spice on top
some
of it.
OG maps.
That when
It
you're
is kinda
playing these, when you're
looking
coming
like
back
that,
to
I'm
them,
not
it is
looking
familiar.
like it's
That's
but
exactly
also
what it
new
looked
at
like
the
to
same
me,
time,
like,
where you're now able to mantle over
where
things that you were
everything
never
is
able to get to. You're
mechanically moving,
you're able to get up
like,
on
I'm
top
glad
of
that
things.
the
Right here, we're
movement
watching.
is-
Oh, there we go.
some
Yeah,
maps
there it is.
I
There it
live
is.
here. I live here.
Right on. And to Greg's
But it
point
looks
too,
like-
when these maps first came out in 2009,
It looks like it's hard to slide.
Hardpoint did not exist.
Yeah,
I mean, not slide,
did
but it
not
looks like
exist.
it's hard to
So those
slide
are
and
brand new modes for these maps that were never
okay.
experienced.
Well,
the
I'm
first time
interested to see how those modes potentially like elevate some of these maps that maybe were, you know, less played like competitively or even casually back in the day.
Whole new experience.
Whole new experience.
Yeah.
Whole new experience. You have some of those maps, those larger maps in, you know, Modern Warfare 209, like Derail and Underpass, and those play fantastic when you get into
Definitely
10v10
looking
or
like
12v12. We've had those modes are
Oh yeah, this
gonna
is
come
so
out
COD.
after
Oh
launch.
yeah.
And it's just fabulous to be able to play them on there. We also have control for those
didn't know that the beta was-
you know,
Yeah.
CDL players
Yeah.
out there.
EDL folks. Yes.
So what?
And it's going to be amazing to
But I didn't know
watch
that
the
the beta
competitive
was
community go to town on these maps and really, you know, play them and
Is that just for
understand what's
PlayStation, or is that
happening.
for everybody?
Well, we're watching
No,
some
it's
great
just for PlayStation.
kill confirmed action
Oh,
here.
okay.
We've been flipping around a bit, and find me in that sniper lane. That's all I got to say on high rise. I will be there. I will be waiting for you in the beta tomorrow.
This is so great. I mean,
ADS ready.
I know we've been talking a lot about the 20-year anniversary of Call of Duty, but like, what better way to celebrate that than like, you know, with
These classic
dropping all
maps.
of these
Yeah.
16 day one. You know,
We're looking at high rise in 2023, and it's brand new. It's so cool. I'm just going to take a moment to appreciate that. Like, you know, it's not every day that you get to not just go back and like relive things that you enjoyed so much growing up, but then also to there are some streamers here who are younger than Call of Duty's launch. You know,
That's right.
20 years ago, so they're going to get to experience this really with a fresh coat of paint for the first time ever. That has to feel quite liberating for you guys, wouldn't you say?
It looks like I'm gonna
think
like it
really
though.
these maps hold up
Because it also
for,
gives
you know,
like that
old school
OG
veterans as
feel
well as
of,
like
like
people who are
the
brand new
OG
to Call of Duty.
game.
If this is your
You know what
first
I mean?
game, playing Call of
That's what
Duty,
I'm really hoping
You're
for.
obviously
Never been a better time to
seems
jump
like-
in. Yeah, I mean, you're
seems
absorbing
like
so
they
much
did
of COD's
add
history.
back
To your
in a
point,
lot
what
of
better way to celebrate 20 years
ways
of Call of
that
Duty
the
than with these
OG
iconic
CODs
maps returning in an all-new
like,
way. And we're going to
kinda
talk
work,
about all
you know
those
what I mean?
ways
Like
as
the-
part of the, you know, the innovations
sounds of
that
the
you guys have
guns,
brought to gameplay
the gunfights
in just a
even.
second. But we want to remind the audience out there
You
that
know what I
while
mean?
you're
It does
watching
look like they
gameplay
brought
today,
back a lot of
you will
OG
get to
mechanics.
play it starting tomorrow. Take a
agree
look
with
here
that.
at the beta schedule. For players
Here
who
we go.
pre-order on PlayStation, starting tomorrow, and next week for players who order on Xbox and PC. The maps, modes, weapons you're seeing here today, those are in beta, and so are 2 new ground war maps and in-game rewards for playing. So anyway, take a look, take notes
I
here
don't know
with
why
the
they
pros
did that.
playing,
Warzone.
tune into the
Hopefully-
stream,
I mean,
get some
ground
hot
warfare.
tips before you drop into your first match tomorrow.
PlayStation, like
That's
humbly.
right.
Like,
It's going to be quite exciting to see, you know, everyone across like, all the different platforms, just playing live, playing COD.
No, I don't believe
And then
it.
again, loading up and then seeing like,
yeah.
you're right. It
PlayStation
still
is
just blows my
crazy.
mind. I genuinely am so excited
That shit got me
about this.
fresh.
But, you know, there are a lot of
Like
like
I said,
maps that...
oh, we up early out
returning
here
family
today.
and myself
Yo,
definitely
Oh
it's
God!
Sunday.
Oh God! Oh God! I woke up at 8:55.
You know, is there anything that we should be expecting,
Facebook
you know, like
and
post
Twitter
launch as
right
far
now.
as like maps go?
Oh,
definitely.
Oh, we live everywhere.
Very, very excited to tell you
Worldwide, baby.
starting season 1, we have a bunch of new maps coming. So season 1 we're dropping
Worldwide,
3,
baby.
dropping 3 more new ones. So over the course of
Worldwide,
our entire
baby.
live season, there will be 12 new 6v6 maps coming to Modern Warfare 3.
Awesome.
So you
Launching
can,
with 16, 12 down the road. That is a
right.
big map pool to choose from.
and these are all different
And
sizes
they definitely
of maps,
ain't gonna be
different
new maps. It's
locales,
gonna be old
for all
shit,
different
like
play
these.
styles. You know, you might see 1 or 2 fan favorites come back as well over the course of live season, but we have a bunch
They
of new
killing
maps
me
coming
with
that
that.
we're really excited about.
And those are 6v6.
The whole new
Yep,
map thing.
6v6
But you know what though?
Players
I
can
can't
play.
even be mad at
There
it
are other
because
maps in there
every
as well
time they
that we'll
make
talk
new
about
maps,
when we get
bro,
into
the new
live
maps
season,
are
but
fun.
6v6 core maps.
You mean the new
Stay
maps
tuned.
that aren't really new
And
maps?
guess
Is
what?
that
With
you're saying?
all of those maps,
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
It's back.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
can
I'm
vote.
saying.
100%.
you can vote.
But
We're going to see it in
I
a
do
lobby
understand
soon,
what
but
they're
map
saying, 'cause
voting
it's not-
is back.
It's kind of like what we
Yeah,
always
Get
say,
excited.
right? Like, it's
I
different,
mean,
but
the
it's
community
not.
has
It's
been
the
thrilled.
same
I
exact
can't wait to
thing.
see it in action
This
here
truck
today.
isn't here
I'll be
anymore,
taking
or
notes
this
on
cargo box isn't
which ones
here
we know
anymore.
are
Right.
I think we have a good feeling.
Somebody voted for a state. It looks
Yeah,
like here we're
change
looking at
the
a
map.
Oh,
state.
nice,
Therefore,
yeah.
it's
Somebody
new.
voted for that.
I-
Yeah, that's a good one for
That's like
snipers.
me.
I like a
That's
state.
like when you shaved your beard off,
you
coming
always
through
have
and
an
be like,
idea
yo,
of
I'm
where
not
the maps
Vito
are gonna
anymore.
land in the voting, but when you
That's all I'm saying, bro.
I'm Vito too, baby.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. At least somebody get
to
it.
have that
I'm
rotation.
Vito
That's all
too.
I'm saying.
It'll be interesting to see what ones are popping
Oh,
up.
that's
That's
what
all
I'm
I'm
looking
saying,
forward to.
man.
Like, since
wanna
I got my
jump to,
locks, I'm
a private
Sensei
match
1.
lobby with my
You know,
friends
I'm
and run
Sensei
around.
1.
and
You know what I'm
do
saying?
parties.
That's all I'm saying,
Or
man.
something like that. Because, yeah,
That's
Skid
all
Row,
I'm
like,
saying,
I was actually
man.
talking with
You
Nameless
don't
and
just,
Zach about this.
change-
It's like these
change
maps
something
now,
and think
like
you
you
a
have maps
different
like Skid Row
person
that could
now.
actually like be
Oh, God.
potentially viable,
All them
like
past
competitively, which is quite
transgressions is
exciting.
there, baby.
It just changes the entire like
That's all I'm
feel
saying.
of
That's all I'm
the
saying.
offer, which you know we didn't have back then.
We've honestly already been talking to CDL a little bit about some of their favorites, about what they might want to play, and it's
this
great to
game
get their feedback
looks,
early
I'm not
on
gonna
to
lie,
see
it
how
looks
competitive.
really
All right,
good.
we're looking at Lupo.
No, it
My
does
guy,
look
Lupo.
really good.
He is.
It's good. It's
I
nice.
like the
his
OG
loadout editor. We can get a good
sounds.
look here. He's got
That's
a
what I really
lightweight
like.
piece. And Kim, I would love
Hearing
to
the
kind of
OC
take us,
sounds
through
I mean,
what we're
OC,
seeing
the
here
OG
and how
sounds is
loadout
excellent.
select
I like
has
that.
changed and what players can expect.
Yeah,
Seeing
so
the
you're
OG
seeing here, so
seeing
some
the
of
OG
categories
scores
are
pop
some
up.
of our new
Classic
categories
maps.
for perks.
I'm honestly
so we've
concerned
split up the
about how
perks
the
into 3
spawn
different
are about
categories.
to
We
work,
have
though. I
boots,
hope
gloves,
they
and
do it
gear.
better.
And
in
you're going to
Modern
see some
Warfare
fan
2.
favorites come back. We've remixed some of the perks and
Yeah,
we've
I
brought
don't
some
know.
new ones into the
I don't
fray.
think that. I don't.
Now
Yeah, I
they're
was
all
gonna say, I
also
don't think they're gonna
represented
change the
with
spawning. I think
physicals
This
on
game
it.
is making me
So
nervous. I'm not gonna
everything
lie.
you see there has
Oh,
some
yeah?
contextualization for players, so it's not just
that how you
a
feeling?
list of things you're selecting from. It's like
Feeling a
you're
little
getting
nervy-wordy?
these movement boosts because you're bringing in boots.
Yeah, this game
You're
got me
getting this,
nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Weapon handling bump because you're bringing in gloves. So we really like to add that sort of context for players.
Because it's
to
like
understand what
the reason
what
why
they're
it's
bringing
making me
in
nervous.
for
Why it
Yeah,
makes me
it's
nervous
different, it's
is because
logical.
it
You're
already
also
looks
gonna
like the
see
spawns are
some of
trash.
the same perks that we know and love, so
yes.
Call of Duty fans will be familiar with them, but presented in an all-new way. What are you guys most excited about to see here with
That's how you
players
feeling?
getting into that
It's
loadout
already
edit,
looking like
kind
it's
of
moving.
customizing these builds out for their play styles?
I think for me, it's all of the movement aspects of it, right? So we have so many things that are on there on perks that are around. We have one that allows you to slide further.
The knee pads.
Yeah, the knee pad. The
Greg, I've been
tactical
using the
tac pads.
I've been using the tack pads.
And then we
pads
have
are
Nobody is
great.
really gonna
and the
use
canvas
that.
sneakers. I also
Nobody
got
is
one
gonna use the
favorite.
tag
Look,
pads.
I'm sneaky. I'm
Because
trying to
that was-
move. I need all
better.
the help I can get.
Is that what she?
Yeah.
Is that what
Need
she-
That
all
was-
the things.
So, and those are just going to cancel out your noise when you're moving
said what?
around. They're
You're kinda
gonna
low.
eliminate footsteps.
The
I
true
am?
silent movement
The
perk
true
Yeah, just
silent
a
is
little
back.
mover
Yep.
is there.
Can't
Like, the
confirm,
video is definitely
have
louder
used
than
it, heard nothing.
Oh,
So, it is very silent.
Hopefully it was only footsteps.
Oh yeah, no, I could. Well, yeah. Well, also, you know, I mean, I can't hear anymore either. Old age, anyway.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no.
Keep making these old jokes. I don't know what's happening.
that allowed.
But hey, I guess when you're talking about Call of Duty having been around for so long, it's just amazing
little
how
bit
we've all
better?
just grown up with this, right? And,
Yeah, a little
and you
bit.
guys are seeing these things that happened back then. You know, the way the game was made, and you're taking ways to like improve upon it while also again keeping it very familiar. But
Is the
also
background
keeping it very
backwards?
fresh. Something that really stuck out to me,
What do you mean?
Kim, is that you guys bringing back that classic.
Your camera is
radar,
backwards.
right? You know,
Like,
you got your
Classic
the room looks
radar.
like
with red dots on there.
it's like flip.
Yeah.
I love it. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that came back in.
Yeah, we are too. I mean, so
I see
any
it's not flipped.
unsuppressed weapon fire will show up as a red dot on
What the
the
hell? Am I
minimap,
high as hell?
and we think it's really just a
Nah, it's
core
definitely
influence
flipped because
for
the
our player
Marble
base
Bros
for
sign
Modern
is
Warfare 3.
flipped. It
We
says
wanna make
BM
sure
on my
people
side,
know
but the
where
B
the
is
fire
backwards.
cards are happening.
Oh, here we go. Wow.
There we go.
Understand,
I was like, what do you? Yeah, that's the one.
Like, you can see the red dots.
I was like, yo, I ain't never seen you. I was flabbergasted. I thought my boy was reaching into another dimension.
It's classic gameplay return to classic.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. This is giving me some good. It's giving me good vibes though. What I'm seeing.
And even for new
The
players,
graphics are
it's giving me.
quickly,
I'm not
but
gonna
It's giving me. I could play this for a year. That's what it's giving me.
I've really
I
loved
feel
seeing
that.
it. You have a direct way to engage.
Yeah.
So
It's giving me that they definitely are going back in the right
And
direction.
that's not the only piece of
I feel
classic
that.
gameplay
I can feel
that
I'm
you'll
playing
see
this for another
in
year. I can feel
in
that
Modern Warfare
100%.
3.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
No,
Tell me
it
more.
looks
We
good.
talked about a little bit of movement.
It looks
but
good.
I'd like to get into some of the nitty gritty. Slide.
But I ain't gonna sleep on the fact that they might fuck some shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what I was saying before
Yeah, so
was
we,
is the knee pads how they slide better?
Reload, cancel.
That's what it seems
you know,
like.
and in
That's what
both of
she
those
said.
things,
It's
really
like,
the core was
if you want
we
better
wanted
sliding, you
players
put
to
the knee
feel
pads on,
responsive
but I
and
can't
feel
really.
like
Yeah.
they had a lot of options. So we know
So
that we
it doesn't make them
can
slide better, but it makes them
you're stuck
slide
on a
further.
Pretty linear
Oh,
trajectory.
okay,
You know
okay,
that when you're
okay.
doing a reload, some of those weapons have really long reloads.
But
it's
I-
a real big commitment. So
I don't see
even
the
after
point
doing
in that
we wanted to make
because
sure that
if we
players
wanted to slide
had the
further,
choice to cancel out
then
of that because we know things change.
there would have been no
moment to
reason to
moment
ask
so
like
quickly
this.
in these battles. And it felt right, you know, and we're just so happy that we have it back in. And we know that I think we feel that players are really going to be happy these things are back in.
Awesome. We're going to see it a lot here today. I'm sure we have our movement kings and queens getting around the map in new and interesting ways. Now, Greg, time to kill or TTK. Always a hot topic with our players, with our community. It's complex.
I was gonna say it does look good that
when we talk about it,
nobody is
details
like
on what to
dying
expect
instantly
in
every
terms
time
of
they peek a
kill
corner.
for Modern Warfare 3.
Yes, I can. I can give you the
Yes, you
exact
can.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Only the exact details.
Only the
Yeah.
exact details. So rather than 100 health, we have 150 health across all of our players.
So that's got parity with Warzone.
So that is parity with Warzone, what's
Oh,
currently
okay.
live in Warzone.
Yep.
And it'll also carry over into Modern Warfare 3
Yep.
Season 1 as well.
All right, look at how he's taking all them
what
hits.
We've also done with that time to kill. So
You know what I mean? Like-
it's much more consistent.
Like
across
I
the
like
board. So
that.
we're
I like
we've
that he's
eliminated some
snaking
of
that
these
right
stats
there,
we've had
and
in
that
the
he's
past.
not dying
Because
off
our
rip. You know what I
modifiers, so we have
mean? Like
modifiers on your, when you get a headshot,
That looks-
it does more
that
damage.
looks
When you
good.
do a limb shot, it does less damage. So we've kind of normalized those and closed the gap between them. And what that allows
That
for you as a
says
player
the
is you're
movement
able
looks
to
hella
really
good,
have
though.
this experience where
Gunplay
it's
looks
consistent.
amazing
So
as
when
well.
you're putting bullets on target, it is
Yeah, the
now
gunplay
like
is
you get that feeling, you get
spicy,
that
I'm not
rhythm
gonna
back
lie.
into your
I like
gameplay.
it.
And you're able to go from combat to combat and start to feel that pace of combat, especially with our hit markers now. Like the sound effect, if you haven't had a chance to listen to them, like they're fantastic.
doesn't look like
The
any of
audio team's done a great job
like
with
this
them.
gun that they're using right here.
Also
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, hit marker.
The fire rate on it is not too
visuals as
crazy
well, so
fast.
you'll also notice that headshot hit marker. So that's when that extra damage
There is
is going
somebody
to come
just
into
sitting
play.
up on top
and
of
it's normalized
Russ,
across the board.
though,
So it
that's
is a
being a
little
weirdo.
longer. You could respond to getting shot. Like as soon as you start to see your screen light up red.
So they're kind of
you pull
already
away,
showing
can
you
get
like
into
how
cover
people play
and
on
really
Russ.
take that
See, look,
engagement in
Red's
the way
been
that you
just
wanna take
dying
that
from
engagement.
Yeah, I think with
whoever's
those
sitting up
visual
on top of Russ
identifiers
the
and with the
entire
audio cues kind of taking that step forward a little bit, you certainly feels like you have a bit more time to evade, definitely.
Yes.
You have more survivability, you have more options.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
see, I like that right there.
Yes,
That was
it
about
Get
that
out
was,
of
yep,
combat.
5 hits.
And that
Yep.
includes a new thing that I would like to talk
That's what
about.
you need,
called
about
tax
5
stance.
hits.
Yes, tax stance is a fantastic addition to our movement.
It looks
set
like
as
all the
well
ARs
as
are hitting.
What you're doing
It looks like everything is hitting in 5
it
hits.
is
He's
a
died.
mix
He's
it's
died to
right
5
in
hits
between
every time.
Your aim down the sight, so you're very like pinpoint accuracy and your hip fire. So hip fire is
That's
going to be that big
3 or
spread that you
4 that
have.
it is now.
And so what it allows you
Right.
to do is when you're in
And
ADS, you
sometimes
can
two.
actually go in and toggle tax
We just
stance.
saw the UI pop up
Oh,
on
sweet.
on
There
the
it is.
screen.
There's
Oh,
tax
well,
stance.
It's gonna appear as
Whoa.
down on the D-pad
Whoa.
for those of
And
you
for
who
any
haven't
like
my
played.
swaps
God.
out there, I think it's important to note this is kind of it takes like an assault rifle and turns
the
it into
fuck?
almost like a little bit of a sub, where
Yeah.
you can kind of like push corners a little bit more aggressively
Canted.
with it.
Good
And
for
Yo.
CQB.
yeah. So it feels like you're getting the
Whoever's
best of
playing
both
this
worlds with it,
crack.
while also still obviously you're not going to get the full benefits of using
Oh
an
yeah,
SMG.
and so those
That's what Vito got
LMGs,
it
like
on,
being
it's
able to take
killing
those
me.
longer range weapons. When we talked earlier about the
Yeah.
rail or some of the larger maps, like you want to be able to run a longer gun. So being able to take that in and then going to canted, going to tack stance, inside, indoors, going in those warehouses is a fabulous mechanic to have.
We just saw it here. We're seeing some clips of it. Yep.
I don't like being able to cut
It is very good. I was just
weird.
having used it myself.
I agree.
I can see the application for it, and I think we're going to see some awesome outplay opportunities. Like
They
players are going to
Rage.
go nuts with that feature. Right
Yeah.
now.
It's also nice just if you have a specific playstyle.
Rage
Adam
cracked
mentioned
that
it's
Call
really
of
great for
Duty?
close quarters
What is
combat,
y'all
which is
opinion on the gear
something that
mods,
I've
knee
used
pads,
before
and
when I
things
was
like that?
playtesting with
Do you
you
think
guys.
it will be a
But I
significant
think
change in
it's
COD
there
for
if you
years
want
to
it,
come?
and if you're not, if you're
Exactly.
not
I think
into
it's
it,
a creative idea
you know,
because
it's
it's
an
not too
option.
different away
Again,
from the
that
way the
optionality
perk
for players,
system worked already.
just how they engage.
You know what I mean? That's
and all
what
of
I
these
can
new
say. Like, it
bumpers that
didn't
we're,
really go too
we're
far
showing
away
off
from the
on
OG
Warfare
perk
3.
system.
And there are option settings for that.
It's
tack
still a
stance. Right
little
now it's on the
weird that they're
down D-pad. If
deciding
you're not a
to.
controller masher,
I think that
like
the
I am,
perks
I get in there,
That's
I
me.
are
mechanic
still
Yeah.
activated like
There's
over
buttons for
time. I
you
don't know.
to allow you
They
to
said
put
they
it on
weren't
your
going to do
stick,
that, but it
which,
looks like
well,
they
if you're not a keyboard and mouse player.
But I'm not sure because I can't.
And you can,
They haven't
you can
said
go in,
anything
and
about
it
it
is
yet,
much
but
more like
I think that
it's
the
a- it
gear
is a skill
is
at
kind of
that
dope
point, being able
because
to utilize that
I'm
in
pretty
those
sure
close quarters
that
Right. Adam, I
Call
see
of
you
Duty
studying
World
gameplay
War
intently.
II did
We're
something
on Rust
similar
here.
to
I
that.
love me some Rust.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
just
I think
talking
it was
about
like a
the
backpack that you
options
had
that
last
can use.
time,
Somebody was running
a
shotgun
helmet.
a second ago. Now we're
If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong, but I know I've seen another game do something similar to that before. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's a bad idea or a bad. I don't think it's a bad perk to the game that they've added that gear system, perk system type deal.
A little look at the loadout system. Well, it's gone now from our boy Wash.
Mm-hmm.
Get some more. Yeah, they're taking a quick break from the gameplay. Bros. Oh, there we go. Looking very similar to what we already know, like what we've already seen.
Yep. Which that aesthetic I like, kind of. You know what I mean? I'm not.
The UI is looking real nice. The blue. Interesting to go with blue instead of the red that
Green
Modern Warfare 3 is
red,
like all based off of. I am not the biggest fan of that, but you know, hey, we're still here.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that was the part of Modern Warfare 2's UI that I didn't mind was the.
By the way,
somewhat
more consistent gameplay all the way through from just seeing one.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of messing up. I know Wash's Remy said Wash's stream isn't too clear on our end. Yeah, he's multi-streaming, so I think that might be why he's having some issues there because he's at the event.
On my side either. Is he multi-streaming to Kick too?
Yeah, no, yeah, he's on Kick, he's on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube as well.
Oh yeah, it's lagging on my end too. When I went to go
yeah,
click on it.
it's lagging pretty bad for me too. All right, let's bring back the other one.
That definitely might just be his stream because when I go to Nakari's, hers is not doing that.
I think it's because he's co-streaming.
Coming in. With your weapon level as well is available. All
And
of
your
your
camos.
attachments, your camos are there.
If you completed your match 3 camos, you got your Orion.
I think that the whole
But don't worry, the grind is still there for the Modern Warfare 3 weapons because it has its own set of completionist camos as well. That you can go in and grind your heart out for those.
A wider variety
those,
of gameplay
in the game.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of the other new challenges coming to Modern Warfare 3 in a little bit, but exciting to hear that the camo grind is real. We'll be back on it before we know it.
Almost everyone plays the game the exact same way.
More to come soon.
Oh yeah, more to come.
Everybody plays COD the same way.
So
News at 6.
And it seems like this.
Well, speaking of weapons, though, I look.
It's going to allow people
the
to
fact
play
that we're going to
a
get
little
carried
bit more
forward.
diverse.
I like the fact that there's plenty as we were seeing here.
Some CODs have been
what other new weapons might we be treated to? I guess moving forward here.
We have a bunch of new weapons coming in Modern Warfare 3. We have over 30 new weapons that you can experience, level, get new attachments for them. We have new global attachments as well that are available that you can use across all of your weapons.
Wow. You're able to,
even the Modern Warfare 2
it's showing love to a little bit of everybody.
Then we have 20 plus operators that are there for you to unlock and be able to use and experience.
If you don't mind me asking, how it must
that's that rage spray.
weapons from
Yeah,
MW2
pretty
and
much.
bring them
I
over
like
to
that.
MW3 and like really try.
I like that cracked out veins thing.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
great.
that's
and
in
being able to
Modern
have all
Warfare
of those
2 too.
weapons and being
I was
able
about
to
to say,
there's not a lot of people
with you is
It's in
is an
Warzone too,
amazing
but
experience.
nobody
It's important
really
for you
uses
guys.
it because
It's
of how
very important for us
loud
to
it makes the
honor our
footsteps.
players and be able to, you know, take all
I
that. You
literally
spent
never
a
see
year
that
in this
shit be
game. We need to bring that into the next game and allow you to be able to experience it and have fun and not set you back
Look
all
at
the
that.
way.
Bro got
We
out of
still
there.
have, you know, 1 to 55. You're going to be able to level that again, and we have new content in there for you to experience.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles is there, but being able to have those weapons, being able to make it work with all of the attachments, we're actually doing tuning on those weapons as well.
I like the way
exactly
this.
the same. They're
So
gonna
get those
The
balance
potential is
packs.
definitely
Yeah, they're
there.
gonna
I
have
don't
the
really like
essence
the
of the Modern
Vanguard
Warfare 2
red dot
weapons, but they're not
sight.
gonna
That's
be
kind of
one-to-one.
buns to me.
You can actually
I didn't
go
like
in
it when it was in
and,
Vanguard
Prince and
either.
Beanox have been able to put
square
in detailed
red dot.
weapon stats for us.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
it
ass.
is, you're going to be able to go in and look at all of those intricacies, check out what their headshot multipliers are, check out what their limb damage is, all of that stuff in there.
And that brings up attachment tuning. Attachment tuning is coming to Modern Warfare 3.
It is. It's part of Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
It's
and
part
I don't
of
like that
carry
either.
forward.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, excellent stuff. I think
I wish they would have
we're
took
all
that out
just
too.
happy
That carryover with the weapon
what I
attachments
had
too.
already used is gonna come with me.
Just take out tuning in general. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was what I needed to know about. Not Spawn. Although I do love me some Spawn.
The barbs are thrilled. Kim, we are seeing some epic looking skins and weapons on our creators here today. In fact, right now, if you look at the screen, check that out. I believe these are from the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. Can you give us some additional info?
Ooh.
Yeah, happy to. So what you're seeing right
But
now.
what I
are the
will
weapons
say, too,
combos
is a
that
lot
are
of these
in
people
our Vault Edition.
that are
There's
there
a blue and a red version. So there's
are
the
not,
Crimson Fate is what we're calling one of them, and the Carbon Fate is the other.
It's not.
And these will
They're
be
like a lot of them are not
applicable on 4
respawn
different
players. They're
weapons
more S
to
and
get
D.
the Vault Edition,
type
plus
vibes,
all of
you know what
their
I mean?
attachments. And they're reactive, so the better you do in the match, the more
And from what
eliminations
Wash
you get in a
said,
match, the
they're
more you'll
playing
start to see
everything.
that visual change
Yeah,
on
they're
your
playing
weapon.
Warzone, they're doing
And as you can
COD,
see
they're
also,
doing,
the operators have their own versions
multiplayer.
of this. These
They
are
do
the Nemesis
zombies.
skins. So there is a blue version and a red version there. The blue version goes on Price and Ghost, and the red version goes on Warden and Makarov. Those are the 4 operators that get these skins. Same reactive tech, so you're going to see a little bit of the silver, metallic, shiny looking skin come up on the hands and the torso. The better you do in the match.
I've seen a lot of Warden hype on the internet, so I think people are really excited to see her in action, and that skin in particular is awesome. But one thing about the reactive skins, to your point, these are performance-driven, so that effect actually will scale back if you stop getting kills, guys.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, got to do well.
Gotta keep
You want
that
to you want to see the fun stuff on screen.
Yeah.
We need you to perform. So those will be awesome. People will be popping off having these awesome effects go around the map as well. And of course, those are in the Vault Edition.
Yeah, and speaking of the weapons and diving into it a little bit more, I understand as well that there is also a new system that you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts, right? Which if we could dive a little bit more.
That's one
into
thing I
that
really want to
sounded
know more
really
about
fascinating
is the
to kind of, like, make
aftermarket
guns
parts. I'm really interested.
play in a
this-
different way
this
just off of one
segment.
part alone.
Yeah, it is. And here we're seeing a little bit of it where this is our LMG that has a bullpup conversion to it. So they're full conversion kits that allow these weapons to really go cross-class and to change up. They are meaningful, powerful changes.
And that's a Renetti.
That's a Renetti that is actually turning into an SMG with this conversion kit. It's like a 3D printed part on there.
No secondary.
No secondary. So what you do not, like we have a gunner vest that allows you to take a primary as a secondary. You do not need to take that if you're swapping out your Renetti for that aftermarket part to make it into an SMG.
And one of the coolest things is how you unlock these amps. So we're going to see, we call them
I don't know how I
amps.
feel about
We
that.
love acronyms here, guys.
How you
So
feel
we have
about
2
what?
amps that are
Being
coming
able to change
to
the gun?
beta, I believe.
Yes,
but
to
how you're going to unlock them
be able to
at
make
launch
your
and beyond. You want to talk a little bit
pistol
about those?
SMG.
Yeah, so in beta they unlock a little differently than they do at launch. So
Yep.
at launch they're actually
They're
we
still
have
keeping
a new
that
system called
overkill-
weekly challenges.
Yep.
It is pretty
Like,
much exactly as it sounds.
that
There are challenges,
overkill,
a group of challenges that we release weekly.
I was
Meta
worried it was
for-
like bi-weekly for a moment.
Yeah.
Like
Trick
S&D and
question.
stuff like that. So
Thankfully,
like,
it
if snipers
every
are
week.
sniping
And
in
then
like
the
S&D
reward
and
for getting all of
running
those
around the
challenges
map,
for that week
they
is an
don't just
aftermarket
get-
part. So the first
get
3 weeks
stuck
that the game
sniping,
is
they can
out,
just
we have an
swap to,
aftermarket part reward for those
gun that's
completing those
kinda
challenges. You can then
like
take that
OP
aftermarket
up
part
close,
into the
really.
game and use that.
I think too. Again, it just the through line.
Isn't
with
that how
Modern
it
Warfare
is
3
already though? Can't you
is
just
player
switch
choice,
to
is
another
player
gun
freedom.
now?
It's
I mean,
on this
I mean,
new
before-
way to customize the experience.
before what
and let
people
the
would
player
do
kind
was-
of choose
was-
a way to have
Of course,
that,
you know, they
their
always
own play
add
style
something
reflected in those
extremely
guns,
OP that's
using the
automatic
amps.
as a secondary
It's
anyway.
super exciting.
Yeah, definitely
Before a
is.
lot of
We,
people used
we're
to
gonna
just kind of
continue to
ignore
take-
that and just keep
You know,
sniping.
it's more of a
you know
look
what I mean?
and
But
enjoy
now you got people that
you know,
like
the
play,
game
like,
as players continue
a
to
little
run
bit more
around and
campy and sit
get
on
into some
stairs
more
and shit
shenanigans,
like that,
playing
you
some
know what I mean? So
domination here as well
it's
on
really
stage.
gonna
I've done that
stick
many
to
times.
that.
So you know, this is again,
Just gonna stick to that
it
type of
still just
gameplay.
baffles my mind that I'm looking at these maps
So-
in 2023, and I'm
like I said,
so
the
I'm
meta
just
is gonna
excited to play
be
them.
like,
Yeah, and even the movement. I'm just
yo,
excited to
you
play
know,
them
you
then
snipe
as
for
I am
the first
now,
part of
you
the
know,
round,
like
and then
that
when
is such a
everybody starts
wonderful feeling
rushing,
to have.
rushing in, you know
and
what I
then
mean?
also
You
on
swap
top of that too, just to see the way
automatic
that
gun.
players can interact with
Even
the
out the
ways
odds
you
type
build
thing.
your classes. I really do like what you guys did with the perk system and how
Yo, whoever this is, she kind of going crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
She's kind of going crazy. I was thinking the same
Was that
thing.
like
She
the
going
desire to
she
kind of
moving.
just make it a bit more grounded, or what was the I guess the design choice on that, rather than just going with pictures on a screen? You guys went for something quite bold.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really was a big part of the context for the players. You know, it's not just a UI menu with choices, that were sort of ambiguous. It was a little bit, we wanted to make sure that you brought in your fighting load carrier, right? Your FLC was what we talked about.
I mean, that whole weapon load kit thing, that mod thing, that's not as
of gear that you brought in did something meaningful for your loadout.
It's something that's in Modern Warfare 2,
Perks was a
so
big
it's
part
not
of
something,
that.
you know what I
We
mean?
got
Like,
the
people
chance
don't
to
really
put the
use it
gear
because they're not
items
used
all
to it
inspired
yet.
by real
But it
world
seems like they're trying to get us
military
more
tactics
used to it.
items,
You know what I
and,
mean? Like,
we were able to really figure out what goes with what and what are the remixes we want to make, and we think we came up with a really good and interesting field of choices in our perks this year.
So I don't know if you guys can see it. We're taking a look around the room at the moment. We actually have a 2-story streaming tower. I'm going to call it a tower.
Pretty epic in here.
Is not a tower.
It's absolutely wild in here, and everyone is very focused on their play. It all of a sudden, oh hey, that's us. Oh hey.
Yeah, yo, Savage, we might need to get you in here with dropping the, dropping
so
the
we've got
good
this big
questions
giant
and
room
stuff, bro.
filled with Modern Warfare.
Like I said,
3,
aftermarket
filled
parts
with
is looking
awesome
really
creators
good.
from all
I'm
over the
interested to
world.
see how it'll
And,
work for all weapons, though.
as Ted
It'll be
Timmons
good
would
for
say, the
content.
vibes are good.
See what unlocks there
You're
are
gonna
for
hear
each
Ted talk
weapon in
about
each
vibes.
category.
I do
That's
want
very
to point
true.
out that
That's very true. That is
screen
going to be
you're
a
looking at there,
content
that the logo, the
house
model
right
that's
there.
a
Like,
screen.
oh, this
That, like, and
aftermarket
behind
build
there
is the best.
are all
Or
the
I got
players that are
30
behind
kills
that
with this
screen, which
aftermarket
is
build in
so
Warzone
cool.
or whatever.
I didn't even know that was a thing that you can do. 15 years in this industry, still continuously to be shocked by new tech that comes out all the time.
This is Call of Duty, baby.
Yeah, you guys go big. I respect
And I'm
it.
not gonna lie,
Yeah, love it. Love to see it here.
not
We're
the
getting a few of these
biggest
games
fan
wrapped
of
up, but there's
the
definitely the
Modern
sense in the room of
Warfare
like, all right,
3
Q next. Go next. GG, go next.
It
Go
is.
next.
coming
It's
on the
so
screen,
fun to play.
like
Like,
yellow
every
points
day I come into the
when you're
office.
killing.
And
I'm
just,
not a big fan of that. I
boot
haven't
up
been
the
a fan
game,
of that
get into a match,
OG
quickly
Modern
as
Warfare. I'll be
possible,
honest.
and
So
start playing.
I've never
And-
liked that.
And it is just fun
I
to
don't know
watch
why. I've
play
just never
as well,
liked that.
because there's so many
I think it
things
makes
that
it
they're
feel
doing.
a
Like,
little
earlier we were
too
watching a
arcadic
circuit
to
around
me.
the estate house.
But
and that movement just looks
that's
so hot.
kind of a
going
good thing
through
for a
it.
lot of
Like,
people as
being able
well.
to mantle,
And I
being
know
able
it hits that
we
nostalgia
have,
boost for a
sprint
lot
when
of
you're attack
people
sprinting.
to see
we
that,
actually increase the
to
mantle
see that
speed,
pop
so it
up
feels
again.
more fluid as you're going across.
Because usually those
And
are the
we're
main COD clips that are shared.
regenerating your
When it comes to
attack
old
sprint as you're
OG
sprinting as
COD
well.
clips, you
I also
always
saw,
see
a couple people
those
pop off
points
with Battle
popping up on the
Rage. So Battle
screen. You
Rage
know
is
what I
back.
mean? Like
Battle
you
Rage
see
is
them
back.
yellow
It's
points
actually
popping
moved
up.
into the
So it is
tactical
very
side.
iconic.
So it is very powerful. So if you take that, we have an awesome vest, the
Oh,
engineering vest.
I know
that
what
allows
it
you to
is.
take two
They
tacticals.
like brought back the
Maybe we
Modern
didn't touch on
Warfare
the vest.
UI. That's
Well, yeah,
what's
let's-
going
Yeah,
on.
let's
That's
talk
why
about
it's
some of
going
the
on.
vests.
Yeah, so the
Okay,
vest
I was
is a
like,
really
what
big
is this
piece of
looking
that.
so
Like, it is our main core
familiar
piece
to me
of gear. Kim touched
I was
on how
looking
we
tripping. I was like, bruh.
contextualized everything. That vest is we're contextualizing
As you said,
what
bro,
you're
there
actually
really
putting
ain't nothing
into
new
the game.
that
So it's going to
we're
dictate
seeing right now.
what
I don't think we've seen
tacticals,
one
what
new thing.
tactical
Well, other than
slots
the
you
boot
have, how many you
and
can
the
take,
and
how
the
many
helmet
lethals
and
you
shit
can
like
take.
that. I
on
don't
it.
think they've done that before.
Well, you get one boot and you get one
I think that's the only
glove.
new thing.
Yeah.
And
I
the
feel like they,
aftermarket
I feel
part
like
behind it,
they
right?
did
Gear
something
slots
similar
you
to
can
that
actually
though
have.
in
So with
World War
the
II. I
engineering
feel like
vest
that
I
was
just
something
mentioned,
that was
you're getting
done.
two tacticals lethals that you can take
already.
At the
You know what I
cost of your
mean?
lethal.
at the cost of your lethal, and you
But
also
I might
gain
be wrong.
another gear slot.
Awesome.
And that gear
Yeah,
slot
I
is
don't
super
know.
important because that gear slot is where all of
Vajay
your
says, "I love the
intelligence perks
nostalgia
lie.
of the
So
points."
those are things like
The
what we used to
font,
call
though,
hardline.
I'm on the fence.
Or,
Yeah, I
high
think the
alert
font
in
is
that
terrible.
slot, and now you can take both
I
of them at
also
the
am not a
same time
big
and really
fan
have
of the
that
color of
advantage.
it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
And
well,
I'm not a
there are
fan. I'm not a
four
fan of
vests
any
to
of the
choose
color
from
scheme
at
stuff
the
they got
moment.
going on. Period, because
Agreed.
it's like
Beta
really
there
weird.
for you.
The
It's
game
for
is
beta,
red,
for
the UI is
expect to
blue,
see
the
those
points
from
are
infantry
yellow.
vests
They just got a
and
lot of
vests.
shit going
So
on
a lot
right
of people
now, and
are
I
using
don't know
today.
what's up
In
with
fact,
that.
right
It's
here
kind
at
of
the
throwing
moment,
me
we just
off.
got a
Not a
new
lot,
loadout.
but just a little bit.
That is
That-
going to allow your tax
I like
credits
when
to
games
regen
keep
faster.
things
It is
a
the,
lot
the
more
core, like if you're
in the
familiar
aesthetic
with
of
Call
what
of
they
Duty,
got
I
going
imagine most
on,
of
I
our
guess you could say.
people watching are.
And that font
That
is
your
super
core
weird.
loadout. So you have your.
I feel like they're
your
using the
normal
X
perk,
Defiant font.
and you get
or
your
That's the
tactical,
OG
lethal,
font.
primary, secondary.
No, that's the
And
OG
what's
font
cool
they're
about the
using. It's
vests is
just
they actually have
smoothed out.
perks
It's not
baked into
like
them.
it doesn't look blocky
So with
like
the
it used
with
to.
the infantry vest baked in right
It
away,
does look
you're
blocky
getting that
to me
tax sprint
still, I'm not
refresh
gonna
even
lie.
faster.
I'm saying like
and it also a little bit of an extended time there. And
it does
one
look
of the
blocky
things that we've
like
done
on the
across
outline
board is
side
we've
of
increased
it, but
that
on the
tax
in
sprint,
like
and we've also allowed
on the
you to have
inside of it, it's
much
not
more
like
faster
it doesn't look
ADS,
like
strafe speeds as well in there.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like
I do
a
like how you guys have
Minecraft.
managed to take a lot of the vests and stuff, and then make it also combined with other
It
things.
doesn't look
where,
like a
really
bunch of blocks
have
put
everything
together
kind of
to make the
synergize
numbers
together. And
I
how you
understand what
create,
you're
like,
saying.
the
I understand
optimal
what you're
build
saying.
here. It's quite
Yeah.
quite
And that's how
customized.
it used to be.
talking
And it's
like,
really helped out.
Oh,
a
you're
lot
right.
with
It did
how
used to
we
look more.
balance the
Yeah.
different
I see what you're
matches.
saying. I
Because
see
now
what
what
you're saying.
we've done is
They've
we've
smoothed out the OG
let
font
you take
type of
more
thing.
than
Yeah,
we
there
normally
you go.
do,
Yep,
but
there
we've
you go.
also balanced that out with what you
They
can't take.
they added more
Clear trade-offs.
pixels.
Very clear trade-offs. I think when you
Added more
selecting
facts.
the vest, selecting the
Facts.
boots, it's going to come at a cost, and that's where
I want to
the
play this
balance
really
lies.
bad.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
we
gonna
love
lie
that
to you.
we are going into these
Yeah,
matches.
I
I
You're
think
making
this is the.
decisions.
I think this
You
is
have
the
to make those
baddest
decisions
I've
before you
wanted
go
to
in.
play a beta.
And
to be
really,
completely honest,
you know,
like
have consequences
tomorrow
is
if
gonna
you're
be
choosing
crazy.
wrong and learn from it and go
Is,
back and make new decisions.
So I can't
cool.
change those in match, correct?
You can change them.
I can't change that was
I
a
like
trick.
these
consequences.
maps as well.
The consequences are, you know,
Go
we
hide
want you to be in
Yeah, I was
control
like,
of it.
what?
I almost
Deliver the
guarantee you that this is
consequences of
gonna
your
play
I
better on
always
on
do.
console
They've been
tomorrow
haunting
than
me
what we're
for
seeing them
years
do
now.
on PC right now.
Oh yeah,
I haven't
they're
seen
basically all
anybody
doing
get
big
one yet. I've
ass
seen a
land
couple
events.
streaks
Big
pop
ass
off,
land
and I'm
event.
wondering
One
about
time.
kill streaks.
Yeah.
If we have any personal favorites at the desk here.
Well, for sure. I mean, the equipment selection we have in Modern Warfare 3 is so much fun. I think my personal
Oh, boy,
favorite,
that's
we'll start
like
with the
a
Breacher
jacket
drone,
on.
which is
Yeah.
actually a lethal. It's in
It's
your
lethal,
lethal slot.
yes.
So it's basically a handheld drone that you pull out, and it's just slow flying down a hallway. You can clear dom points, hard points, and wipe out an entire enemy squad with it.
Oh no, that sounds bad.
Equip the breacher
It's-
drone.
yeah,
That's your option.
It'll explode on impact. The counter to that one, though, it's slow moving enough. You can shoot it down if you see it in the sky coming at you.
There you go.
So in addition to that, we have
Okay,
a
well, that's
mosquito
good that you
drone,
can shoot it down.
which you shoot into the air, and it basically encircles an area and then dive bombs an enemy when an enemy approaches that area.
I will in fact say that my experience with the
That sounds
mosquito
ass,
drone
too.
has been quite like as annoying as a real mosquito. they plague me in matches when I've play tested, and so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
You got
Tricky.
your headphones on,
Tricky,
turn them up.
yeah.
Because that's how you know
hear
it's
that
coming.
thing coming.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We have something called the ACS, which is affectionately called the capture bot on the dev team. So it's basically this box that you throw down on a dom point or hard point, and it'll capture the point for you. So
What the fuck?
you can hang back and get in cover, and then let it capture the point for you. So when enemies come to try to take it, you can take them
Telling you,
out.
bro, they add a lot of
So just
W's and they
yesterday, I
take
had
a lot of L's.
I put
bro.
down.
Why the hell do
ACS
they always
dom
put
point
this
and then
stupid shit
shot
in
a
the
mosquito
game
drone in
like
the air
that,
that it was
bro?
patrolling. So I just like
Hella
hung back
fun.
and watched the whole thing unfold. An enemy rolled in there. to
Here's
try to
a
get my
heat-seeking bot
ACS
that
out,
can
and then the
wipe out an
mosquito drone,
entire
and I didn't
team.
have to do anything. I was
Here's
just like, that's right, that's
another
all my
bot
equipment
that
doing.
can
Like,
just
I
hover
have
over a point
crafted the master
and
plan
drop on
to
anyone that
capture
comes.
this
So you're
plan.
I
telling
was
me,
pretty proud of myself.
you're
It was
telling
pretty
me
epic.
that you
We
And then
can
it went
use
on
the
to
drop
drop a nuke
bot,
and have a big
get the
game.
point.
You know?
I can use my kill streak,
Good.
have the drone hover
Okay.
above, so if
Drops
anybody
100
comes into
and
the
ship it,
point
guys.
that you're
Don't
capturing
believe
with your box, it kills them
It was
automatically.
an awesome moment.
And then get
So yeah, we just have a
through
bunch
with
of
the bot
fun
with
stuff
SimBaH
in terms of
to take out the
lethals,
whole
team
tacticals,
as
field
we're
equipment,
protecting
streaks.
around the point.
We
Oh,
have the
bro, I don't
Guardian
know,
that
man.
gets a
I
lot
don't
of love.
know.
It's basically, you know, this thing that
That
you put
doesn't
down. It's
sound
a
like
area
the
of denial
stat, G.
tool. You can just,
Sounds like it's
you know,
about to
it
be
really
another year of
limits
rank. That's
enemies
what it
who
sounds
when
like.
they run into
Man.
the the
It
beam
sound
that
like
it
Pub's
shoots out.
about to be
It
fun.
doesn't actually eliminate players.
Are definitely gonna
For
be
those of
buns.
you who are going to stay tuned for Warzone later, which is hopefully all of you, I think we're going to see a lot of the Guardian in Battle Royale later. But it is
The
that
Guardian?
aerial
What the hell is
denial,
that?
not necessarily getting the eliminations, but eliminating the players who are affected
Right.
by the Guardian.
It's almost like a
Ooh,
stun
shit.
grenade.
It's gonna be Guardian is
and we have
gonna be
something
like
called
the
comm scrambler that
robot
you throw down, and it's
guide the
basically
robot
Oh,
thing
just
like
quick
we've seen
reads,
before in
like
every
the
other
ghost
game.
perk in a certain area.
Oh,
so,
I like
you know,
that
it
game
wipes
mode, I'm
out
not gonna
enemy
lie.
communication.
Yeah,
so
that mode is fun.
enemy UAVs won't work.
I don't know why
you
that's
like
not.
everybody
I feel
won't
like
show up on the mini
search
map
and
in a certain
destroy
area, but
and
the counter to that is
that
like
bot,
enemy-
that
everybody
guard the
sees
bot
the
thing,
active area.
or
Yeah,
move
so
the
you'll
bot.
get
I think those
ghosts,
are
I
two
believe
of the
you
most
said if you're
competitive type of
inside
game modes that you could
the
have,
vicinity
along
of
with
the comm
hardpoint.
scrambler, but
Like
you
those
can
three
see
are
where it's active
hella
on the map,
competitive,
so
bro.
expect
Especially
it to
with
be,
both
Yeah,
teams
as soon
having
as
to
you
push
throw
the
it
bot
down,
to a certain
everybody knows
point
where it
rather
is.
than
They just
escort the
you're
bot
hidden in
through.
that bubble.
That's
for a
what
while.
really
Which
gets it spicy.
could be
Because I mean,
very
you gotta
useful
hold the
indoors.
bot.
I think that's a very cool tool to have. So, but before we wrap up the convo here
Doesn't
on
X
Course
Defiant have one of
66,
those
I wanted
hooks?
to ask you
Yeah? Okay.
about ranked play.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Let's.
Greg, what can you tell us, and can you give us any little details on when we can expect to see ranked multiplayer?
We
in
can.
Modern
So,
Warfare 3?
so our friends at Treyarch are on the case again with ranked play. They do a fantastic job with
I
it.
need them
We
to
are
add
partnering with them on it.
tubes back,
And they're going to
so
bring
this
that
new
experience,
generation can feel my
update it,
pain.
modernize it from
Nah.
Modern Warfare 2.
They got
bring
noob
that
tubes even
forward,
in
and then
Modern Warfare
Season
2.
1.5, which is
I don't think they're the same like they used to be.
Mid-season one.
Sometime
No, they're not
We'll
as strong.
have it out.
Yeah, that used to be
and that's when it's gonna launch,
ridiculous, bro.
because if we want enough time where players can get familiar with everything, they can understand what's happening within the game, and start to build those restrictions within the game. And you can find out more from
They need to
Treyarch
not add those
as they're-
back. I
we go
hate
through
new
development.
As we get closer, we're going to be talking more about it, but excited to say that
Vito,
later
you
in
remember
season
how I
one,
used to
we'll
rage
have,
about getting
a
new
replay
tubes, bro?
coming to
Hey,
Modern
noob
Warfare
tubes
3.
was noob tubes was
But
fun
that
though.
wraps
I ain't
up
gonna
our
lie.
Hell yeah,
Course
it was
66
fun.
gameplay for the day.
It wasn't
But
fun
to
getting
see
them
the folks
used
on
on
the
it.
It was like
Discord, we've
it was
got
like
an
a whole 2
exciting
weeks
mode
on
to
like
talk
Black
about
Ops
that we're gonna
1
get to here in a
where I was
second.
getting like singled
It's
out
called Cut
by those
Through.
noob
It
tubes. It was like
is
every time
awesome.
I
It
ran
is
somewhere,
so
I
good to get out
died.
there.
It was
First,
me,
we
you,
have
and
a
Rio playing, and
special
I was like,
announcement
bruh.
for all of our PlayStation players out there, like me, take a look.
Especially on hardcore. Everybody loved to use noob tubes on hardcore. That was the
I kind of
thing.
miss hardcore. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think hardcore is the same.
When they speak of
Ooh.
me,
Hold on.
they want to lock your doors.
Is that Loba talking?
Yeah, it sound like it.
Say mignon.
Yo, yeah, that's
That gotta be
definitely-
the Loba voice actor. Yeah.
That definitely is.
I like that braid hanging down. I'm not gonna lie.
That skin is lit.
Yeah, she looks fire.
Yeah, her name is Lockpick. It's definitely Loba.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Loba. Yo, that braid coming out the helmet is vicious. I don't know why. That's going crazy.
I couldn't break.
Yeah, that's definitely Loba. Ooh, that's a nice little kit too.
I ain't gonna lie, I liked it.
No, wait. Is that only for PlayStation? Wait.
Announcing the PlayStation exclusive lockpick
Wow.
operator kit, including the fan-goated lockpick operator skin, the American Gothic blueprint, and the Starry Knife melee.
Back to what I said
blueprint.
before.
Lockpick is a cunning art piece with noble motivation.
PlayStation,
And an
okay?
exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare 3. PlayStation
Get 'em
players
outta
can
here,
get the
please.
lockpick
And then they got
operator
the
by
nerve to be
pre-ordering
mad
Modern Warfare 3.
about
By pre-ordering
PlayStation got
Modern
the
Warfare
nerve to be
3
mad that
on
Microsoft
store
is
with the
buying
items
COD when they do
playable
all
at the
this
game's
bullshit
launch
every year.
on November 10th. I didn't know
Whatever,
she was a
bro.
PlayStation exclusive operator. This is my main
I think this is
in
the
all
last
the play
year.
tests. I auto lockpick. It is how it is.
Better.
Did you know she was an art thief?
I didn't know she was an art thief. I was like, Tom.
Oh, she's a thief too. She's literally Loba. She's Call of Duty's
We're about to head
Loba.
into live gameplay action for a
She's Loba.
brand new mode coming to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. But first, a couple of words from our
A
sponsors.
brand new mode coming to Modern
Call
Warfare
of Duty
3.
next, brought to you by Hyper.
Yeah, no one is gonna play. Nah, I'm playing.
Fifth time in a row.
TCL. Pro on the big
Bro,
screen.
we played
with
that
TCL
president
Q
shit
Class,
during the
full
beta,
HD
and then we
TVs
never touched that
to
shit again when the
98
game
inches.
came out.
I never touched
The official
it.
timekeeper of Modern Warfare.
And it was
3.
hella
Go
fun
to
during the beta.
NVMT.com
We never touched that shit again.
To see the limited
Oh
edition
god, I never
watch
touched it
code.
again. Once the full
Backbone.
game came out, it was over.
Play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. and Lovesack.
Look at
Lovesack
Backbone
Stealth
coming
Tech
through
is
with a
the power
commercial,
of Call of
though.
Duty Next,
Good.
bringing
The
unparalleled
Valorant team's
immersive
premiere
surround
today?
sound to your at-home gaming experience.
What's going on?
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next here at the Creators Arena. Everyone's getting ready to hop into the brand new mode, Cutthroat.
no idea
and this is going to be a unique one because it's 3v3 action. So you have a little bit of
This is not new.
there going
Yeah,
on.
this
There's
is
a lot of
wasn't
free
that
stuff.
was that Vanguard?
It is. It is.
Is that Vanguard
It's
mode that they have?
Vanguard.
It's all
We've
about
seen it
elimination.
in,
So you're there. You're as long as your
we've seen it
squad
in
can take out the other two
Overwatch.
squads, that's
We've
how you're
seen
going to win.
3v3 tactical
It
Cutthroat.
is inspired
That's
by
all it is.
Gunfight. Like you were actually
Oh, it's
like it is
inspired
a
by
very
it?
competitive
Okay.
mode. The thing that we like about it is it plays on all of our fantastic 16 launch maps that are there, and you get to play them in a new way. So in
you're
the
playing on the
past, like
same maps?
TDM, you're spawning on either side of the map. What Cutthroat is allowing us to do is put these triangular spawns in. So because they're 3 different teams, you now have 3 points. Triangle. Math somewhere in
That's
there.
geometry, brother.
Simple maths.
Yeah. And so it allows you to experience these maps in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that modernization that we like to talk about in the maps. And it's a fun experience to have, super
Some people are calling
competitive,
it war mode.
and it's one life to live
Now,
mode.
War
It's
mode is
very
the
fun.
other game.
You can regen your down teammates though. If
Most
you
that
Yeah, so
they
you got
have.
the revives.
Cutthroat,
Yeah,
Ground
you can go
War,
over
and
there
War
and
mode.
revive
Those
them.
are the 3
That's
that
a
they're
fun
going to
little
show
way
us
to
next.
come back after.
What led you guys
Falling
to
behind.
want to make this mode? What was the inspiration behind it?
It was gunfight in a lot of
Just
ways.
pure- yeah.
It
Gun-
was,
Physics
Gunfight,
says,
of
what's
course,
good,
is
guys?
2v2.
Yo, what's up with it?
2v2
Mystic? How you
gunfight.
doing, my guy?
Yeah,
I
and
hope
that
you're
played
doing
on
good.
separate
What's going
maps,
on, man?
different maps. And so what we wanted to do is be
How
able to,
how
to
is
really
what
focus
is
on
it?
the
Are you
16
in boot
maps that
camp
we had
right
at
now?
launch
How's boot camp
and be able
going?
to have a mode that is as exciting, as competitive, as gunfight in there. And really bring something new to the table too, so our players can go out and have fun and
I
enjoy the
swear
new
we had
experience
3v3
with their
gunfight.
squad.
Like,
Yeah,
super
and
you can take your
recently
loadout this
on,
time.
Yes,
Vanguard.
that's what I was going to say.
Right.
Unlike gunfight, we're
And they
we're
had
not
a
stupid-ass
providing
maps.
the squads with weapons. You can actually bring your blueprints
It's like a
and
King
your
of the Hill
loadout
type
with
thing.
you.
Yep,
that's right.
And it is sweaty.
It is a sweaty mode.
I am so excited to see these guys play it because they're awesome at the game anyway. We see Dr. Lupo here. He is on Cutthroat, and of course the objective, the capture point at the end, is
It's already there. Yep.
the overtime mechanic.
Oh, he's
There we go.
down.
So you can't get downed, but you
Oh.
and picked up by your teammates. Now what happens
Not
when
anymore.
Not anymore. So now when you're eliminated, you're out. That's
Yeah.
it. You got to wait for the next round.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
No
The
respawn.
rounds are quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go
Oh, so
really,
it
really
is-
fast. We spent a lot of time making sure that you just weren't
So it's
sitting
gunfight,
there
but with 3
with
teams?
dead air, essentially watching your teammates have fun. And that
Was that the
flag
sniper?
there is now
No, that's not
available,
a sniper.
so they can go and capture that
Yeah,
flag.
it is.
Whoever, well, they got eliminated.
Nah,
but
that can't
whoever
be a
gets that
sniper.
flag first,
That can't be a
just like
sniper.
gunfight is going to do it.
I think that was just like a
Between
a
rounds, though, we
bolt-action.
rotate where that flag is
gun,
because
like
again,
a
geometry,
single-fire
that
gun or
triangle,
something. That
right?
can't be a
We
sniper.
could put it in the center every time, but it gets a little.
That can't be a sniper,
Yeah.
because that sniper was terrible.
Gives players an
Yeah.
opportunity to move around.
That sniper was
Yeah.
terrible.
More of the
That
map,
can't be
right?
the sniper.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
We're not-
And you're
what
experiencing
the
these
hell?
maps in brand new ways. It is. a
I
lot
was
of
not
fun.
ready for good buddies to have a 6-foot
That guy's got
lock tower on
really
his
good
head.
hair.
That threw me off,
I was
G.
gonna say something, but as a person who has none, I figured I would refrain from it.
I feel like, if anything, awesome. It looks a lot
Bro, I
like
was about to try to
the Operator
cook him.
Oz in Modern Warfare 2, actually.
Yeah. Oh, here we
Bro's
go.
about to cook you.
Back into Cutthroat again.
Bro, they be inviting
I'm
so
very
many people.
interested in these smaller
DMR,
game
that's what-
modes
that's what I
because
think that other
I think
thing
it
was.
just
Good
creates
Lord,
opportunities
the
for you to have like
DMR.
those real like intense interactive
It is.
moments.
It's
right?
very intimate, and
'cause
you get to. You know,
if
you
that
get
was a
situations
sniper,
like
bro, I
this
got
where
like
you're trying
3 hit
to
markers on,
figure
bro,
out
but
like
one
how to
with that.
use your, you can
Like,
put
we
smoke here.
can't let that be
and
snipers,
really just
bro.
understand because there's this tension that's building
That
around.
was
When is
bad.
this flag gonna pop?
Yeah.
When do I
This
want to
is
go
a
in? When does I
M14
want to have my team
type
rush
gun
in?
right
Is that what you
I-
do? You
I
would
believe
throw a
so.
smoke? You'd throw a smoke right here, Greg?
No,
Yeah.
there's no reason to throw smoke right here because you gotta wait for the flag to come up.
Oh, there's the
Sorry.
breacher drone.
Oh,
Breacher drone.
oh,
Yeah.
You might want the.
Okay.
Okay, that was
I love this
weird.
guy's strat. It's a good strat.
Yeah, we have the
There we
EMD grenade, which would be great in this situation because
Right.
you just throw it out, pop it, And then if you get another player on the team, that they're going to show up constantly on your mini map.
What was someone else other than Dr. Lupo? No offense.
Degrading a little bit like a
He's
snapshot.
really not
It's
doing
actually
anything
going
right
to
now.
stick
Bro's just
to the
kind of
enemy
standing
player.
there.
So that player will then get bumped. You might be able to tear it off, I believe.
Yeah, you
big
just
chilling.
pull it right out.
But it'll track you around the map, and like.
I
you
wonder
have
if them
way
having
more
these 3 spawn
visibility
points on all of
the
these
enemy
maps for
squad
the
there.
3v3
EMD
mode has
very,
any
very
effect on the
Very
actual
overpowered if you
game when
hit
it's
them.
just
Yeah,
one
yeah.
team versus another.
That's the thing I haven't
that
seen
does
actually was
anything
the,
for the actual
thermo
spawns, you know
thermobaric
what I mean?
fight, because I
yeah.
actually do like that
'Cause
one
that
because
might
it's kind
be,
of like a a Molotov, but like on steroids. So it just like does a big boom, and then also has area denial.
What I wonder
has area
is,
denial
are they
that,
gonna do
bounces.
like
he
what they
saved
did with
it.
that
So-
card and only
Impacts, you
do
can go
like
around
certain
corners,
game modes
you
on
can
certain
run
days?
cars,
Get that
where you have
frag
to play that
effect.
game.
Yeah.
on those
They do
certain
that shit
days.
with Modern
it
Warfare
adds a
3
little
too.
bit of additional damage.
They don't have all the
Did they do that with
all
Modern
the
Warfare
game
3?
modes.
Survive the initial
Modern
blast
Warfare
of that
2,
one,
yeah.
right?
But
So
they
you
don't
can
have
take
all
out
the game
pretty
modes all the
easily
time.
afterwards.
Everything
Ugo
is
just
on
hit
a
a clutch
rotation.
headshot.
The
He
playlist
is
is
now
always on a
he
rotation.
picked up his teammate, and we're swapping over to
I
Favela.
don't remember them doing that with that.
Even
yeah.
with
I love this map.
I've gotten wiped down a few
What's
of
your
those.
favorite?
the
Adam?
game
Out of these
modes are
5 we're
on.
playing today?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I
game
have
modes
to go
are
with
mad
Favela.
on rotation.
I just, I know there are a bunch of high-rise stands
us
amongst
alone.
us. Yeah.
I too am a Favela
But they always have
stan.
something
But
on
I was
rotation.
just looking at it. This is
Whether it
beautiful.
Greg,
be,
you're the tiebreaker
you know,
here.
whether it
Got
be
two
like
for
the
high res.
maps
One
just
for
being
Favela.
They're all my
24/7.
babies.
Okay,
Oh my
fine.
god! Oh no,
Okay,
is that team just standing
yeah.
there?
That's
Or-
no favorite.
Here she is going
Favela
crazy
is
again.
quite awesome with all of the movement, with everything that's happening.
Showing us somebody other
Is
than
also
Is
good.
it just me?
You know, that's
But they
They're
should
all unique in
definitely
their
be
own
having
way.
these
You know what?
people's
I'm
names
switching my
like
vote
on
to
the
escape,
on
just
the
to-
screen
Oh,
when
okay.
they
Well,
when they
you're
show
gonna be
different
alone.
people.
Look at that. You
So
split the
us
vote.
as
Could
the
you?
viewers
How
can
could
go to
I?
the
I know.
person's
I think I
stream or
love Favela
something.
because remember
Like,
that play I was
you know
talking
what I
about
mean?
doing
Like-
with,
Yeah, but
the
they don't want us to
bot
go
and
away from
the
this.
mosquito drone that was on Favela.
Oh yeah,
There it is.
That's why it's got a special place in my heart.
I like the little second floor store that I believe you guys have opened
name
the window up
is
that
Chica.
wasn't necessarily there before, so you can kind of see down the hill.
Yeah, she's definitely.
Yeah, and
Did she just get a
I'm
double
New
kill?
windows.
Well, no. I'm sorry, I
she's
might
going
have misspoken.
Yeah, she's going
I thought it
crazy.
just was more open than it was previously.
Oh, yeah, it's possible we allowed you to mantle out of
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Yep.
she is
There you
wild.
go.
Ah, okay.
There's a lot of those things that are in the map, like metrics wise. Like
Yeah.
the metrics have changed in a lot of sense. Like how
This
large
game
our-
looks
how large
nice.
our
I'm not
doors
gonna
are.
lie, the
We actually
sliding
have
is
the
looking
doors
good.
in here. I know not everybody's thrilled with that, but it
She
is a
is
fun
cracked.
mechanic that
Yeah.
it adds a lot, especially within
Nah,
cutthroat,
she
because now
going
you're
crazy.
peeking
She
those.
killing Korean
You're able to
savages
use
and
them for your advantage in there. We feel that they add a lot to the gameplay.
And I
She
bring the
rocking
window
right
up
now.
only because, to your point earlier, it's those small touches that you
Yes.
guys have really brought to these maps that make them feel unique and different and modern for the type of gameplay we're going to see here in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah. Well, while we have a moment, and
Crazy
we're looking at
how
Cutthroat,
two
let's talk
teams
about
right
some of the
here
other modes as well.
are
Ground
on
War
2 and
is one
4
that I want to
latency,
talk about,
and
touch
then
on a
the
little bit
third
earlier
team is
on. I
on
want
like
to dive
68,
back into it
70
again
latency.
because it's back in Modern Warfare
That's
3.
crazy.
You got large-scale maps that are going to be coming at launch, and
Pushing
I
through
guess
AIT
Tim, like, give us a rundown
and back
on
to the
Ground War
grind
because
come
I'm
December.
very excited
Yes,
for
sir.
this.
I feel
Yeah, I mean,
optimistic.
we're so happy that Ground War's coming back in Modern Warfare 3. Again, this is our big
She is going
32v32 mode. It's
crazy,
the
bro.
biggest battle that we have in the multiplayer experience. And we will be showcasing 3 new Ground War maps at launch, with 2 of them being playable in the open beta.
Okay.
I believe that's the Levin Resort that we just saw there.
Yeah, right. So in the beta we have Popov Power and Orlov Military Base.
Orlov Military
Yeah,
Base.
but these
okay.
are the 3. Yeah,
Oh,
you
these
she
got-
are-
has
these are
1,000 viewers,
Yeah,
bro.
we
She
also
has
have a few new
2.4 million
vehicles, so
followers.
during the
That's
open beta you'll be able to
crazy.
play,
I've
I
never,
believe, 2 new
I don't know.
vehicles
Oh, are
in
you
Modern Warfare
watching-
3,
oh, you're
with more
watching
to
the
come
stream?
at launch and during live
Yeah.
seasons.
Awesome. And we mentioned it a bit earlier, but War Mode is returning. In addition to Ground War, the favorite from Call of Duty World War II will be coming back with Modern Warfare 3.
It is awesome.
What
and
favorite?
it is
What
the
favorite?
active
Please
mode.
tell me,
Adam
'cause-
spoke a little bit about it earlier. But
Who the hell is playing Ground War on Modern
Trying to take
Warfare
down the
2
Coney
right
group that
now?
has taken
I
over
need to
military
know.
base. They are launching ICBMs.
I know a lot of motherfuckers be on
and you
that
are
shit, though.
getting
A
your
lot of
tank
people
out
I need to
there,
know.
escorting your tank
Oh.
through a downtown area, and just having a blast doing it, and not to have a blast with the ICBMs as well.
Good
I want
fun.
to
Good
play
ICBM fun
Battlefield
there.
Yeah, that was-
42
It was trying to come out and it just didn't happen.
Yeah,
I just couldn't go back
saw
to
what
it.
I
you were
really
doing
tried to
there.
run
Yeah.
away. Like,
And also, there was a really cool tank on screen that was just causing utter mayhem. So that's what we care about.
It is
Tried
those
to
that
hit the
attack defense
finisher and
scenario
got
where you are
finished.
escorting that down the path, and it is a very linear combat. You have very clear lines of sight, clear battle lines. That's the gameplay that we're going for.
6v6, 5v5? What's the?
It is 6v6.
6v6.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
So it is classic war mode. If we all remember what classic war mode is, but it is linear objectives. There's 3 sets of them.
War mode.
And it is a fantastic experience that we're excited for players to get their hands on.
Lots to look forward to.
What's that?
Ain't that the truth? Very. There's just so many options.
This is giving me,
which is the thing that really sticks to me. Like
these modes are giving
me
me
jump in with your friends
Ghost
and just,
vibes.
You know,
That's what
play
these modes are
regular
giving me.
matchmaking. You could do war mode. You could do ground war. Was that? It you know, feels like that was the mission of the studio here to like really give players that ability to just like make the decision, go with your friends, play what you want.
And like I mentioned about you know, some of the new maps coming in live season, we have a bunch of new modes planned for live season as well that we're looking forward to sharing very soon.
Cool.
All right, well, I'm all for it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here today to share Modern Warfare 3 with the world. And that is going to wrap it up for the MW3 multiplayer segment of the show. Once again, a big thank you to Adam, Greg, as well as Tim for joining us here. But now we're going to head over to one of my favorite people. It's Maven, who's got a couple streamers that he's going to be putting in the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. Trust me, it's as hilarious as it sounds. Maven, who you got?
Thank you. You know, when I thought about being hot and ready, the first thing that came to mind was my guy Legion.
Hey, yo.
I'm really proud to be the other ball guy on stage with you today. We're doing it.
No! Listen, the first thing you said to me is how fun this is, and you're like, I'm feeling like I'm 18 again, out frying.
Listen, I'm cranking out energy drink burps right now.
Crazy.
I'm 30, I'm feeling 18. I just smoked Biffle. Where's he at? I don't know where he's at. Guy's incredible, but I smoked him with a shotgun. I'm feeling alert right now, Maven.
What have you loved the most?
I smoked him with a shotgun. It's
all
crazy.
The fun stuff is really fun. The shotguns, the new
war
tags, the
mode
new
is
lethals,
capture
how you're
and
doing
push.
anything
It was
to just
essentially
make
like Rush
everybody
from
angry. It's
Battlefield,
just
but
angry
with
as possible.
flags instead
I'm
of
zooming.
bomb capture.
Well, was this like, was it a bit of a
okay,
surprise at
SimBaH.
first? Like when you got in, like how
I'm
much fun
telling
you were
you,
having? Like, does it?
You need to have you on here,
Listen,
bro.
I was
You got all
16
the. I was
when
gonna
Modern
say you
Warfare
got
2
all the
came out.
knowledge. You answered
So
all
all
the
these
questions.
maps that we were playing in Modern Warfare 3,
Bro, the
backgrounds,
FPS connoisseur.
it's just like you picked it right back up again, and I just.
He said, I ain't been doing this for 27 years for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Handsome guy. Now let's talk about the chair. This is the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars.
Nah,
we were a
what the
little bit
hell?
worried about what this is going to handle, especially if I try to sit on your lap. But this is the hot seat, dude. You like yourself some pizza?
Yo,
Listen, I was a little worried that the cardboard capacity, I'd be a little overweight, but I'm feeling really good right now, and I feel like
I ain't wildin', bro.
This is too much interaction. If our bald heads connect one more time, the venue light shut down.
Speaking of that, we got to get out of here. Let's get this over to Shift Legion. Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh, there's just
Brett
always
said it.
That was wild.
I'll check here with the one and only
The lights
Shotzi.
go out.
I gotta start with the fun question first. I mean, just enjoyment level. How are you enjoying the game to this point?
This game's amazing, man. I have nothing but good things to say about this game. I love the movement. Everything about it's got like.
All right, you set me up for like the perfect segue. Have you found ways to finesse the movement system yet? Because I know going into the beta, that's probably your main goal, is to find ways to just completely over-embellish the movement system. How are you feeling so far about how this game moves?
It moves smoothly than any other COD I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slide cancel, but yeah, I love it. It's very, very fast.
Have you broken anything yet?
Fast, but a slow slide.
Not broken
cancel.
anything, but I will say that there's like these sneakers that allow you to like slide ADS, and I feel like that's meta right now.
All right, so make sure you check out the stream for that, because that's going to be all the hacks and clues for that. Now,
slide and ADS
the conversations about
sneakers.
Where is it going to be? Do you feel like movement is going to be one of the main focus points for those trying to take their game to the more competitive level, or where do you think that the competitive skill gap?
Brett said we ain't calling it boots, we're calling them sneakers. G, I'm good.
Obviously, it's going to be very OP, and then I feel like the aim assist in this game is actually very not as sticky as other games. I feel like mid and far range, it's actually not as sticky. So that's definitely interesting.
Fair enough, Shotzi. Thanks so much, my man. Of course, you can check him out on his stream.
That game actually don't look like he's enjoying it at all.
And Lottie to give us their thoughts on what they just saw in multiplayer. Before we come back with the team from Treyarch to give us our first game footage and details for Modern Warfare Zombies. But first, a quick word from our sponsor.
He just looked like he don't like to be in front of the
Call
camera.
of Duty Next. Brought to you by Little
That looked like
Caesars,
me.
a proud partner of Call
boy
of Duty
just
Next
light-skinned.
and Modern Warfare
Bit
3,
his lip.
NVIDIA GeForce.
He did
Level
like
up
he
your
did do the
Modern
light
Warfare
skin
3
look. I
PC
saw that. I wasn't gonna
experience with
mention it, but
performance
he definitely
multiplying
did. He definitely did it.
DLSS3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming
And he
chairs
looked dead
are
in the
being used
camera
for
and did it
today's
too.
event.
Oh, he looked dead in the camera and did it, bro.
Products at Herman
He was ready.
/gaming
He was ready
and
to-
Elgato, a
He
proud
was
partner
ready
of
for it.
Call of Duty Next.
He hit the Savage, you feel me?
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Call of Duty Next. My name is Miles Ross. I'm joined here in the fireside chat. I've got one proudly of
the Savage toy is insane.
We're going to be, I suppose, reacting is one way to put it now, but like, this is one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to work in my life. I've never been this excited about a COD. Like Legion hit the nail on the head. I'm 18 again, 34 in skin, but 18.
I will say everybody has been saying that they really like the COD.
How cool is this? I think you get that element of nostalgia.
Yeah, they loving it, G. I'm sticking to my opinion though. I'm sticking to it.
I mean, for me,
they
I
ain't
think
getting
it's gotta
me.
be about the fact that you can kind of almost customize what you want to do, what type of player you
Yeah,
want to
there
be
you go.
in.
You can
And it starts with
customize
movement, and then you
everything. That's what I really like.
There's
You
a
can
balance there
customize.
as
It
well,
seems like you
and
can
I'm just so
customize
excited
your
to see
entire
what type
play
of player,
style
first of all, I'll
to
be,
where,
but especially
like how you can
ultimate
customize
expert
guns
over here,
basically,
nameless Ali. I mean,
but now
you
you're
guys not only talk
customizing
about
your
multiplayer for a
character
living,
to
but
how
you
they
guys
play.
play it day in, day out, so many hours.
Well, I said, not me
grinding.
hitting the light skin
Nameless,
face
I'm
as you
making
say
it
that.
You know me, I've been playing Call of
I
Duty
was in the
since
mirror
way back in the day,
practicing.
06
What's
back to
going
COD 2,
on?
and for me what this feels like is you're getting the classic maps,
Wait,
you're getting the best things that we all
that's
fell in love with Call of Duty
crazy.
about, but you're also getting the best of the innovations
Yeah,
of recent
yeah.
Call of Duties as well. So it's just been spectacular seeing, we played Hardpoint on Skid Row yesterday. Who could say that in 2023? It's been amazing.
No, it really has. I think it's interesting that you brought up like the play style, because I feel like in events like this, especially, like I would bring
It's
up
the rub of the hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's the rub of the hands.
we see on a day-to-day basis, and even
It's
just
the rub of
normal
the
content
hands.
creators, they're going for snipes and stuff, and high rise obviously a perfect place for that. So I think the fact that the movement feels so smooth, and to see everybody, there's
She's at
something
every
for
COD
everyone,
event.
right? So I mean,
Every
it's been a great
single
day
one.
so far.
So far, so good. We have a little bit more time than we thought we'd have, guys, so we can delve a little deeper.
Gotta make
I think
sure
one of
we
the coolest
stay
things
on
the desktop's
point.
fun little
It's
bit,
a
we get to experience listening to
birthright.
play. We're making the most meaningful decisions, I think, ever in COD when it comes
Nah,
to
he
our
wildin',
mindset. What vest I'm wearing. I ran the
He wildin',
I lose one of my tacticals, but I gain like 2 lethals, which turns me into a killing machine, quite frankly. The Breacher drone.
Yeah,
a lot of
sure.
fun. Way too much fun, actually.
That thing's insane. The Breacher drone, you just throw it in a hallway, it flies super quick. You can actually shoot out of the air. I didn't know that yesterday. I know you said you tried it, though.
I shot my own drone down accidentally. I was pre-aiming
Oh,
somebody
wow.
in cover. They were in perfect chest high cover.
Yeah.
I let the
That's
drone
good
fly
that you
out,
can
and it
shoot your
follows
own
a direct path. It doesn't have the
drone down,
craziest
too.
range.
I
It
like
is
shit
fast
like
enough.
that.
But I was pre-aiming that spot, and then when the guys, with the red dot appeared, I fired away. I shot down my own Breacher drone. But it's just one of many fun new items that we have to play with here. And again, meaningful choices, like from top to bottom. What shoes am I wearing? What kind of gloves am I wearing in this loadout?
Yeah.
How do I want to play? Am I stationary? I might have the strafe speed
Oh.
shoes on. Get my shoulders working. And, we heard Shotzi talk about the tack stance and how he's sliding around the map. And this is something we cannot stress this enough, friends. You're going to be schmoving in this game like you may have never moved before in COD.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. I want to hear what you think. as
Moving
well,
like you've
that
never
can
moved
turn
before in
Oh
COD.
no, that felt like a hype up. I'm not gonna lie.
That felt like a hype
You
up,
do
but
that yourself. with
right,
guns
I
and
feel like
bullets in the way
everyone's
that
kind
you
of been
want it.
saying
I
the
mean,
same
running
stuff
basically
though.
a
Like that's
secondary
why
SMG
I'm low key
with an
getting
AR. I mean, that's
like
just
it doesn't
stunning.
sound like
We
they're
already talked about it, too, with, like, the
regurgitating the same
aftermarket,
thing. You know what I mean? It just sounds like they all actually feel
there'll be a bunch
like
of
that.
different types of variations
Oh,
that you have
wait,
with your gun. But we saw the
aftermarket
Renetti.
weekly
It's
challenges?
already insane. I saw a tweet from
That's
Scump
what
on
he
the
said.
timeline, a 10-piece
Gonna
with
be
the Renetti. So
aftermarket
when you turn that into an SMG, I mean, it's going to be crazy. The world's your oyster.
It's going to be absolutely incredible. Ali, I
Oh,
gotta ask you,
because
what
you
are
can
you most
also
excited about? You
get
play
your
so much. but jumping
aftermarket
into the
gun
game, what type of
gold
player do
and
you
diamond
think
and all
you
that,
see
if I'm not
yourself
mistaken,
becoming
because I don't think
with
it counts
Modern Warfare 3 now?
when you get
I
it.
just
when you
gotta
take those
order
parts
some new
off. I don't
controllers,
think
get
it's
used to
gun.
breaking my thumbsticks all over again. And honestly, that's that's something that is really close to the CDL heart. The competitive style is getting into the slide canceling and the ADSing, like Shotzi was touching on. But also, I just want to talk about the fact of like, I was 9 years old when a lot of these maps were a thing,
Damn,
and like,
sheesh.
my bad. But yeah, like I was watching my dad play, but like I don't like those are core memories for me. But I never really got to load in, and so like now as a 23-year-old getting to load into these maps and kind of like have the nostalgia of I kind of recognize this. Like I kind of know this map, but like not knowing every nook and cranny just yet. And like, so it's still kind of new to me, but it's also nostalgic at the same time.
Man, bro, the YouTube comments be going crazy.
And being able to manage as fast as you can in this game. Some of the different boots that you mentioned. We were messing around with that slide yesterday. It goes for a while.
Comments are going crazy,
and cancel it as well. So there's so many different things that people are going to get into this game and figure out.
Especially every time she show up on the screen, they start wilding.
They wilding right now. They wilding right now.
Upon people have been asking us about, how does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh,
it feels really good. It's very, very smooth. To your point, sliding shoes on, I'm hitting tack stance faster than ever. I'm sliding for full ADS. You can hit snipes, guys. Have you ever imagined hitting a fully zoomed in snipe while sliding? Well, MW3 is the game for you. But yeah, and we've got a lot of cool stuff. Times all the one times optics, so anything red dot, a lot of the hollows. None of these things really add anything to ADS speed anymore. So the game itself in general has sped up tremendously. We were messing around with tack stance.
They're allowing snipers to ADS like
weapon. I'm running a big
like ARs
scope, right?
while sliding, as long as you have those sneakers on.
I'm keeping maximum spatial awareness.
That's good. That's good.
Screens up.
That's going to be crazy.
With a big scope in close range, whether it's an LMG, whether it's a sniper. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still really nice to have choices as a player. We've got so many options here. So much fun.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, right? The buzzword, I think, coming off the back of what we saw on the desk. It's the choices that you can make.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I just need them to fucking.
An important thing, I think, in any Call of Duty game.
I just need them to
when you're going up
to make it more arcadic. You know what I mean? Like that's what I need.
To have that potential to take something away if you do want to risk and reward. You're coming in with potentially like silent footsteps. You're running ghosts. You're making sure that you're the type of player you want to be.
Premiere started.
Something also is taken away from that. Balance is so important, I think, in all Call of Duty titles.
100%. I mean, footsteps are silent if you want them to be. That is a massive W. I was running around yesterday and I saw red dots on the mini-map. My footsteps were silent. I was sneaking up on people. I was just having a blast. I mean, we're talking about 12 years ago when these maps came out. They look even better now. So I can't wait to get my hands on that beta, which is coming out soon.
Very, very soon indeed. Well, it's exciting to be reminiscing, reminiscing for very, very good reason. As we talked about earlier, we are celebrating Call of Duty's anniversary and amazing milestones. And with a great milestone comes an opportunity for great rewards. To celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty history, players can receive daily login rewards between October 6th to October 16th for every single daily login per day.
How the hell we
up
gonna
to
get
7 total. You'll receive these rewards, which you see on screen, including.
How the hell are we supposed to log into a game that we can't play? What are you talking about?
These rewards all will carry forward in MW3 as well, so grab them now and take them into the next title. For more details, head over to the Call of Duty blog. Nameless, your earliest memory of COD, was it like waiting in line at midnight trying to get something? What was it for you, mate?
I mean, yeah, first off, I will say we didn't have cool swag like this in these digital packs. I mean, this is that was before that time.
20 years of COD, man, and it ain't changed.
Like old memories I have with my friends and screen looking, trying to figure out where they were on Call of Duty 2. And now it's 2023, and we got everything, and you can still screen
20 years of duty, and it ain't changed, bro.
20 years of duty, and it's still
Ali, what is your earliest memory on COD?
Well, I know I talked about playing with my dad, but I think one of the more cool memories, which I can't wait to break down the new and exciting stuff in that game mode coming later, has to do with
man, how y'all doing? Yo, we're
when I was in middle school, I'd go over to my friend Anastasia's house, and we'd go in our basement, we'd turn off all of the lights, and then we'd load up split-screen zombies on her big TV on the couch, and just all night on her Xbox just sitting there playing zombies on town survival.
I like how this is a PlayStation exclusive, but everybody's memories of Call of Duty is on Xbox.
I'd love to hear that. We're going to be sharing a lot more stories on these couches, I'm sure, as we get through the rest of today. But we also wanted to remind everyone again that access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow for PlayStation players and next week for Xbox and PC players. You saw a ton of great multiplayer content today. Play that and more over the next week. Check out the Call of Duty blog for more details. I personally can't wait to see everybody get in the mix.
Or don't worry, in addition to open beta early access, all
so
those
3
PlayStation
weekends
out there,
Modern Warfare
pre-order on PlayStation Store to get an exclusive look.
Yeah,
the lock
4 days, right?
At
One of the,
MW3's
for the last
launch.
one, right? It's like 16 to the 18th.
The big question is, what did you guys think of Lockpick? That's another one that we saw on the desk. And I mean, there's so much to break down here. All of the team were going through every single detail, but Ali, what did you make of it?
She's freaking cool. Like, I know Stephanie talked about how she insta-locks her every single time that she's loading up into a game. game, and I might have to follow suit. Like, we might have to battle it out for who gets to be the lockpick in game, because she is cool.
Yeah, I'm down with the blue.
Oh, do you have to insta-lock certain operators?
Some of those skins in the game already. The trailers. You name
wait. They have said insta-lock multiple times, and I didn't even.
On MW3
I don't think we've even noticed it.
And over the past couple
Why
of
would
months,
you need to insta-lock an
what's the best
operator?
way to put it? We've had some teasers, we've had some insights, we've had a few.
Because no one has
The
abilities.
return of Makarov.
Like
and what that means
we haven't
to
seen
Modern
no
Warfare
abilities,
3's
no
campaign,
ultimate
all that
stuff
in
like
store
that.
very, very soon. But now, though, friends, it's time for something quite different. Straight from our friends at Treyarch, here is a look at Modern Warfare Zombies.
Oh, zombies!
We'll never get free. Lamb to the slaughter.
Why you put me up on a big screen like that?
One of our patrols reported hostile contact. Then went dark.
There's one! I can see him!
Ooh.
You will infill into a low-threat zone. Nothing gets.
Oh, this what we doing?
I say again, nothing.
That's what we doing. Oh. This actually looks pretty dope.
Oh! Oh! What the hell?
The situation is dynamic and evolving.
Hold on, this might be a vibe. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, this looks fire. Oh, they brought dogs back too? Oh yeah, this might be fire.
Oh!
Oh, so it's open world like what it was in Cold War.
Wait, are there multiple teams?
It looks like it. Multiple stacks of 4. Oh.
Oh, so it's like Warzone Zombies. But not. Wait. Oh!
Monsters are real.
Wait.
Oh! Shit! What the?
Oh.
What's happening?
Oh. This might actually be lit.
Operation Dead.
Yo. Yeah, that's about to be fire.
That might actually be lit. I ain't gonna lie.
That's about to be crazy. Zombie Ghost. Yeah, that's gonna be insane.
You just got a sneak peek at the end of that trailer of the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. More on that in just a bit. But now, let's welcome some very special guests from Treyarch, because you got Kevin Drew as well as Miles Leslie. Kevin is the Associate Director of Design, and Miles is the Associate Creative Director. Welcome to the both of y'all.
I'm so
and
hyped
it is
now.
so exciting
Yo, yeah,
to
that was
talk
crazy.
about zombies.
Fired
up to be here. Yes.
It looks awesome in here. We just swapped over to a little undead purple in the back.
When I think of the undead, I think of
the ambiance.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about purple and zombies that just, it really does something for me. But guys, earlier this week, we held an event at Treyarch. We were able to bring a couple of different groups of creators who are here today at Call of Duty Next into Treyarch. First time you guys have had folks in the studio in a long time. It was super exciting. We want to talk a little bit about the event and some of the awesome reactions we got to see in the room from these guys.
Yeah, no, it was a great experience bringing in those people. You know, zombies is traditionally something that is a mode based on exploration, discovery, but we felt like there's so much new here. We really wanted to get a group in there and play it, get hands-on, get impressions, get feedback, and we just had a really great time playing with them.
You're getting to see a couple of the reactions in the room there. They got to see some footage. They got some playtime. You guys answered about some questions.
Yeah, the playtest was absolutely fantastic. There were so many awesome moments. It just felt right getting them into play.
Well, I was going to ask, like, as you know, having been in the lab, making this for so long, right, and then getting people to see it. In what you guys said before, I remember you guys mentioning that it's not a thing you do often, bringing people into the studio. So that must have been a very, like, almost revealing experience for you guys, right?
It felt very good getting outside people besides us playing it.
Yeah.
Like,
So you're like, oh, wait a minute, this game is good.
Hey, this is super fun. You know? So it's like, we were right. Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah.
Guys, one of the most popular questions I noticed, you know, ripe amongst the crowd of creators that was there, Easter eggs. We know them, we love them, we want them in Zombies. What, if anything, can you tell us? Give us a little taste.
I mean,
a little tidbit, a little morsel.
A little something.
We can't give them all.
Well, then what should we expect?
So
at
if
least in
you were
terms of what's
paying
there?
attention to that trailer you just saw for the first time,
okay,
maybe at the end, if you go back and scrub it, you might see something that you'll see that's kind of big. Now, I don't want to give it all away. There's a lot to discover in this open world Zombies.
Oh yeah, and I think that is going to lead perfectly to my question, which is with so much that needs to be unpacked here. I guess, you know, what I'm curious about is like, what are the key things that you want the community to know about this iteration of Zombies? The differences potentially from, you know, the previous game till this one, because you guys are having some fun with it out there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a mode based on experimentation, and we're really doing that here. This is taking our gameplay, our classic Zombies gameplay and mechanics, and putting them on the big map and all of the experiences that offers with vehicles and the vast space and the higher player count. And then on top of that, putting it in the modern warfare era where you have their equipment, operators, and
that could be a
badass
vibey community night.
This massive open world co-op experience. So that's something that feels exciting. It feels different. Kind of what led you guys
I mean, with the amount of zombies that I see and how big these maps are, it should be quite a few people,
in this big new way.
So we just saw an opportunity with the big map to have
me, it
the
seems like maybe
biggest
3 to
PvE
4
experience
teams
we've
before.
ever had in the franchise.
You know what I mean?
So,
Yeah.
Which
in
is
the
saying
past,
something.
we had pure
Yes,
PvE.
pure PvE, no PvP.
You're safe here, and there's you know we usually have 4 players.
Kind of.
Safe is relative. Zombies at the end of the day. Yeah. But then you mentioned like the way that the game is played, the open world, but how do the players like interact with one another in that world? Because and also like, you know, I like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players total. You can go in solo.
total.
You can go in with your squad. But what's awesome is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same thing. So when you're out in the world, you'll run into other squads or other players. You can make a decision in that moment to like combine and form a super squad.
Oh, so you can form a super team.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Like in-game form a super team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And that's 8 squads of 3. You can group up together. You can go lone wolf it. I don't know if I'd recommend that, guys, from what I've seen.
Experienced players. If you want a challenge, you can go in solo, but it is a lot of fun to grab some friends, form those super squads.
Yeah.
And again, the map is massive. There's zombies everywhere.
He said you can grab some friends and form the super
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
I'm getting excited.
And so a couple weeks ago, we saw the very first look at Modern Warfare Zombies in the cinematic that we released, which really sets the stage for the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies in that we see Soap, we see Laswell, and more importantly, we saw someone who I didn't think we were going to see again.
That's right.
Miles, can you take us through what's going on?
What's going on here?
What's going on?
100%. Yeah, 100%. So, you know, that opportunity that Kevin talked about is there's a few questions when people saw that cinematic. And if you hadn't, go and watch it. It's awesome. Hold on a second. Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern Warfare 19 and MW22, the year 2021. And that's really important to the story because in true Treyarch Zombies fashion, we are always jumping eras, jumping moments, and really touching different timelines in interesting ways. I can't go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're hinting to is, why is Zakayev alive? I saw him die, but did you? Did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him fall. There was blood. But in true sort of story fashion, if there's no body, he's not dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to that silo. There was water at the bottom. It had been drained.
Zombies
lots
and
of blood.
humans,
Zakayev
like
was
AI
gone. Now, officially declared deceased.
Ooh.
But
AI
then
bots.
whispers emerge that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain fashion, he starts to hear whispers himself as he's recovering from falling down that silo, which he did.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts a little bit.
Yep.
Is about this new thing called Ethereum. And he wants to get it. And that really sets the stage. All of that, by the way, is day one getting in the door like you saw in the cinematic, which is that's the start of the story. And players are going to experience this story just in really interesting ways.
So it's a flashback, it's canon, we've got worlds colliding with Cold War, with Modern Warfare. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But the story really progresses in a new and interesting way. Let's take a look at how these come to life in the intro mission.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Your objective is a roof-mounted comms tower. Marking location on TAC map.
Oh, this is gonna be fun as hell, bro. This is gonna be fun as hell.
Changing mags! Strike team, enemy birds closing on your position. Clear the deck and push up top. Objective is on the roof.
Oh. Bro, this shit is gonna be so fun, bro.
I still need a minute or two. I'm in the middle of erasing my research from the Terminus database.
Protect Dr. Jansen.
Oh, yep, look, there they are. The human AIs.
Zakayev will unleash this hell everywhere from New York to Joburg if we can't stop him here.
Clear and hold that LZ strike team. Multiple enemies on approach. Weapons free on all threats.
Oh, okay.
So what you just saw there was just a little snippet of that story mission intro. And what's really exciting again about this opportunity across the open world is, like Kevin was saying, is we want to bring that story to the forefront. These story missions have handlers from the Modern Warfare world, from the Black Ops world, Cold War world that you might see. Some new friends along the way as well. And they're going to help you on this story and these missions that take you across the big map. Lots of different activities and cool things to do. Awesome cinematics and well. And again, the whole point of this is that if you're new to being a Zombies player, we want you to experience that story. We want you to get into it. But if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies, you can free roam and do that, and then jump to the story later. We really have embraced that open world sort of feeling across this, and that's really the exciting thing. Is
it sounds like that they're using all the zombies.
Modern Warfare 3 is about options.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more prevalent to me as I'm hearing you guys talk about this like throughout the day.
Like. So I think,
super awesome and great to see that like the player choice is very prevalent, right? But you know, Zombies has been a mode that's been in the game for such a long time. It's really, it runs side by side, parallel to Call of Duty and its incredible legacy. But there are still players that are going to be new to this, that are coming into this with a fresh set of eyes for the first time ever. What's in store for them? Because, you know, this could be a little jarring, right? There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Absolutely. So Zombies can be pretty intimidating, and we know that there might be a lot of players who might only play Modern Warfare or DMZ or Warzone. So we've built this mode to make sure that they can have success and have fun, and also support our veteran audience.
So, and on a brand new
map, and we'll talk about that more later.
Not later.
But here, for this mode, we've broken it down into 3 tiers of difficulty. So you're going to infill on the outer edges, and this is kind of like lower level difficulty. And new players can really hang out here for the duration of a match and have a great time.
That's lit.
Our advanced players are going to want to try to get into that center of that map as soon as possible. That's where Zakayev threw that vial and started this entire incursion.
What an arm on him!
Yeah,
I gotta say.
He yeeted the vial. Now we have a hot zone.
Yep.
And now we have to pay for it. All right. Well, then let's look at the flip side of that one, though, right? Because we talked about the new players, how we get those folks into the game and have them playing something outside of their comfort zone, so to speak. But one thing that we know is that there are core Zombies fans that love this experience, live and breathe it. So what do you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that fusion, and like Kevin said, the experimentation was, well, how do you bring all those core zombie Treyarch features into this new world? And we've done just that. You can see we've got the mystery box. We've got wall buys.
Oh, okay.
We've got the pack-a-punch, the pat machine. all
I
of these
definitely saw
things
Pack a
are
Punch
spread
shit.
out across.
I'm pretty
this
sure that
ginormous
motorcycle
map,
was
and
Pack a Punch.
As you go
I
in,
definitely
it's up
want
to
to know
you.
about that.
Where do you want to buy them? How do you want to accumulate your arsenal and your loadout? How do you want to tackle this world? But those zombies features are super key to making this feel fresh and really an evolution of that sort of open world feel as you get more powerful. And again, it's fused with the Modern Warfare DMZ feeling as well as buy stations as well.
You
Using
got
the
quick
source
revives,
features.
colas, we got everything still. I like that.
100%, which you may not have had in other
It's in a
zombies. So
can
that's
now
where
instead
you
of a
really
bottle.
married them together in interesting ways. But
It's awesome.
the most important core feature, of course.
It's a sweet new feature, folks.
Oh,
What?
zombie cereal.
Zombie cereal.
You can't find this in the map. I wish you could.
Yeah.
It's actually delicious, though.
Yeah, it's here at Call of Duty Next. It has some awesome features. It's got a UV light,
it's outrageous.
I may or may not have taken a box of those.
Oh, yeah,
already.
I've stolen this.
I mean,
This
a
is
crate.
mine.
I'm not talking
Yeah.
about a single box. I'm
Yeah.
talking about a single
crate.
crate.
Oh, wow.
What came off the truck? You know?
Wow.
And shout out to Off Limits
Yes,
Cereal for making
fantastic.
this with the box bespoke for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and it's a woman-owned business, which is dope.
Awesome.
And it
Clank,
glows in the
clank,
dark.
bang.
Yeah. So I would be remiss to not hit on one of the really core features for our Zombies
Oh, yes.
players. And that's the Wonder Weapon,
Oh,
guys.
yes.
I need to know.
Yeah, so of course we have a Wonder Weapon, and it has been
Ooh.
custom made again for this open world experience. It is the Scorcher.
Oh, my word.
I'm gonna let you just look at it for a
Look
second.
at
that first raise.
Yes,
That thing is huge.
It's absolutely amazing. So the Scorcher again is built for demolishing the highest density of
Sounds like
zombies you've
10
ever
targets.
seen
The
before.
hordes.
Oh yes,
We're
the
gonna
hordes.
melt hordes.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, it's got an alt fire that launches you into the air so that you can use it to engage. If you want to jump into a horde, if you want to get away from the horde of zombies, if you want to jump on a building, over a building, like it's really.
Wait, so you can like rocket jump.
Oh,
shit
yeah,
from
absolutely. It's
yeah, the transformer arm.
Using it and it's in your arsenal.
Nah, that's crazy.
Chef's kiss.
I'm
Chef's
kinda lit,
kiss.
though. I'm not
Wonder
gonna lie.
Weapon.
Like
But
Scorcher.
that
Yeah, it's absolutely.
that's what I'm
fantastic.
saying. That Call of Duty, if Call of Duty is gonna
Special,
steal shit,
especially with
steal
the
it and put
overall
in something that it actually makes sense
the
to be in.
replayability
And
is
zombies
this.
is for
It's
sure
not a
makes
one and
what
done
makes
game
sense
mode.
to be in.
How
Hell yeah.
is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gonna push that forward and take the next step in terms of what keeps players coming back for more every time?
Yeah, so this is a really kind of replayable mode. It's an extraction exfil mode, right? So you're trying to get deeper and deeper into the map, and at first, you're not going to be that successful. You're going to have to play a lot, over and over, gain mastery, try to take things out, make sure you successfully exfil so you can come back in the next time with hit the ground running with the right stuff.
Yeah. And when you talked to me, we mentioned it before, we saw Zakayev yeet the vial in the cinematic. That has created the incursion zone, that super hot area we saw a little bit of on the TAC map. Can you talk to me about how the storm will play into the map, what that vial did, and what the gameplay repercussions are going to be for the player there?
Yeah, so this thing is in the map, and it's the
alright.
source.
I
It's
used to
spreading
wasn't.
the so it will always be there in the map. It's going to dictate this time limit. At 45 minutes, it's going to start growing and completely consuming the
dang.
map,
At
and that's where you need to get out.
minutes?
A lot of zombies.
Oh, that's
And
fine
it gets
though.
really
That's cool.
intense.
So it's a total 1 hour
Session.
limit. Yeah,
Yeah.
1 hour session. Again, those 24 players.
It goes
Oh, wait,
back
it's
to
only
getting
for-
in,
you can only play an
you know,
hour?
Again, player pacing. You want to stay on the outer edges, awesome. You want to challenge yourself, go into medium and high threat. But the Ether
I don't know how
Storm
I
waits
feel
for
about
no
that.
one. And it will come, and it will make the zombies harder.
Yeah.
And that's part of the challenge and fun is, are we going into the storm to cleanse it?
Yeah.
Are we avoiding it?
What are we gonna
Are we
find in
getting the
there?
hell out of
What's
Dodge?
the exfil
What
plan?
are we
Yeah.
doing here?
What are we doing here?
Is really where you get into a lot of fun.
And really, too, when you think about that heat map for zombies, part of that is going to be gearing up. You said you're spending, a lot of players will be spending a lot of time on the outer edges of the map or in the yellow.
Yeah.
Gearing up, getting that loot, collecting the right things that we need to have a successful infill. But one of the most exciting things about that is how weapons will carry over from match to match.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with DMZ, We have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match, you can take out and bring it with you. We
Item persistence.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have insurance slots, but we've really
That's lame
taken
as
that
hell, I'm not
to the
gonna
next
lie. I'm
level
kinda
with all
bummed
the
about the-
zombies
about the
upgrades.
time
So,
limit. I'm not gonna
in the
lie,
past,
that's
you've had
weak.
to do all that just in game,
Time
you
limit,
lose it.
only an
Now,
hour is
all
weak.
of those things have
Bro, we
been
were playing
ported
hours
to,
trying to
consumable
get to the
versions of
highest
acquisitions.
level,
So
bro.
things
Like, come
pack
on.
hunts,
That was when it was
weapon
round
rarity,
based.
ammo mods, wonder weapons.
Yeah.
All of those things you
But they
can
trying
find
to
in the
cut
match,
back
and you
on
can
shit
decide
like
to use
that.
them then, or you
guess
can
I
take them out
understand, but-
and just start the next match, load up, pack a
Infill
punch,
hot.
drink
Yes.
4 perks immediately, and now you're good to go. Like you're going all the way to the high threat.
Straight into the red zone,
Okay.
juiced up on perks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess
quite a difference.
what that
right?
sounded like
but,
is,
but
is
what
there
was the, I guess, like
rounds are
inspiration?
hours?
Was it just,
Sounds
hey,
like?
let's
'Cause you
just
can
try something creative, different, fun.
You
Do what
can
Zombies has always
exfil-
done and push the bar.
Yeah, it's just like introducing this different kind of pressure with the time limit,
Yeah.
but then now giving players this additional ability to bring things in is huge.
Yeah, it's part of that. How do you use new
no,
players
that's
and
actually
seasoned
fire.
players, right?
I'm not gonna
it kind
lie.
of relates to rounds if you're familiar from that. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
basically
when you
a
get into the
round.
higher zones and you have more of that arsenal. That's for those seasoned
They're gonna
players.
feel
That
They're
could
gonna
be
feel it,
fun
and they're
as
gonna want
hell.
that challenge. Well, you
That
know
could
what?
be fun as
Big
hell. Hold
challenge there,
on,
so
I'm
you better
back.
be
I'm
loaded
back.
up on a
I'm
bunch
back
of stuff
in.
coming in
I'm back
to really
in.
succeed.
All right, we're getting into the
I'm
lightning
back
round
in.
here. Finally, Miles, I
oh.
asked you before. You said that Zombies
I'm
is all
back
about
in is
discovery, and it is,
crazy.
you know, those secrets, those Easter eggs
Greased
are out
up.
there lurking in the world. But of all the secrets, again, I'm gonna pressure you.
Keep going back to the
Come
well
on.
here, Star.
What can you tell us? What should we be looking out for?
You know,
Wonder
I
Weapon looks
can't
insane.
get
Facts,
into
Ash.
all
Not
of
gonna lie,
secrets.
the
I want
open
to, but the
world
team would
is
kill
hella
me. There's
cool,
a
but I'm
lot
gonna miss
in there, but
round-based
people to
maps.
find it.
We
I
do want
agree.
them to find it, but we have, again, taken
But it sounds
advantage
like
of this
we
now.
are getting
There's a lot there on day one for
round-based
Discover.
type of
We love
things.
watching the community find these things. That is part of the
course.
fun. So we don't want to spoil any of it, but there's a lot in there, and we're already planning some fun stuff to come later as well.
Well,
So
look,
more coming.
You're not getting it
More
out of
coming
us.
You know
in the
what?
live
Steph,
seasons.
Steph might be trying to dig deep. I will never do that. Ever in a million years. But what can you guys tell me about the monsters?
There
What do
you
you
go.
tell us about all the monsters that we have coming up here? Because there seems like there's some wild ones that are going to be available for players to fight against.
We have a full gambit. It starts with just our zombies. We have more
Oh, they're
zombies
showing
than
us.
we've ever seen before in one space. They completely fill up this map. Anywhere you go, there's going to be danger. But then we have all of our other awesome enemies. So Hellhound, our Mimic, who can disguise himself as a cache in the map, so you have to be careful.
Oh,
The Disciple, he buffs.
That was me this morning.
Just waking
Free
up.
coffee.
Buffing zombies and life draining the Mangler with his cannon and ranged attacks. So just all sorts of threats. But the Mega Abomination, he's about 3 times bigger
Oh.
than we last saw him. He's
Yeah, because
so
he
big
needed to be
now.
bigger.
Yeah, he's now
Absolutely.
grown some crawlers under his stomach.
Oh,
and
fun.
The dingle dangles.
He
is
can't
like-
fit in buildings anymore. He's so big. So he needs those guys to
But he'll
go
still get
inside.
you in
and,
the buildings.
But this is when you talk about like that opportunity of open world is, okay, you think you're going to be safe. I'm going to run inside. No, absolutely not. The Abomination will send in these little creatures and they will try to explode and flush you out. So really it's, do you want to die by the lasers outside or do you want to die by these zombie explosions? Again, it's up to you.
no, that's
Your choice.
awesome.
It's
I'm
your
not gonna
choice.
lie.
It's
That
your
sounds like a
own
vibe.
Adventure.
That's right.
But perhaps more terrifying than monsters even for the first time. There are
right.
humans
Yes.
in zombies
They
as
were
well.
the real enemies
humans.
all along.
So this enemy PMC group
Yeah, absolutely.
is in the
Nah,
world.
that's-
That's
Sounds-
another,
that sounds
you know, again,
cool, though.
important to the story when you go back to Sakayev and this Terminus Outcomes PMC group. They're his muscle that he's hired. They found that Ethereum. They want more in true sort of bad guy fashion, and they are across the map. So for the first time, you're going to be able to, if you want, fight these AI. There's a gameplay loop tied to them where there's a progression on that side, and you can run into them. You can avoid them if you want. If you just want to chill out and shoot zombies all day, that's great. You want to mix it, that's cool. Or the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies, and Kevin loves to say it's like a hornet's nest, which it is you shoot a few, you get a big horde of them.
They're upset.
And you basically train them right into the human
that's
AI.
cool.
And,
Okay.
And it's basically the zombies are third-partying.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That
It's
actually
awesome.
sounds
We're
lit.
100%
I'm
team
not gonna
zombies, and
lie.
you just kind of sneak by as they're causing all the carnage so you can loot, get what you need, and get out. But it's really
Imagine-
just I can't
imagine
express
us
the
having,
moment
like,
when
a
you unleash
community
your
night,
own zombie
and then,
horde
like,
on the
3
human
people
AI.
just get hella zombies and
It's
just
really satisfying.
Go find someone and
Awesome.
just take
I
them
can't
all
wait.
over there and then just leave.
leave?
Well, you guys saw it after
That's
the
cool.
Zombies trailer earlier,
That's
but in a
something
couple
would
of
do for
minutes,
some.
Lottie's going to give you all the
Surely.
details on the Soul Harvester weapon.
SimBaH and
blueprint. Stay
Electro.
tuned. That thing
SimBaH,
is
Electro, and someone
absolutely
else.
absurd. It's 100% something we're going to want to see in Zombies day one. But I have some other news. We got a little taste of that big map that you guys keep talking about. I am excited to announce that the big map you saw here teased in Modern Warfare Zombies was actually your very first look at the brand new map coming to Warzone. We're deep diving into Battle Royale coming next.
Oh boy, it's going to be
tuned.
awesome
So they use the
stuff.
same map.
Firstly, Kevin Miles, I want to
That's
thank you
kinda
guys so
lame,
much for
but
your
all right,
time.
cool.
Your
No
passion
worries.
is infectious. Your love for this is truly
Excited to be here.
inspirational.
I don't know why they. I don't know why they do
I'm
stuff
excited.
like that.
I wish we
Like,
could stay and talk
okay.
about it. Yes.
I think we
Y'all
could
got
your
3
self-portrait.
Warzone maps
well,
at this point.
Kevin,
Use
here's
one of
some
them.
lovely
For
zombies
you know what
art
I mean?
today.
We
Use
could
one
talk
of them
about
for
this all
zombies.
He's
day.
debuting
It's
later.
going to be
Give a
awesome.
little bit-
I'm sure
just give a
everyone's so
little
excited to
difference.
jump
Use
into
the old-
Zombies.
use the
And
old
thank you guys so
Warzone
much for
map
sharing that love
for
for this.
the
And
Zombies
that, of
map,
course,
if
wraps
that's
up
what y'all
our
do.
Modern Warfare Zombies portion of this show here. But
That's
next
what I thought
up,
they was gonna
it's
do after the-
Warzone with live Warzone
that event that they
gameplay
did.
and new map details are going to be coming your way. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
12-10.
Call of Duty Next. Brought to you
team
by
up.
HyperX, the official peripheral partner of
Yeah, I'm
Call of
watching it
Duty.
right now.
We're all
let them
gamers.
come back.
TCL.
Vibes.
Play like a pro on the big
That other
screen
team
with
started
TCL
coming back, yeah.
Q-Class QLED TVs up to
Vibes
98
did
inches.
a nasty
Movement,
play on one of the rounds that
official
they won.
timekeeper of Modern
Yeah,
Warfare
they've been
3.
going.
Or
They've
Go
been
lost.
to
kind of- on one of the ones
nvmt.com/COD
that
to
they
see the
lost.
limited edition Watch collab. Backbone. Level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack.
Are they
Lovesack
really
Stealth
promoting
Tech is a
Backbone
proud
like
partner
that?
of
Like
Call
that?
of
Like
Duty
that? Like
Next,
that?
bringing
Like
unparalleled
they're
immersive
promoting it
surround
every
sound
time.
to
Like,
your
all
at-home
right,
gaming
go get your
experience.
Backbone, baby. Like, damn, Backbone done came up.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames and messieurs, welcome back to Call of Duty Next. Zombies, where do we even start? Oh my God! I mean, it's what we've got the spiritual
like that.
successor
How you
to,
feel about
to
zombies?
Outbreak from Cold War. We've got everything we know and love about zombies.
I've never been a fan of zombies. It's still like that for me, kind of. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
saw that screen grab. Oh, that's a
you
big
know,
one. That's the sort of map we
I'm
could see
and I'm
around
really
the
not a
players
fan
jumping
of like
into,
open
fighting
world
into the very
zombies
last
either.
man or woman standing.
But
guys,
it looks
zombies,
like
let's
it's
get
gonna be
into
a
it.
dub.
The ray gun on desk.
I'm
right
definitely gonna be down to try it. I think that Call of Duty is bringing back more.
I cannot wait.
It
Frankly,
needs to,
I think the big thing is that it's almost like a gateway
more content to
for
get involved
others
in.
who have never played
You know what I
zombies
mean?
before.
They're adding in a lot of diversity, so that way people don't just play multiplayer all the time. Looks like they're adding in stuff to where everyone can play together. You know what I mean? So I think that's a dub too. Like, yo, you're on COD already. You know what I mean, bro? Come over, play some. You know, come play some zombies, or come play some this, or come play some that. And I think that's kind of the direction they were headed in with Modern Warfare 2 too, like with the whole DMZ mode. But I think the DMZ mode just kind of
fell flat for sure. Yeah,
yeah.
that should have been what
Because
this is.
Yeah, facts. And so, and I think they listen to that,
I was
and
about
that's
to
what
say
they're
that.
trying to do.
Especially when you look at, like, you know, because it's definitely lame that there's not the same round based thing, you know, because that's what it was all about for us, is the, you know, giving rounds. But at the same time, though, I am really excited that we get to see, you know,
like really interesting what that you can exfil.
the exfili, you know, being able to leave and take your pack-a-punch weapons and then jump back into another game, and that's kind of like your new round. You know what I mean? And then you can go in deeper into the, you know, into the map or whatever you want to do. That sounds pretty dope. But at the same time, it's just a big. I feel like that's a big hindrance. Also, like, damn, we can't. You know, we can't get it going. We can't get it cracking.
We can't keep playing.
Damn. Come on, y'all. Y'all got this. Get them.
They let them come back.
Yeah.
They let them come all the way back.
And yeah, they wasn't locked in.
wire ammo mod that lets you electrify undead hordes.
You mean to tell me there is an actual weapon that can fetch me their souls? I just wanted to get it out on broadcast. Sorry,
He had to get
guys.
it in, didn't he?
Plenty, though. Still coming up later today. COD Next doesn't finish just yet. We've got a day of Call of Duty action ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. Immediately following next, we will be Code Bowl 4, presented by USAA. Join the top Call of Duty streamers and military esports teams as they compete for the coveted Code Bowl trophy, which has actually been in space, funny enough. 100% of the net proceeds from today's tournament will go toward placing more veterans into high-quality jobs. Now, we have a lot of Call of Duty fans. We've actually got a short message from someone who wants to say a very, very quick hello to all of you.
¿Qué rollo, plebada? Puro Modern Warfare 3 y pura WP. Se viene algo chingón.
Peso Pluma, thank you very much.
Thank you ever so much. I mean, pretty cool actually, isn't it? I love how many people are so interested, obviously, in Modern Warfare 3. I mean, who wouldn't be?
And with a tease of something to come. Lloyd, what's that all about, mate?
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, welcome to the TCL Power Hour. During this next hour, we will have our streamers try to complete a series of challenges while in the middle of Battle Royale. Now, there are 9 challenges, and with them come 9 opportunities for you, the viewer, to have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. Now, look at these, okay? We need to talk quickly about how these potentially might go down. Did you catch a glimpse of any of those challenges? What are we thinking?
Yeah. I instantly saw the one where you have to get, I think, like a double elimination with a drivable train.
Oh, what?
Yeah, wait. A drivable train?
One more time so the people out there.
You have to get a double elimination with a
Oh
drivable
man, thank you.
Hold on.
Oh my God, bro. Jesus Christ. Oh wait, we're in overtime. Wait. They gotta get another one. They gotta get another one. That was
Mania.
Oh, they gotta win by 2.
Yeah,
they gotta win by 2
Yes,
because
and
it was
during
tied.
this next hour to enter for a chance to win, you need to submit a tweet using the hashtags.
That was stressful, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie.
Challenge completed by our streamers during the TCL Power Hour. A winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received.
They got a little bit of momentum on their side, though.
9 winners, folks. We'll be keeping you guys updated on completed challenges as we see them come in, but we also do ask that you help us out as well. So take a screenshot of a challenge being completed and tweet them to hashtag CODNext and hashtag TCLXCOD sweepstakes.
Well, with that, very, very excited. But with that, our time has come. We're now going to hear a quick word from our sponsors, and then it's back over to Golden Boy and Stephanie at the desk with a very, very special guest, Raven. And then it's time for Warzone. Don't go too far.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency-reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Welcome back, everyone, to Call of Duty Next, and it's now time to talk about something I know all of you people at home are excited to talk about. It's Warzone, and what we should all expect in the next chapter as we go into Modern Warfare 3. At the desk, we're
oh, there we go. Oh my God, that boy Vibes is insane. And Cat got the
software. Ted, it is a pleasure to have you here, my friend. How you doing, man?
That's game, baby. That's game.
250 players.
Let's go. Wait, what is he doing to her? Wait.
I can actually go for a good.
That was crazy. Wait.
We definitely are. But yeah, we're really excited to have you and talk all things Warzone because I know everyone's chomping at
32 kills.
They are. And
Yo. Cyrex dropped 32 kills.
New map coming to
that
Warzone.
was crazy,
I'm
bro.
happy to say. But
I need them to start taking screenshots of that in right there where it says, "Oh, he done." Yeah, they could only play one today.
The Middle East.
Take a look. Here's Urzikstan.
This is it. We've been waiting. We've been sort of hinting all day
Hinting,
long, right?
hinting all day long, a little bit for the last week. It's, of course, got 11 unique POIs here.
POIs, all seamlessly integrated. Brand new map, full of wonderful nostalgia that we'll dive into as well when we play.
And you mentioned this is where the Middle East needs.
What the hell? This boy just started.
Yeah. And Urzikstan will. Of
Oh no,
course,
that's
be
not him.
familiar
Never mind.
with,
I was like,
many
what the
Modern
hell?
Warfare players
I
as
was
a
looking
central
at an
location,
ad,
from
and the
campaign
ad is
where
of like
Vara
Photoshop or
is from.
something.
This
And
is
I
my
thought it
favorite, my
was,
personal
I thought it
favorite.
was bikes going
Advanced
crazy.
City.
I was like,
You've got
yo,
huge
this
construction
bike's
site with the crane that's got an ascender. If you look carefully, you might see a zip
That
line
was-
or two. Which
bro,
we'll
that
talk
was
about.
heart pumping, yo. That was heart pumping, yo.
That definitely caught my eye. But
So is
any
this Warzone?
opportunity to also be
Yeah,
in
this is
more
Warzone.
lush environments with that industrial.
Big shout
scene,
out
I
to our
kinda like
Valorant
the
team for
Sorkin
winning that
industrial
premier
as well.
game.
The northern
I think
side
they're
of
playing.
the
Oh wait, no,
map.
they're playing another
Again,
game,
you
but
know,
they
when
have
we
a
think
fill
about
now.
something
I
like
think
Warzone,
Bites can
you
only
need
play
those
one. So if you
industrial
tap in with
districts.
Cat, I
We
think they're
got
playing the
pop-off
second
power. I made a joke yesterday with our creators that they'll be popping off here. I'm
Pop
sure
off,
like
pop
said
off?
today.
Oh yeah, because he had to go to work.
That's how it
Wonderful
works.
point of interest.
And he got someone
This is showing
to
Mana.
be there for
Again,
him.
like really built around
So
that
he
kind
can
of
play that
close
first game.
quarters combat
Ooh,
that
I
we
love
want our
that
players to experience.
Awesome
stress.
interiors here. I've had some really fun close quarter engagements here.
Lowtown.
Lowtown.
It's where the rats are going to be hanging out. Here in Old
Yes.
Town, these are next to each other. There's a train line running through it. This is sort of in the centralized area of the map, so we expect this to be a hot drop.
Yeah, Old Town, Low Town,
Yes.
put nearby one another. Of course,
Yeah.
we've got this beautiful ruined architecture, sort of a bit of those touches across the map here. And
All of military base. I'm hearing this is your favorite POI, huh?
my personal favorite, I love a military base. Way back in Verdansk, you can find me
Fair.
at the military base, and
Very
so
familiar
these
this.
bunkers speak to me.
What's sticking out to me, looking at all of these different locations,
Why'd she
is
say it like
density.
that?
There's
Yes.
a lot in the, like in between different buildings, different locations. It really feels like there's going to be some fun opportunities to get some good fights in.
Yeah, it was one of our focus points, and I love this vista shot of the map, but it was genuinely
He said
one
it
of our
doesn't
focus
make a
points was to
difference.
say, how can we make a more dense map where it feels like, in terms of like rotation opportunities, the
Bro, it's
regain,
a-
there's always somewhere
yo,
like you can go
HTR
and kind of
is
call home.
vicious,
So
bro.
glad it's coming out.
Yeah,
HDR
and we
is
touch
vicious, bro.
on. I think what's really interesting is,
Nah,
is
HDR
you
is
and
the
I have
entire
talked.
minutes.
Warzone has been here for a number of
Did you
years
hear
now.
that, man?
We've had a lot of opportunities to take those experiences,
good.
and it feels like you guys have really worked to apply
Uh-oh, I
those
must have would have been on his
experiences
ass for
to
it.
this map.
I'm not
He
gonna-
said, okay,
But when we
good.
start to talk
I'm
about
not gonna
the
repeat
game,
what he
we
said.
always
Let's just
reflect
tune
on,
back
you
into
know,
this
the many
context
years
of
of
this.
Warzone now that I've loved. So I think when players play, and you'll see this very shortly, there's little bits of every map that
All right,
we've
they're
had
getting into
today,
game two.
but at the same time, it has like a freshness to it. Like when we think about new maps, it has to have a newness at the very same
Can
time.
we watch
So
somebody thank
they're
you? I'm
dropping
like,
in.
bro,
They're
I'm
dropping
tired
in.
of hearing
It's
me
the very
talking.
first time
Wash
I'm
has been
watching
in like
somebody
3
already.
games
I'm
already.
watching
Yeah,
somebody.
I'm watching Wash. This boy's been in like 3 of these games already, and they was just running their mouth.
I was like, bro, I see people just loading in, bro, and they just still talking.
They're warming up, but I've seen him crush with Shotty today in MP, so I have faith.
Always does. This is actually
This looks
quite
good.
exciting
I'm not
to
gonna
check
lie
out
to
here,
you, though.
especially,
I'm not even gonna
you know,
lie.
We
Like,
got ourselves a little bit of
hey,
a
low-key
fight
looks
happening
better
here,
than
so I
Warzone
think,
we got right now.
Buffalo does manage to get the better, and just again, it feels so fluid. And I think one of the points that is really sticking to me here is also just on that movement front as well, right?
Yeah, it was very.
I was gonna say, I really like the movement. The movement is
Warzone shares the same foundations of Modern Warfare 3. Raven worked really closely with Sledgehammer to make sure all of those gameplay features that we covered in multiplayer earlier today are aligned with Battle Royale. Can you take us through that a little bit?
Yeah, as you mentioned, we've been working with Sledgehammer all year. They've been a great partner because we know when we make something like a big Battle Royale map, we need that movement to feel fluid. We need the traversal mechanics.
Kind of sounded
mantling,
like
everything
they're
needs to
doing what
work
we've been
well.
saying they should do, Vito, and they're all starting to work together more on these
again, it's
games. And it's not just
classic
one,
Call of Duty feel,
like, you know,
right?
it's
You're
Treyarch, it's
obviously gonna be
Sledgehammer,
getting
it's,
that here,
what's the
but
other
to
one?
see
What's
that,
the other one that makes?
I guess would the word be parody?
Isn't there- aren't there 3? Or is it
Sledgehammer?
two?
Yeah,
Sledgehammer,
Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward.
Infinity Ward, yeah. It seems like, you know, they're kind of, there you go, synergy. They're getting that synergy together.
You know, we saw earlier on from Greg and the team that they increased their.
I think that's something that Microsoft probably wanted from them. You know what I mean?
But that has to be pretty awesome for you,
Because they're going to become Microsoft Studios.
So long, and the amount of love and passion you have for it.
So why not not
see,
just
like,
make
hey,
them
when
combine
players get
together?
into the game, like the experience is going to be the same. So try it out, right? The water's warm.
Yeah, move around. We saw zombies. We saw, now with Warzone.
Bro, what is up with these spicy?
This is one of my favorite.
Spicy comments, bro. He wildin', bro.
I love the scope on it.
What are they saying?
I hope this really likes it.
Yeah, let's see. I mean,
What the hell is happening here?
Yo, Gaming Penguin coming in with the hey man, hey man.
The crane has a vertical ascender for you to get all the way up there.
Oh, because it's such a good redeploy. You can literally use the map to redeploy. You can go up to the crane and jump off and go to wherever you need to go.
So he's just a Guardian. Yes.
How are we doing, y'all? How we doing?
I said it.
How's everybody feeling about
I said I'd
Call
talk
of
about it
Duty?
more in Battle Royale because I think this
I
is
can't wait
something
till
we're gonna see a
tomorrow,
lot of
bro.
today. This is a new kill streak.
I can't wait to see
watch other people play.
like actual crack people play, bro. Like
Korean
people that are
Savage,
like
bro.
really
Can you
cracked.
imagine his videos, bro, that he's about to be dropping on this game, bro?
Yeah, bro, this is about to be up. This is about to be up tomorrow. This is about to be a lot of watch parties going
Being
on.
pushed, or if you want to defend an area, get that Guardian down to keep you safe effectively.
Yeah, so again, it's not
I
eliminating
wonder if
any
Devo
players,
is there
but
too.
it's
Is
that
Devo
stun
there too?
effect that it's having on
Look
players.
at where he is now.
Uh-oh, the gulag. and is that a fully kitted out gun as well?
So this one's not. This is actually just I think it's normal AR.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
But what's interesting about the gulag is we've gone back to this 3-lane experience that we've had.
So this is the brand new gulag, simplified. It's 3 lanes.
Close. He'll be kicking himself
But
out.
it's got a little treat in the
Cat
middle
is
there that we didn't
bro.
see. We
Oh
might
my
see
goodness.
it later. Can you
She's
tell us,
just always
what we can
making
expect?
crazy.
So with this,
Oh, that was Leon. I thought that.
so
Wait.
good at this game. So we'll have to see if
Did she not have
the
her-
gulag lasts that length
How
of
did
time.
the hell just happen?
But for anyone at home,
Who was
in
that?
previous war zones,
I
we've
don't know who
had a
that
capture
was.
point.
Whoever
which is
just
the
cuts
open
that
cannon.
is insane.
But this time around, it's an ascender, and a rope drops down
That was
from
either
above,
Cat
and you can
or that
ascend
was
and get
Leon.
out.
So it's
That
kind of
was
like
Leon. That was
I'm
crazy.
a big pro wrestling guy, so it's kind of like escaping Hell in a Cell or something
close
like
the
that.
hell out
Right?
of
May have
that
been some of the
thing.
inspiration.
Okay, I'm all about
I don't know
that,
why. I
baby.
like the
That
font
makes me
more
very,
on
very, very
Warzone
happy.
than I
And
do
as we
in the
continue
game.
to see these players just like run around, we're actually,
It's the
they're
same.
being hunted.
Yeah,
I know, that's what I'm saying. I like it more
So
on
what I love
Warzone
about the
than it being
bounty
in
that
the
we've
multiplayer.
updated
You know what
is
I
when
mean?
they complete the bounty. or
Because
should
I think
if
it's
they
not
complete
as
the bounty,
it's
Yeah.
like
they'll
not
actually
as
get
much
one UAV
or
ping,
as
which
often.
is a new
Ooh.
mechanic that we've added for the bounty this time around.
Okay.
And so this was a bounty that you brought back from Warzone originally.
I didn't see if it was the big game bounty or
Oh,
the
see,
normal bounty.
I was talking about.
I don't really
big
care
bounty.
about
This
points
was big game bounty. Can you
in
talk to us a
multiplayer.
little
I think
about
that's
that
I think
contract?
that's a major thing that kind of
Yeah, the big game bounty was a
kills
fan
it too,
favorite
is-
going back to the third year of
You don't like
No.
points?
And
The only
it's
thing-
something
the
that
only
this
thing they
group
should be
in
showing in
particular, like
multiplayer
the
is,
really
like,
high
kill
skill
streak.
player. I don't know why they love it because it effectively marks
what I
the
mean?
highest kill player in the game. But
Like,
it's great for content. It's got
score,
great rewards
like
with
point,
advanced
the
UAV,
point
so,
score
yeah,
thing
really
in,
good.
in multiplayer is kind of redundant.
Oh, 100%.
See, they just showed that font in
box.
green, and that looked really nice. My bad, but yeah, I agree. I agree.
It
Score.
marks the player with the most kills.
I think
Yeah.
depends on the game mode though.
That's awesome.
And if you complete
Like
it,
I
you'll
shouldn't
get
need to
that
know that I got
next
100
year.
points for a
Yeah.
kill,
Powerful, great for the end game.
or 50 points for a kill, or
Actually,
125 for a
now,
kill and
as
assist,
the
or
game
anything like
continues
that.
to
You know what I
play
mean?
out
Like,
here,
I don't think I need to know that.
competitors
I think it
kinda
should.
get the
I
lay
think
of
it
the
should just
land.
say like
I find it
assist
to be
or
really,
kill streak.
refreshing
You know what I
for
mean? Like
these
on a
players.
5,
They were
on a
just
10.
toiling around in Modern Warfare 2 maps.
It
You know what I
does
mean?
make
Modern
hella
Warfare 2 maps,
more.
but now they're
It makes
going
the
into something
HUD a lot
fresh
more
and new. Is
like
that like
cluttered
an objective for
because
you
you
guys
got
with
points
this map
popping
to
up
make
here,
it
and then you
feel
got the kill
just-
streak thing
just
popping up
fresh,
on the
make it
side
feel
of the
like you're
screen,
jumping
and then
into
you
this
got
new pair
the
of eyes.
kill
So
the
whenever we
kill
think
death
about a map,
ratio
you
stuff
have to
popping
think
up
about
over here
the
for
map
people,
and
and
the
then you got the
gameplay.
team,
Like, there's
the
so
points
many
for
things
each
to
team
really
over here. It is a
So
lot going
hopefully a
on.
little bit later on, we'll see
I think
some
it
of the
should.
gameplay
I
that
think
kind
they
of
need to
reflects sort of
introduce
the team
way
deployment
more HUD
for the drivable
customization.
train. Haven't yet seen
That's
the
something
team
that
land on
almost
that.
every game does
That's
now.
the
Is like, oh,
newness,
you
it's
want to
the
see,
new map
you
plus the new
know,
gameplay, and those things
the
combined
point
will
stack.
yield
Do you
great
want to see the
experience to everyone.
points like
Yeah.
go
And
if
also
you
feels
hit
like a lot of
somebody?
the
Do
damage.
not want to see anything. Yeah, the damage. You know what I mean? Like,
great gameplay
you want to see this, you want to see
been,
that. I think
introduced into
HUD
this that
customization
also
is a really
looking
big
forward to, because
thing,
traversal,
but
the big
it
thing
also
in
can
VRs,
change
you got to be able to
the,
rotate effectively. If not, you're
more
going to get wiped
customization
out
means
to the circle.
Seeing one
a
right
wider
now,
gap of
actually,
people not
because
knowing
that
how to
is
do
zip
that.
line off in the distance.
Slide
You're gonna get a
canceling
better
to a
look
loot
at
box
here.
is
This is
crazy.
the crane we were talking about earlier, so that's the vertical.
So you can go up.
Yep.
Okay.
But for the first time, in
You can
addition to
redeploy.
going up.
Redeploy drones. As
Oh,
soon as the
that's
map
cool.
launches, we're bringing those across from.
Oh, you can also
Mazra.
redeploy.
But then here's the
Oh,
nice.
zip lines.
New.
I was going to ask when we were going to get horizontal zip lines.
Yeah, so I mean, we were so happy to bring these into the map. It really fits the POIs and the layout of the land.
Yeah.
But also, you know, this group here,
those zip lines are going to be clutch on zombies.
For a lot of our players, they might use it to move away or evade a team. So it's got dual purpose. I'm sure we'll have encounters where they meet each other
on the zip line.
Players on the zip line.
They go past.
They go past each other. Okay,
but you can use your AR. So.
But I mean, like you should shoot.
Yeah. You could duel like an old British horse.
You can do like 10 paces, turn around, zip, and then just go and try and see if you can take each other out. No, that is really cool.
Especially over water, we saw them sort of between the higher buildings. We're going to have them across the water. I think in terms of getting across this map, can you tell us anything about this map in terms of size, sort of what to expect for folks at home who aren't going to maybe get a sense of it from everybody today?
What we did was, obviously, we always look at like the
Resurgence,
latest maps.
we got
So we look
Plunder.
at Caldera and Al-Mazrah. So it's closer in size to Caldera, a little bit smaller than
Slightly
Al-Mazrah,
smaller than Al-Mazrah.
but it's more dense. So
It's crazy how this makes you want to play Call of Duty right now.
I want to play this game so bad. Oh my god, it's kind of insane, bro. Like I've never wanted to play Call of Duty so bad like I do right now.
And I'm even seeing it here.
I feel like, bro, this make me want to hop on Resurgence right now.
Great time, but there's
Like I want to play it so bad. But I know that when I play it, it's not going to feel the way that I'm looking at this.
Where everyone's just like,
you know what I'm saying?
Because it's not the same game.
It's not the same game. So
you know, when we
like,
look at Low Town and Old Town,
it is, but it isn't.
It definitely is, but it isn't.
Again, we'll talk about some of those gameplay mechanics that we added to
I got his ass whooped.
It's it has the train line that runs straight through it.
Okay.
So
Damn.
you'll be in Low Town, maybe just like getting into it with another team, and then another team just comes steaming through, literally on the train. And
So they got a
pushes the
train in
team
this one
through
too?
The POI.
And Old Town and Low Town, of course, are on that central landmass. And here's the train.
Speaking of the train
that stops in Old Town.
Yes. Yeah.
Ted, tell us about
I like
this.
the trains.
feel
I hate
like
that trains
everybody
always end up becoming
downstairs
stationary in Warzone.
They saw the handbrake yesterday and were like, wait, what? There's a handbrake on the caboose? So if anyone at home doesn't know, the rear carriage is called a caboose. We've got the UAV tower, the buy station.
On the train.
On the
UAV
train.
and buy station on the train.
And if you push the driver's carriage, you can go forward. Nice. But the nuance that these players will find out today
Most
is you
of
the
the trains in games always end up not working anymore, and that's one thing that I think is hella weird. That's
cool.
It happened in the original Warzone where it just becomes like a regular, just there, and then it happened in Apex. You know what I mean? Because remember they had that train on that World's Edge.
Want to put a body over there, have someone defend
And,
the
and that ended up just not working anymore. It's like, why? I don't know if it's too hard.
With this train.
You know,
we had
on
a great
the
play test where I was on the train with a
system.
few others, and the train stopped.
All right, I'll be right.
And we were like, hang on, we're here. We're all here. So that's really it's a great realization moment.
Do detective work.
Yes. You're literally doing a head count. How many people
say present?
Yeah.
We're seeing some super fluid movement here. We just saw them kind of parachute from building to building. They're on the move. I think they're getting to a buy station up here. Maybe pick up some gear. And Ted, which POI is this?
So they're just above Zaravan City, sort of in the old town, lower old town area. Again, I love the style and the theme. Like this has that kind of Al-Mazrah like feel to it.
Yes. And of course, fictionally, in the Great Modern Warfare universe, Urzikstan shares a border with Al-Mazrah. It does. Yeah.
Okay. I just love how deep into the lore you are.
I am a lore head.
Yeah, I'm a lore head too, so it makes me very happy to see another fellow lore head here.
When I watch these guys behind us, our awesome creators and community making the story, making their content about the storyline and the narrative, I love it. I'm so excited. And Ted, you always say, they're the storytellers, and you guys are providing them those raw materials to create. And I
we
love
refer
that.
to it as the canvas for them to paint on. It sounds corny, but those are the kind of things that we think about when we think about the types of map and gameplay we want to create. And if you look carefully, I've seen it happen a couple of times already. We have unsuppressed red dots that now show up on the minimap.
Okay. Yes, the classic minimap behavior will behave the same way in Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer as it will in Warzone. So that unsuppressed fire, visible.
How has that added to the game?
When you think of something like a big map VR, Battle Royale, it's really important that you know where engagements are happening.
Yes.
For a lot of players, it could be they want to avoid that area, or for other players, they want to move. Did we get?
Personal favorite, I believe this is the cash gulag.
Here we go. Let's have a look.
We love
Boy,
this.
had to take a leap.
Well, let's see
Pick
how
up
this
as much
works
as you
out.
can. Let's see if the Ascender comes down. Let's see if they push. Or
Oh, here she
I
is
don't know if they're even
again.
gonna have an opportunity
5
for it.
seconds.
He's gonna...
Yo. Oh, Chica. Is
Yeah,
that her
she's
name?
cracked,
Goes
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, she's cracked, bro. She's got 1,000 people watching her right
Now that
now.
we see the gulag, and of course, shout out to Chica for the clutch there. What are some things that we should be expecting for the gulag?
I like
'Cause
the
that was
gulag
different.
being the
That
same,
was different
bro.
than what we saw before, Alex.
Yeah.
In fact, we got some video.
Here we go.
This is the OG
Like-
gulag. This is what we're
Like
going to
the
be
same
playing
as
most of the
like
time.
this.
In
Like
the
not.
Free
I don't
lanes.
like the
But,
new
Ted, for the first
Warzone
time, there might be
gulag.
some
Kind of
other
weird.
gulags.
Yes. So maybe right on cue, we'll see the night vision gulag. Look at
No
that. So this is something that can happen from time to time. It's a chance of it happening. And we have several of these, and I almost don't want to spoil too much. You talked about the
I
cash
actually
one.
like
Yeah, we want to
earlier
wait
on.
to see.
But like, and here's the Ascender that we've already mentioned.
What?
And you can get on it and you can get out. You can be shot on the way up. You can be shot from below.
Oh.
Get off of it
Yeah,
and make a
jump
play
off,
as well.
Yeah, make a play.
Oh,
cool.
that's
Okay.
kind of
Really
dope, I
interesting
guess.
play
Instead
test.
of
I
instead of
remember
having
one
the
of our
flag in
designers
the
shared a
middle,
clip
you can just hit
where
that zip
the
line
other
out
player had jumped on the
instead.
Ascender. They also got on underneath, shot them on the way up, eliminated
wow.
them, and then made it themselves.
It's like a
So-
little Matrix
Yes.
moment there, you
Yeah,
know?
wow.
You're shooting
And
down.
again, it goes back to the storytellers. Right?
Yeah.
We want our players to tell the story here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Call of Duty moments, right?
Yeah.
And we'll wait to see, if we get some of those other gulags that we're talking about. But it's ultimately you bringing the, implementation of the public event into the gulag mechanic. We're showing them off here today. It may not be like that at launch because we're still obviously in the Warzone Alpha build.
Yeah.
But we've got some exciting stuff planned.
Yeah.
And our
See, that's the only thing that I don't like, bro.
Dialed
Is
in.
that
the
the game is never finished until like season 4.
Shift when we
Like,
went
bro,
into
Alpha
Warzone.
stage
build,
right
beta
now, and the
build.
game comes out in a
Shit,
month.
Everyone's like, well, here's my opportunity.
So that means it's
pop
gonna be in
off
beta for
in
like
front
6
of
months.
The world in front of their creators.
That's kinda
And
wild.
it is great that these creators, the passion.
I think those are
and
things
the
that they
talent
accidentally
they
leak
put
too.
into
You
work,
know what I mean? Like
has to feel
they don't
rewarding
mean
for
to,
you having built,
but
being
because
part
it's
of a
just
team that has built
conversation.
this
You know what I
system.
mean? And I
At
think those
Raven,
are
we
parts of the
have to
conversations that you got to
cater
pay
so
attention
many
to.
different
You know what I
player
mean?
types
Because
when
it's
you've got
like
millions and millions of
just
people
hearing that,
playing
knowing
the
Alpha
game,
Stage is already
you've
like a
got,
year theme. You know what I
the-
mean?
these
And
creators
the
who
game is
play
about to
10
release in
12
a
hours
month.
a
That
day,
means that we're
7
getting
days
a
week.
beta in a
But
month.
equally, we know that we have people that jump on a Sunday with their buddies and just want to have some fun. So we always try and find that sweet spot of our
That's true.
mechanics. Something like the train, anyone can jump on it.
Like the wall, bro.
Yeah. But equally, we've made changes.
Like, come
for
on,
example,
bro.
Ooh, it's happening.
Oh, here we
Okay.
go.
Hit the
Is this
break,
off
hit the
rip?
break.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh,
Now I hope she doesn't-
Oh my gosh.
She's insane, bro.
Oh yeah, she's nasty. Hold on, let me go back to her
That's
real
a
quick.
smart play.
No, they were both getting off of it.
Oh, okay.
That was smart. That was smart.
Yeah, Noisy Butters was like, guys, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah,
this
not
is too
worth
hot.
it. Oh man, that is going to be a sweaty drop.
Yeah, I mean, she was seconds away from pulling the break there, and that would have just caused complete chaos for the map.
And pretty soon here, we're going to have probably a winner of our first match. So
Yeah.
hopefully we get the news.
I mean, they've come here to win. Right?
Yeah, we're jumping around between streams today, and hope you guys are obviously
Oh,
checking out
their
your
streams are
favorite
lagging.
streams here at COD Next.
Okay, that makes sense. That's why it looks like that
cool
over there.
stuff. What else? I mean, like,
side.
should we be looking forward to here, right? Because I know, like, you guys are doing some
Watch the
creative
stream
things
hasn't
with
been
like the
lagging too much on
contracts
my
and
end.
Oh, they're showing the
things
card.
like that to really get people in the game to move around, interact
Oh,
a bit more, cause
shit.
some more chaos.
Nakari is cracked too.
Yesterday, you know, we started talking about
That's
some
your
of our
homegirl right there.
quality of life improvements.
Yes.
Yes,
And I think
Nakari
one of the
go
biggest
crazy.
cheers we got from this group was that
That's
we
the
brought
Gangaloo right
pistols
there.
Underwater. So if you're swimming underwater, you will always have a pistol.
Nice.
And I did not expect that to be the biggest cheer, but it shows the love that this group and I think our wider community, it's reflective of them too, have for like those small detail touches that just improve the gameplay loop as a whole.
Yeah, quality of life's definitely been top of mind. Building this map out, it's as you said, it's something that Raven thinks about. Building Warzone from the ground up, and a lot of those quality of life changes that we've even made in the live game in the last year.
Yeah.
Expect them. In
Yeah,
yours if-
carrying them forward. So everything that you've played and seen, like we've made over 100 quality of life improvements to the Warzone of this year. Everything carries in to the Warzone of of the year. ahead of us. So
yeah,
and also
left behind.
you guys also were some of the movement as well, right? Because I'm noticing like the slides are going a little far.
Yes,
right.
Yes,
like
so
that, yeah,
across the board, like anywhere where we could just tighten it up and again work.
So they're still keeping like the vest and stuff, like the medic
I
vest
actually want
and
to talk
stuff
about
like
that
that.
because I said earlier that
just
Warzone
brought
shares
into
the
the
same
game.
foundation, that foundational gameplay with Modern Warfare 3, so movement mechanics, all of those things. But you've put your own, touch on specific things tuned a little bit more specifically for VR. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about, how some of those perks might work a little bit differently in Warzone specifically versus MP?
Yeah. So on the Warzone side, we felt that this time around was an opportunity to have some unique perks only for Warzone. Because again, it's a big map. We have different player styles, different motivations. So
different experience too.
My personal favorite is Combat Scout.
Okay.
Now I'm adding that because I like it.
Okay.
That is very much a perk.
I also like it. I am not going to go on the internet for several hours after this.
That's the beauty of perks. Like the perk there should be variety. There should not be an optimized path. It should be that when you jump into the game, you don't know. You're going to be surprised when people have equipped. I expect some of this group will probably equip Shrouded, which is that when you get downed, you will automatically drop a smoke grenade.
That's cool.
Adds a really new dimension to it. And equally, I think another one is Resonance,
I'm not
which is when you get shot, you take a hit, you move faster to get out of dodge. So,
that's cool.
I'm not with that at all.
Like a wide open field traversal, get shot, get a speed boost, get down, potentially a smoke comes down, your teammate can back you up.
There you go.
That's really
the
cool.
kind of variety that we're looking
Yeah,
for.
I will definitely run with the smoke bomb one because I know that is going to be me.
I'll run the evasion perk.
You'll run the evasion one.
Drop some duos.
Yeah, that's gonna be annoying. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's really cool, and it's almost like giving the character, giving the players, like as it's been said, time and time again, like that freedom of choice to be able to get really clever with like how you want to approach that.
Yeah, but Bangalore don't drop a smoke as soon as she got or as soon as she's down.
Player agency, we want the stories, etc.
Yeah, and we're back in the gulag again. Oh boy.
Okay, watch.
Okay.
Preparing for battle.
Oh, the car is in the login room.
The long-rumored Ascender. The mythical. It's going to be a myth by the end. No one's going to believe
the goo is crazy.
But she's picking up that
She's
cash.
in
So
the
this is
gooey.
the cash gulag. But we're waiting.
Hey.
1 second. The ropes come down. Grab it. Oh, she baited them.
Baited.
The smile. Yeah, she baited them really good there.
I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing too. Just gone straight
It was a
to the
honey pot.
rope.
It was like, oh, honey. I'm going to grab some honey.
But now she's got that cash, right? So she's got both of her. She's got one teammate down. She can go grab them if
back.
they don't get it out of the.
I think she's
if she
trying
doesn't
to
get out of the gulag.
oh, someone just actually did a buyback, so she's got to be careful. Yeah, here you go. There's the fight going.
Here we see maybe somebody.
Yep, you can see the unsuppressed red dots on the mini map as well. Oh, the other teammate's down. Oh, she's pushing. Here we go.
This is ambitious because she's literally. I think, does she have any help here? I don't think she does.
They're both in the gulag.
Yeah, the gulag of life.
Yeah.
Big dive to get out of there.
Can she make a run to that buy station? Yeah,
Nikari doing the hard carry here. Butters is back. She's just redeployed.
Yeah.
Very well played. That dive, I've been loving that we have the options of diving and sliding,
Yes.
You can
The fact that they're able to pick up her game audio but not her voice is just
maybe we can actually
crazy.
quickly talk about ground loop.
They got so much production going on there right now. It's wild.
You just saw it right there. Like she picked up the blue AR. It's one of those things that when you think about the looting gameplay, you need to be able to quickly see like what's that weapon, what's this item, etc. So even from a custom loadout perspective, it's got that pink/magenta tooltip, that card that you can see.
I think they ended up losing both of their teammates there. Hate to see it, but.
So Ted, what are some of the things that we can expect to kind of stay the same here? Like I see buy stations, redeployable buy stations. Are they coming back?
Yes, they'll be there day one. We really see this as a continuation of the current Warzone, and then just leveled up, polished, all new movement, etc. on top.
Got it.
So something that a lot of people in this room care about. That we worked super hard on in current Warzone and we think is awesome is the good old Champions Quest.
Oh, the Champions Quest.
We've had some amazing moments in the last year since we introduced it. and it's been really fun for a lot of people. But we want to open that up a little bit. What can you maybe breadcrumb us a little bit for what to expect with where you might take us with Champions Quest in the future?
So Champions Quest is something that we're going to be launching during the first season. So we don't want to reveal. Oh, she's on the horizontal zip line. I'll try and stay focused. There's so much going on. I saw the train. I was like, oh my god, the train. I want to about the train again. But no, Champions Quest. It's been a huge success for us all year long. You know, that ability to nuke the map, the challenge of doing it. Is
the nuke.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we want to do for next year's Champions Quest is allow players to steal it from the team who is doing the Champions Quest. You can only steal it once.
Okay. So if you see, it's not going to change.
If you see a team is doing it, push them, be the first, take them down. They'll drop the contract, they'll drop the pieces. You can pick it up and try and take it through to the finish.
My goodness, I cannot wait.
All right.
And it gives people more options to get on something like Champions Quest. You know, they're not the only ones who get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Ted and I are going to squad up. We're gonna get our
take them down.
Our first time CQ win.
Or potentially lose it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put that negativity out there. I'm so sorry. Well, let's actually go ahead and check in on our TCL Power Hour and see how many challenges have been completed thus far for the days. And remember, for each one completed, you have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. All you got to do is enter that hashtag CODNext and hashtag TCLX COD Sweepstakes. Once again, that's TCLX COD Sweepstakes. For each challenge completed during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners. And thus far, we have 3 of our items picked up here. So it looks like we still. I didn't see which ones it was though. Was it the train? Did we get the train?
I hope so.
I hope we get it.
Can we see the card again?
Yeah. Actually, can we bring it up one more time? I just want to see what we have.
Here we go. Oh, we got
the contract. We did get a drivable train elimination.
Yeah, we watched it.
Oh, yeah, that was that.
Yeah, the pistol.
For some reason, in my head, I thought it was run someone over with the drivable train.
I honestly did too.
That would be legendary.
If that happened and we don't know, I need to see the highlights. So I'll be busy later.
That would be the first ever. It would actually be kind of cool. But there you see it there. But for now, though, we're actually going to head on over to Miles, Lottie, and Nameless, as well as Alley Cat, for their thoughts on live gameplay for Warzone. What you got for us, guys? What you think?
Choo-choo! All aboard the new train. That's what I'm looking for, friends. I was discussing with this with you guys prior to we got on camera. It was like, are we going to drop train, win the fight, pump the brakes, take the cash, buy our gear?
She is going crazy right now.
It's going to be an amazing experience. Like, we're going to be able to finish on train. We're going to be able to rotate using the train. Francis Borgia's going to be out there well excited with the camera on his face because of the train. It's a big day for COD.
All right, audience, if you want the freest kill in the game, make sure you go to the train to find Miles.
The freest.
But I do want to say, I was hoping that it was going to be an actual like train, like you turn the train on and you run somebody over to get out that bingo card. But now I'm seeing EMD, the train track. So I'm guessing you throw the EMD, you can stop the whole train. So forget about the stop and the drive. I'm going to be sitting in a bush next to the train track like, all right, Miles, you want to rotate to another side of the map? Well, you got another thing coming.
Oh, my train, my precious train. I have to give it a cool name. But yeah, really, really fun. I mean, like we've seen change after change when it comes to Warzone over the years. This one sort of feels, again, like movement's back. Everyone's super
this Chica chick got 9 kills, bro.
With increase in health.
Damn.
Fights feel a little longer, you know?
That's the big thing, right? It's the quality of life, the presence that the game now has. And do you know what I've absolutely loved about Raven and the team up as well? Is the fact that they have not been afraid to bring things back, to bring things back that the community wants, and I think that is just incredible. They're listening and they care, and that is definitely coming across the screen. So for me, I think like things like the red dots that we're seeing on the map, you know, unsuppressed fire. We're seeing also just small things like the blue plates that are also happening in the HUD, and it's minor things that make such a big difference to, I think, the community that grind Warzone. It is their life, it is their careers. Many of them in this room right now. It's massive, and it's really exciting to see.
Also, the quality of life upgrades. You know, we heard them talking about the unique perks that we're going to have in Warzone. Like the Shrouded is massive,
they got
right?
second
You drop
place.
a smoke when you get knocked. We already do that in Warzone. We throw a smoke at our teammates. Sometimes you don't have one. Now that it's going to be an actual perk that you can grab, huge. Also, when you start to get shot, you talk about the health now, which is great, having 150 health. Well, now when you get shot, you move faster. So not only do you have that extra health to survive and evade enemies, you also have the faster movement with MW3 that they're bringing, and a perk that even allows you to get faster, because we know there are some players, come from myself, who's a bit more competitive. You like to get, you know, a little bit more aggressive and get in those 1v4 situations. You have the ability to do that, and it's all up to the player, which is great.
There is one more perk which wasn't brought up by Ted, but Irradiated, which has got something to do with how you interact with the gas, but more on that later. Ha ha ha. Like, plenty more cool changes though. I mean, like, we've seen different field upgrades, we've seen different, you know, kill streaks.
That
Guardian being
banner
involved
that they
as well. I mean,
got
that's
is
something that I
crazy.
think Black Ops 4 players remember a little differently. This one doesn't kill you though, this just slows you down.
Definitely
it's like
about to have our guy make us one like
that.
Put it in a doorway, Miles.
Put it in a doorway, but the range on that bad boy is crazy. Look, if
The
that thing's good
webcam
enough
banner
to
that
slow down the
they- that
Incredible
they're-
Hulk,
oh,
is
oh,
a
they're
little
using?
mod.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
It certainly is indeed.
With the
just
vein
gotta say that
colors
I'm so
though,
excited to see
sheesh, because
how
that's
our
basically the
creators
vein colors right
actually
there.
react to this.
That's
Especially
basically
when we
it.
check the
Imagine it
timeline
going
and
around
seeing kind of what the
like,
noise is about in alley.
around the
Looking
banner, like how it
across
is.
Warzone
That
right
would
now,
be crazy
and
lit.
the way that Warzone has been pushed forward, not only in terms of the map, and you know, a lot of people talking about Verdansk and how much they miss it, the nostalgia coming forward, I think, from Urzikstan really does kind of give that reminiscence of Verdansk in terms of the way it looks and feels, the openness. We also have moments and places like Superstore, etc. There are drops there for everyone who wants to get a battle in and perform at the highest level.
Yeah, and I think something that's crazy about Warzone specifically is the fact that, like, it's only been a couple of years it's been around, right? And I feel like it's continuously just getting better, and small changes are being made for quality of life. And like you said, this does feel very reminiscent of Verdansk, but it has all the great changes like the guns, the blue guns on the ground. And we just saw a UI change, like the gas mask actually being on your face the entire time, and you can see it on your screen. I will tell you right now, I'm somebody who has really bad object permanence. I would always forget that I'd have a gas mask. So now that it's like actually on your vision as well, so like it's a great reminder. Just really small things like that that can really change a game.
That's something that I think community members have been asking for, the amount of times players enter gas or whatever. A few more really nice quality of life changes. No matter what your loadout is, you'll see on screen right now, if you're in the water, you have a pistol no matter what. Whatever your loadout is, whether it's 2 primary weapons, whether you've got a melee, whatever it may be, there is a pistol at the ready when you do go underwater. Same for all the ladders as well. So that element of gameplay, I know. Dude, the first time I had a circle out on the ocean in Al-Mazrah, I dropped like a 12 kill spree because no one could get close. I was running around with a gulag pistol and it really worked. That is not the case anymore. Awesome quality of life change, whether it's gas masks, whether it's pistols. We're really just starting to learn our way around this place, and Sledge and the crew at Raven, great job in bringing all that to life.
And you know what?
I mean,
You talk
I
about
can
Gulag,
understand,
Gulag
though.
looks great.
Oh,
right?
my God.
I'm a big fan of
Hey, Wash.
Gulags that we've had throughout the years, but I'm a
The
big
boy.
fan. Let's just get into a gunfight.
Yeah, that is Wash.
Walls in the middle. Let's just
Nah,
get
nah,
into
that's
the
not him.
gunfight. And
No, that's not Wash. No, that's not Wash.
Gulag, and we
Wash
also
is
see
playing.
that they have the rope, the ascender, where you can just jump on the rope and get on out. A couple different strategies you could employ. Wait for the person to hop in the ascender and just shoot him as he tries to escape. But yeah, man, Warzone this year, it looks phenomenal. It feels like the answer to the call of the community. Everybody's just been wanting faster movement, you know, some of these new perks and being able to play it your own way. And I think a lot of the creators in here are having a blast getting into this new map.
It's just really fun as well to see different variants of the Gulag, whether it's night operation one where, you know,
Oh,
come in
you
with
can
an
move
MBG,
the train.
Not that it's going to be that common.
Yeah.
There's a cash Gulag where there's money all over the
Oh.
place. I mean,
Yeah.
You
I'm
can
one of those
stop
players
it,
that
you
a
can
lot of my
reverse
friends are
it, you
where
can move
see
it
you grab
forward.
and that's going to encourage the
whole
loot.
thing.
But there is a massive danger. We just saw one of our streamers leave the Gulag with like 6.5K.
Your teammate's
That's
back.
insane. You can buy the
Crazy.
teammate back. That is a game-changing moment.
Damn.
It changes the way Warzone plays. And we want a little bit of random. You don't want us to be that predictable.
Bro,
The one thing
they
you
said
do
the
want
bro
to be
left the
predictable
gulag
is
with
how
six-
efficiently
with
you can
6K
take
to
down
be able
your
to buy
opponent.
his team
And
back.
that's been so
How the
nice to
hell?
see. Headshot
I
indicators.
guess there's
down,
like
you see you got a double X on the hit
caches
marker.
or
You know you're
caches in
dealing
there.
damage to a head. The limb damage has all been uniform
Open
across the board.
caches and
So
shit like
you're going to
that.
get a much
Yeah, money
stronger
right
and
here.
more, you know, predictable feel of how my weapon performs, how my attachments perform with that weapon, and how I can employ that to the best of my ability in the best of the situation I'm in. It's just really nice, man. The last thing you want to be doing is guessing in a game like this.
And I think, exactly, Miles, and I think something that may have went over a lot of people's heads when they were talking about it was the evasion in this version of Warzone is going to be way better than before. We talked about that perk, but also the horizontal zip lines. I mean, that's massive. They've had big upgrades to quality of life in terms of trying to get in fights and evade over the last years. Like we had the PRD where you can go up and redeploy yourself and fly away. I think all those things are going to be coming back, but now you also have the ability to hop in these horizontal zip lines that they've placed throughout the map. So, you know, if you get into a fight that maybe is pretty far out of the circle, you can take your time, finish that fight, and then strategically use those zip lines to get back towards circles. So I think that that's something, you know, it just piqued my interest in the way that I like to play the game.
You're talking about evasion as well, and for me, you know, going back to small things like the gas mask, you can now put the gas mask on, toggle it, with tear gas. I mean, there's ways to make sure that you can survive. The survivability is so big. You know, no more wafting in front of the face. The gas mask will go on, and you are able to evade enemies and try and counter things that are coming away, because that's all that Warzone's about, right? It's being aggressive, but also countering pushes that are happening from left, right, and center.
I think a big point is like the controlled chaos in Warzone. That was something that always really stood out to me, is like it's really chaotic. You don't know where the gas is going to be, where you
what the hell?
A lot of the time, the loot that's on the ground is, you know, pretty different most of the time. It's very unpredictable in that sense, but there's those predictabilities of having a horizontal zip line now, like knowing about the rotations. It's those little small things that you can control. And something I really enjoy is the fact that I feel like obviously most people's goal early game is to get your loadout drop, right? But again, with the amount of loot, I feel like there's a lot more loot on the ground as we've been watching gameplay. But again, the gun quality of life, the attachments and stuff, maybe not try prioritizing the loadout so much as getting to a certain stronghold or getting somewhere else on the map.
We're seeing Swag here with the MCR, and that's a single attachment on the weapon, and he's looking fantastic with that thing already. A lot of players have been talking about this. We saw Shotzi, there was a clip on Twitter not too long ago, or X.com, whatever it's called these days, talking about how auto-aim feels like it's been slightly reduced in this game. It's a little harder at certain ranges to land very accurate shots. That's really
game's
nice,
looking
man.
good, bro.
I'm
not gonna lie, everything is looking good.
The better you are, the better you're going to play, essentially.
How you feeling?
And you add that with that movement, I mean, there's going to be a decent skill gap, obviously.
I
think that's fine.
I mean,
like you said, we're watching Swag. These are the guys that we're going to be learning from. You know,
I think it's bringing something to the table.
Out what's going to be the
I think it's going back in the. I think it's a step back in the right direction.
You said he only has one attachment on here.
You know what I mean? I think that they finally are listening to what people actually want in the game instead of listening to the things that are that just kind of make the game terrible.
I will say, when you are
the only thing I don't like is the
also have
Vanguard
extra health
sights.
now as well. There has not only just been health added into in general, but when you are knocked down, there is that again survivability.
Yeah, and I'm seeing
a lot of people will be using iron sights.
Yeah, stop. Like it's either that or the iron sights. That's lame. I kind of wish they gave options for that, right? Like with a game that gives you so many options for weapon building, you would think that they would give you more than one red dot side or more than one 2 times variable side or whatever. You know, just to give you a little bit more options to switch your stuff up. So.
Can't ever doubt Blake. Come on.
You had to deal 10 bullets.
But I'm liking what I'm seeing though as well. So it's very interesting that I don't know. It seems there's a lot of little things that seem kind of weird to me. But overall,
I took a sniper rifle to the head. They didn't. I couldn't thirst them quickly enough. So I mean, this is just going to change the way the game plays. I would love to see any. I mean, this is something that more folks out there are going to know how throwing knives impact. Because we saw that was the absolute way to play Warzone.
Really was the
down
meta.
Players, throwing knife out, immediately recover that bad boy, get out and get on the next.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I can't wait to play it.
I know.
I like that.
In a week. After we watch everyone play it for a week.
Different areas of the map. You know, they talked about. I think it was Old and Newtown. I think it was
yeah.
It's a night vision dog.
Going dog.
It's a night.
He's out.
Oh, ciao, peace. He's gone.
That was incredible.
That is a solo YOLO champion. That man knows pressure is nothing. Look at that. How fun was that? Dude, the night vision looks good.
Low town.
My boy was out there. All sorts of good
looks
fun happening
good,
here.
yo.
And again, look how dense the map is. That is a ton of buildings, though. I mean, you know what I did see, though? Even in the largest of buildings, not a huge amount of stairwells. That was a real pain point for many players. Between the horizontal, vertical zip lines, redeployment balloons, you name it. There are so many ways to traverse this colossal landscape.
And you know what else I see, Miles? I see a lot of rooftops. I see a lot of rooftops for those snipers. So even though that like there are denser areas, which might make it slightly more difficult, there's still plenty of opportunities for those crazy clips.
But you know what, Allie? I can just take one of those cranes and I can fly right down to the rooftop. Seems like they have a decent amount of those placed around the map as well. We saw one on this screen right behind them. And, you know, obviously rooftops, there's some campers who like to sit up there, but there's ways that you can get up there and take them out now pretty nicely.
Yeah, and the drones as well. You can also get a drone in the sky and literally take the line right up there and try and get on a rooftop or try and counter a little bit yourself or fly away and evade, which is probably what I would be doing.
So we're still within the TCL Power Hour, looking to see if any more of those sort of the bingo card moments happen. Haven't seen anyone get a breacher drone elimination out.
Oh, come on.
Which is actually crazy because It's, I mean, from our experience, especially multiplayer, very easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are all standing and messing with movement. I came in, remember, through the breaches drone, 3-piece, like that thing is crazy.
That was me.
On the
I was also
on
part
the
of
bingo
that
card,
obliterated squad.
I don't know if you guys saw, but there's also somebody has to get a guardian kill. I don't know, it's a guardian SC
like an opponent who's affected by the guardian.
Yeah, just kill him, yeah.
Oh, it does it like this might be a juggernaut suit.
Oh yeah.
We are
It
mini
certainly looks like it, 'cause
He's
that
moving
mini
fast.
Boy, schmoving. I told you, you'll be schmoving like you've never schmooved before.
Oh,
God,
my
fans,
guy,
this game,
Stone
everyone's
Mountain.
very, nimble on their feet, a lot of twinkle toes, and you can even dress for the occasion and put on even slicker shoes to improve movement, improve speed, strafe speed, how quiet you are, you name it. Dress for the occasion, COD fans. It's time to dress up and have a good time.
Certainly is indeed. I gotta say, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Just in terms of just the style. We heard actually Ted talk about the way that it looks. It's all kind of part of a bigger picture, looking a little bit like Al Mazrah at times. We also have Verdansk as well coming through, but I think the colors are just in perfect balance, so I think it also looks stunning.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of folks are like, oh, we want to go back to Verdansk, Well, you're close enough. Urzikstan is the country where Verdansk was.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. Are we back? Yeah, we're back. We're totally back.
You're a lawhead as well, aren't you?
I really am.
Yeah,
Like, I
we're
read all the
totally back.
signs. I mean, I read the bits of paper. I love all this. I really do, mate.
You know what else is interesting? Obviously, like the perks are named a little bit different in this game. How you have your gear and your vest.
Good line.
You're gonna be able to find the boots in Warzone, obviously, as well, and that is gonna shake things up, right? Because that prolonged slide, obviously, in the multiplayer and the arena gameplay is gonna be different. But in Warzone, I mean, you have a lot of different areas that you have to traverse where that slide could come into play. So I think that that's going to be really interesting when these guys get their hands on it.
As well as the climbing boosts. We haven't actually seen too much of that, but what that does essentially is it speeds up your mantle ability, and you really do move crazy. I mean, Peter Parker will be climbing the side of some of those buildings and terrify you, Ali.
I share the same last name as him. Does that mean I am also Spider-Man?
Ever been bit by a spider?
Possibly.
Well,
Maybe you might.
I think we would know by now, Ali.
Beyond that, I wanted to point out the fact that who we were watching, they just did that play that we were talking about earlier, using the zip line to push a team, while another one kind of just looks over the rest of the teammates making that push. So nice.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Very nice indeed. Well, that's a nice taste of Warzone. I mean, it's been very cool, very, very exciting. But that's going to be it for the Fireside Chat for now. It's back over to the desk, to Golden Boy and Stephanie.
Thank you so much for that. And always great to hear, the greatest minds in Call of Duty esports talking about a brand new Call of Duty game. What a time to be alive, of course, here. But yeah, and there's still so much more to talk about with Warzone stuff.
All right.
So much. We've got so much going on. We finally saw Night Vision Gulag. We got an Ascender overtime
That was cool.
win. It was the moment that Ted and I have been waiting for. We've been waiting to see this thing in action.
And you guys are calling it, man. The whole time you're like, this has to happen.
Yeah.
This has to happen.
I had my bingo card at the ready. I'm like ready to go.
They're too good. We haven't had a chance
it
to
looks,
get to the overtime.
It looks promising.
It's wild.
It's very exciting. And in total,
you know what I mean? It really looks like they're going to step up the game this year and give us something that's a little bit more
we want to make sure that this isn't evolution.
Something that's not so
there's great ideas coming from every
bad.
team because they're playing with the public event system.
I don't know how else to put that, but it looks like we're gonna get a little bit more of a Call of Duty instead of
back in the game,
back in the
whatever the hell
action
else
here.
it was that we were getting. Like I said, I felt when Modern Warfare 2 came out, I felt like it needed to take that step back. You know what I mean? That was one thing I had said about the game before when we initially got the beta and things like that for Modern Warfare 2 was like, I think that COD really needed to take that step back to really see how bad the game was. Like how bad Call of Duty has just been overall since they went to the whole jetpack scene. You know what I mean? Like those games were actually terrible. You know what I mean? So you got to think things started to already kind of go bad during the Ghost era. You know what I mean? During that Call of Duty, when they introduced a third production company to come in and make Call of Duty feels, basically, you know what I mean? Because that's basically what Sledgehammer was supposed to do, was just supposed to give us a field Call of Duty till we can get the next Treyarch or the next Infinity Ward COD. And I think just having all those productions in there, spending all that money that could be going to developing a better game, really took away from the enjoyment of what Call of Duty was bringing when it was popping, you know what I mean, from 2009 to 2000 and what, like 11. Those 2 years or 3 CODs that we got from, you know, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, you know what I mean, then Modern Warfare 3, then we got Black Ops 2. I think that those CODs were the best CODs because of what they brought to the table as a production company. And I think that once Call of Duty got into like a panic because they seen all these other games making dope stuff, that they thought that they were gonna like lose their fan base. So they were like, yo, let's make this game like this because, you know, of this game. And, you know, and COD is still kind of derived now. They've been derived from or towards that type of tactic to make these new games. And it's been trash. You know what I mean? Like, it's been trash to see them do that and to see them incorporate those things into COD. And none of the Call of Duty fan base likes it. So it's just kind of interesting, you know what I mean, to see that they're finally going back to, like, actually this time, going back to the Call of Duty ways and taking away from what did work in the newer CODs and incorporating it into this one. I agree with the slide canceling and movement stuff. I don't think that you should just be able to sit in a corner and get a kill. You know what I mean? I don't think you should be awarded for things like that, which I never have agreed with being awarded things like that. That's why I kind of started to despise like how hardcore played out, because that's what hardcore is. Hardcore is more campy. It's more, you know, you can just kind of relax. I think hardcore is more for the casual gamers than core is, but then you have to take into account like how all these people would have been wanting to become streamers and, you know, be this and be that and do this and do that, you know, and so that kind of meshed everybody to go to one set mode, which was the core mode, you know what I mean, was, you know, that's where core started to become more of a, because you got to think we didn't really have a big competitive scene for COD back in the day, you know what I mean, and the competitive scene that they made, like the competitive scene, was the core play, you know what I mean, it wasn't the hardcore play. So, you know, that's where I think the break in the line is when it comes to Call of Duty, is just kind of figuring out, like, you know, what should be adjusted for casuals and what should be adjusted for people that are a little bit more on the comp side or on the movement side type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think that should be the main focus, is like, hey, we should make, you know, hardcore a little bit more for the casuals, instead of changing the entire game. You know, they need to focus on taking these different sections, like they focused on Warzone, they focused on multiplayer, they focused on zombies. You know what I mean? They need to do that now, respectively, for the individual types of players that play these different modes, and they need to break those down into, like, let's just take, for instance, like Warzone is broken down into different types of modes. You got regular Warzone, that's for the people that just want to play Warzone, that don't really care how Warzone is played out. You know what I mean? They don't care about like going into the gulag and not having respawn. And then you have people that want to play respawn, but they still want to play Warzone, so they brought in Resurgence. You know what I mean? And the Sheikah's Island, and, you know, the respawn mode of Rebirth and this and that, and giving those more aggressive players something to want to play with, you know, and play for. And then you have ranked, where, you know, you have to have kind of a combination of both. You got to have, you know, you got to have skill, but you still got to play out how regular Warzone would play out. You know what I mean? It's just those different things that they focused on in that aspect of the game. They needed to actually focus on those things in the aspect of the game that they actually created first, and able to get these things right. And to just kind of get these things going, because we shouldn't have had to have waited, you know, this 5-year span of new generation games for them to get this right. This is something that should have been done when Call of Duty was strictly on console. You know what I mean? Like that's something that should have been done a while ago. Like when we started to see these things implemented, and BO4 with the blackout and the implementing the battle royales and things like that. Like these are things that they should have already had ready for us this year. You know what I'm saying? But they just they definitely had to take that step back, and you can tell just by how much more the production companies are working together. You can see it in everything that they've been doing lately, especially now seeing these this gameplay. Like you can tell, you know what I mean? You can definitely see where it's like, okay, let's stop doing all these different things and experimenting with all these different things and actually work together. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And you know, it's just mad wild to me that this COD actually looks so good, and I don't want them to like change anything about it. You know what I mean? But you know they're gonna have to, because it was just like what she said. You know, it's partial of this game is still in alpha stage. You know, Warzone is half of the game now. You know what I mean? And to hear that Warzone is in alpha stage, knowing that that's the thing that they focus on the most, that's going to be major to multiplayer and how that impacts multiplayer. You know what I mean? And it's just, it's
itching to have their hands on.
It's definitely different than the last few COD Next events that we've experienced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can even tell that their production is getting better. Different things about it is getting better, but it's just so many different things that they have to focus on that it's taking away the attention and the energy from the main thing that actually needs the attention and the focus to get better at. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that this year's COD is going to be dope. I'm gonna stick to my word though. I'm still gonna say that it's gonna be playable for a year. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get 6 months down the road and be tired of it, like I was with Modern Warfare 2. You know what I mean? Or just any of these past CODs that we've had. I don't see us going back to Modern Warfare 2 for year 2 to play over this. You know what I mean? I don't see a lot of people going back to Cold War after this comes out. I don't see a lot of people going back to any of the other games or any old gen CODs, because this COD seems like it's definitely brought all those elements into the fray now, which is a good thing. I like that. I like that they've taken hints of what Modern Warfare 2 is, because Modern Warfare 2 is not a completely terrible game. It's just there's certain things that they've done to it that make it terrible. You know what I'm saying? So I like that they're bringing all the elements in from, you know, new gen and old gen games and bringing it into this one game, giving us the elements of everything we've asked for. And it now seems like Call of Duty is on track with listening to the fan base and to the streamers and to the content creators. You know what I mean? But of course, they're still gonna have to do some. They're still gonna have to do some type of stuff for the community, I guess. You know what I mean? For the casuals, for the people that like to use shotguns, for the people that like to do this and do that. That's just the way that COD has always been. That's the identity that they've established. You know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna go too far away from that anytime soon. You know what I mean? But what I hope that they do is break everything down like they did with Warzone. Break down multiplayer, make things like hardcore, put a HUD on it. You know what I mean? Put a HUD on hardcore and see what happens. You know what I mean? Or like you saying, customizable HUDs. You know what I mean? Make it to where hardcore has both. You know what I mean? To where they can have no HUD or they can have a HUD, you know, and see how that plays out. You know what I mean? And then with pubs, like, you know, with the whole pub situation, or just core, I should be saying, with the core situation, make that to where it is for the more aggressive players. Reward aggressive players for not being so campy, you know what I mean, and just moving around the map, you know what I mean, and just like, you know, do things, experience different things with these things, like we've done with Warzone, like we've done with Zombies, like we've done with DMZ. You You know what I mean? Like they show love to all these other parts of the game that are so good that's like, hey, what about where we actually started at? You know what I mean? Like, you know, multiplayer is why Call of Duty is what it is. You know what I mean? It's not because of just the campaign or just because of this or just because of that. Like, you know, multiplayer has been the absolute foundation of what Call of Duty is. You know what I mean? That's just facts. That's how it's always been. And so, you know, they really need to find a way to figure out why we should be paying $70 for this game instead of playing Warzone for free. That's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the priorities are a little bit mixed and misconstrued. You know what I mean? That's where you know, things are gonna be. That's the future of Call of Duty hangs in the balance with this. I think they know that. You know what I mean? I think they know that.
HDR said, you got me coming to YouTubers, the Twitch stream nerds. Go on Twitch and follow the org page, and that's where it's at. Ill HUD on hardcore. Yeah, I'm leaving, you crazy ass motherfucker. I would give it to COD. This is the most polished in terms of mechanics we have been given since BO3. Yeah, I think the game is looking really good right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think everything that we've seen is looking really nice. We have, I think, once again, this has the most potential out of all the CODs I think we've seen in the last 5 years, six years type of vibe. You know what I mean? Keeping it going.
I'd definitely say the last 5 since you know from BO4 on.
Exactly, like because BO4 was not like BO4 wasn't bad. You know what I mean? It wasn't the best thing ever, but it was, you know, it was like, okay, you know, is this? It was one of those. Is this what's COD gonna be from now on? You know what? It was kind of one of those. Like,
right.
I'm not sure, and you know, it wasn't. Obviously, that's not what COD is anymore. I don't think we're ever gonna get that BO4 type of thing again. We have like those like abilities and ultimates and. As well as just the, you know, the overall gameplay that there was. I don't know if we're going to see that happen again from COD, that is. You know what I mean? We might see that come from someone else, but not COD. But this is looking fire. This is looking good. This is looking real fun as well. Like, it's looking like everybody's been having some fun. But I'm not, you know, but I'm still a little... Oh, they haven't talked about Warzone Mobile. That's what we're waiting for still. But I'm still a little, you know, nervous because hello, like we all know every time we get a beta, the game that comes out is nothing like that beta that we get. It has not been. We know that for sure for the last 5 years. The betas have been tremendously better than the actual games that we've gotten. So who knows what we're? Who knows?
I'm just thrilled, to be honest.
Who knows what's going to be coming next?
Watching some of those interviews with anticipation.
Your boy is nervous.
I'm definitely nervous with it.
How are they feeling about playing?
To say the very least.
Has been phenomenal so far, and I think.
But yeah, like she just said, the reception from everyone has been pretty high. Everybody's been pretty juiced.
Of course, they're going to be happy, but for me, that is a huge dub, and I love to see that for Warzone.
I mean, Lottie, think about it. If we just had the new movement, people would have been happy. We got a brand spanking new map as well. So many new things. And I really appreciate Ted going up there and explaining all that in such good detail because I learned so much about it. You know, got to play it for a little bit, and it felt absolutely phenomenal. There's so much we're going to learn as well once we get our hands on it. So Warzone seems to be in a fantastic spot, Ellie.
No, really. And I know Golden Boy used the word genuine a lot, and for the devs, especially to feel their passion. I was on Twitter a bit, and let me just say, or X, whatever we're calling it at this point, but I could feel the excitement from the community seeing it, like genuine, true excitement. And as we heard it in the interviews as well, like to hear it from the creators and pros in Warzone themselves, like it truly looks at its base off of release, like in beta. It's going to be so much fun.
I know, beta's real close as well. I mean, this is the candy shop, and today we are all the kids. Very, very cool stuff.
What?
Can't wait. Really can't wait to get into Kazakhstan properly. But we've got plenty of stuff to still get through today. So we've got all sorts of cool goodies to give away. We've got lots of news. And for those of you wondering about how you can play MW3. Want to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow. That is for PlayStation players. Next week for Xbox and PC players. You've seen a ton of great multiplayer content today. Play that and more over the next week. We've got tons of maps, all sorts of goodies. Get involved. It's going to be an absolute blast. Don't forget to check out the Call of Duty blog for more details.
Tons of details to make sure you're listening up to, including the fact that you guys can purchase and pick up Modern Warfare 3 at GameStop and participating international retailers on November 10th to get a GameStop exclusive collectible steelbook while supplies last. See GameStop and participating international retail web pages for promotional offer details.
Woo! Well, we also wanted to mention once again the awesome partnerships between Call of Duty and the Hundreds. If you haven't already seen this, very, very cool collaboration here. Hundreds, they've taken, I mean, look, some of the coolest icons throughout Call of Duty. Ghost is in there now. This is a limited edition collab between Hundreds, and you have a chance to win one of these. There are 50 sets available. Follow at Call of Duty on X/Twitter.
What else is going on?
Hashtag CODNext and hashtag sweepstakes for a chance to win one of 50 sets.
It's COD Mobile, and then they have something
follow the channel.
Going on
tweet the hashtags for a chance to win a set of this awesome lineup.
Know.
I've been downstairs. I've touched them all, and they're all a delight.
They are looking absolutely incredible. I
It's
can
like
see
a
some of you guys running those.
COD
They are
endowed
fresh,
tournament
to
or
say the least.
something,
I don't
or
know.
COD
I need to try
code.
and
You can
talk
just
to some
endow
people
it.
at the back, use some of my contacts in because I want to get my hands on that as well. But I've got to say, the day of Call of Duty action, it does not stop here with Call of Duty Next.
Is that happening right now? Yeah, see, they're doing that.
Code
This is coming up next. We ain't gonna watch that.
Presented by USAA. Join top
that's
Call of
the
Duty
soldiers
streamers and
versus
military
the
esports
esports. Yeah,
teams
yeah, the
as
military
they compete
versus
for the coveted Code Bowl trophy. 100% of the net proceeds from the tournament will go towards placing more veterans into high-quality jobs.
RAF going back
That's
to back.
better,
I
I'm
hope
lurking.
So, ladies and gentlemen, first though, a quick
I
word
went
from
over
our
to Switch
sponsors.
real
And after
quick,
that, we send it
Mr.
back down to the desk one more time. This time to Beef Mommy with a very special
Beef
guest
Mommy.
from the Warzone mobile team to give us an update on all things that have been going on with the Warzone
Mobile,
world, as well as a very special announcement before we get to kick off that mobile gameplay. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Oh, we'll be
Call
back.
of Duty Next.
Go ahead, bro.
Brought to you by
Run.
Little Caesars.
Run.
Nah, Run is crazy. I'm gonna take you with
Modern
me.
Warfare 3. NVIDIA
I know.
GeForce.
I know you want to hear
Level
me
up
in your
Modern
ears.
Warfare 3 PC.
Nah, that's crazy.
Latency reducing reflex. Herman
Nah.
Miller Embody gaming chairs are
Hear that
being used
voice.
at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at
You know the range on them
hermanmiller.com
things?
/gaming. And
You hear it through your whole
Elgato,
house?
a proud
Oh, okay.
partner of Call of Duty Next.
Well, I guess we're going to test it out right now. Dad is home, dad is home, dad is home.
Hello,
dad is
you
home,
beautiful
dad is home.
gamers. Welcome back to Call of Duty Next. There's a lot of screaming and passion here in the studio, but let's
I don't know if
revert
you can
back
still hear
to
me,
where we
but I
actually
hope
started
you
in the
can.
first place. 4 years ago,
Is this
Call
Beef
of
Mommy?
Duty Mobile hit the scene and gave us the first taste of what the Call of Duty
It is Beef
experience
Mommy.
could look
I didn't expect
and
Beef
feel
Mommy.
like on a mobile device.
I don't know what I thought
To
Beef Mommy
celebrate
was
this
gonna look like
anniversary,
this, but
here
not-
is a look
but
back at some highlights
She
from
blew
the
my mind.
past 4
I'm mind
years.
blown. The mobile game that started it all. Oh, we're looking at we're doing Warzone Mobile already. 43 seasons of COD Mobile. 65 million global installs. Damn. Oh, I forgot they do like tournaments and shit for COD Mobile.
They ain't give me no type of break.
Yeah, there was no type of break. I thought we were gonna get like a little 4 years of COD Mobile. That's how we need to have COD regularly.
Facts.
4 amazing years of COD
Man,
Mobile.
actual goosebumps right now. But before we start, I just want to
I'm about to
introduce
be a
the very
COD
talented
Mobile,
people on my desk right
pro.
now. We got I Hold Shift right here.
It don't even
alongside
feel like
SVP and
COD Mobile has
co-studio
been
head
around
of
that
Mobile,
long.
Chris Plummer. Welcome, Chris. How's
That
it
means
going?
we got it with what?
I've been
Was that
talking
Cold
to you
War?
for about a year now. The game
No,
looks
that's Cold
honestly
War, right?
super amazing.
Or is that Vanguard?
You know, it's hard to believe that it's been
Nah, we
4
got it
years
with
since we launched
Modern Warfare.
Call of Duty
No,
Mobile.
Cold War.
It's been
Yeah,
an
yeah.
amazing journey. You know, one that
No.
attracted
Modern Warfare 19.
650 million
Nah,
installs.
couldn't have been, 'cause that'd have
more
been-
than that. It's actually
Yeah.
if you put it in
Modern Warfare
perspective.
19,
It's like taking
2020.
the entire
Oh,
population
yeah,
of the
yeah,
United
yeah,
States
yeah,
and
yeah.
Western Europe and combining it.
Yep,
it's
you're
just
right.
it's
Or,
unbelievable.
no, it would have been before
And we
that.
have really, our
No,
fans
it was
around
Modern
the world
Warfare
to thank
19.
for that and for welcoming Call of Duty into their mobile lives. We really appreciate that. As we look into year 4, we're really excited about all the new content coming. We have exciting new seasons. We have all new original content. And really it's going to be exciting to see how players engage with that and really cement.
Call Mobile came out with Black Ops 4.
And really cementing it into the future.
And well, speaking
October
of
1st,
like
2019.
time in general, right? You were talking about the future, but let's talk about the past for a tiny bit. Just about a year ago, you unveiled a
I mean,
new,
that makes sense
but in
because
many
the game
ways,
is
a really
literally
ambitious project
Black Ops 4.
in the form of Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Walk me through it. What's been going on?
So is this a completely different game?
Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, it's now in limited release in some select markets. And it's really been exciting to see our early adopters get their hands on some of the things we talked about last year, but now proving it out. We're talking about shared progression, cross progression, shared battle pass.
Yeah, no. We're right.
Console
We're right.
PC titles.
It was
get all of that on Call of Duty Mobile now, or Call of Duty Warzone Mobile.
Modern Warfare 19.
We've been doing it now since the release of Modern Warfare 2. So it's been really exciting to see that cross progression.
Yeah. We're right. It came out during Modern Warfare 19.
We've also been watching the players jump into those 120 player matches against real human opponents. We know humans are more fun to fight against than bots, and it's really been amazing to watch that at scale. And doing it on the legendary Verdansk map. I mean, we all love that map. It's been fun to see that play out. It doesn't get any better than that. We've also gotten a treasure trove of feedback. I mean, we get feedback from our community, from our team members, from influencers. It's been great to see that community feedback come through too. And you know, we've always been committed to telling our community what's happening, giving them the latest developments. And I know it's been a while, but we had some things we wanted to say today. So we're glad to be back.
Yeah, hey, Chris, you touch on a lot of different things, and it's always fun to hear the dev team talk specifically about we hear you, we see you, but I need to know more. We'll take a little peek behind the curtain. What are some of the big updates that we should be looking forward to?
Well, first off, the graphics are looking better than ever. Since last year, the game is now rendering at significantly higher fidelity. This is to make sure that you don't miss a single frame of the action. There's more pop, there's more sizzle, there's a lot more fluidity, a lot more detail. And
so Warzone Mobile is going to have
a significantly lower install footprint. It's actually saving over 6 gigabytes of data on your device, and that's thanks to Warzone Mobile's new caching system. So that's been great. The improvements don't stop there. The team's also been hard at work on a lot of polish and improvements to everything from the way the game plays and feels, the responsiveness, and even the menu, so that it flows really well. A great example of that is we now have the Gear Up menu. So from one tap, you can access all of your gear, all your stuff that you earn. It's now right there. You can tweak your loadouts. You can customize all of your weapons in Gunsmith. Gunsmith is also obviously
that's what I don't like though. So now that I'm seeing this UI on mobile, this UI looks like it's made for mobile.
Just right. And yeah, it's just,
you know what I mean? Like everything is a tap, screen, touch. And we can't do that on PC, but that's weird. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's similar because you got a mouse, but I don't know. I don't like it.
Hold on. It wouldn't be Call of Duty without multiplayer. And so now to complement the Warzone Battle Royale, which is kind of the backbone of the experience, we now have in Warzone Mobile the full multiplayer experience that our plans know and expect. So we're talking about jumping into these really familiar maps for these frenetic battles. You can get in with your friends in and out real quick, or you can play all night long. And we're talking your favorite maps, most recent and familiar maps like Shoot House and Shipment, and it's all in there right now. And so in addition to Battle Royale, you can play MP. We even have the Shoot to Ship playlist, which is perfect for grinding out those camos, regardless of what platform you're on. You might be on the go, on the train, go in, grind a camo out. It's really great.
I mean, definitely when you're talking about that cross progression, that is definitely one thing that we already saw last year in November. We were talking about it before we actually went here on the desk, is a significant part of the game. And now we're seeing all of these features being embellished, being tweaked, really good and polished. But the question on everyone's minds, I got to put you on the hot seat here, Chris. I have to ask, when is Warzone Mobile dropping and available for everyone to play?
Well, we understand that everyone wants to know when Warzone Mobile will be available worldwide, and we hear you. We know that's important. The beauty of our limited release is it's given us a unique opportunity to see the true strengths and opportunities for improvement in the game. And over recent months, we've really discovered some just huge
Warzone
opportunities
Mobile
to
on
make
Switch
the game even
is
better.
crazy.
And we took full advantage. I think what you will see today is that was time well spent. The game is now massively involved. It is advanced in every way since we showed it last time. And we just really have a few more things we want to polish up before we release around the world in spring of 2024.
So the big thing about
Spring
this
2024?
is, I know we pre-registered last year when you went through this whole thing, and there are a lot of cool exclusive rewards that came out with that. But the window's still open. People can still register today.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You can still pre-register and pre-order on Google Play and Apple App stores. If you do that, it helps unlock for the community some exclusive pre-reg rewards, which is awesome. So if you have not pre-ordered yet, get out your phone. You should do it right now. You see the code on the screen. It's free. You got to get in on it because it's been like such a huge reaction. When we first announced our pre-order this event last year, we were the fastest Activision, Blizzard, or King game to get to 15 million pre-registrations. Super excited. But then tens of millions more players piled in. And believe it or not, the audience has now gotten to this like mind-shattering 45 million pre-registrations. So you got to join the 45 million if you're not in it yet and pre-register for free. And I just want to say, like, on behalf of Beanox, Digital Legends, Activision Shanghai Studio, and Solid State Studios, the entire development team working on this game finds it so motivating to see those pre-order numbers. We want you guys to pile in. It's so motivating for us, and we're just so appreciative, and we thank you all for the feedback and the patience as we approach that worldwide release announcement.
Well, Chris, we have to give you a massive thank you for coming on and kind of just giving us the front-loaded side of everything. But I know that's not it. The theme of the day has been there's always one more thing, or at least one more thing. Anything else kind of close and dear to your heart that you want to share with us today?
As a matter of fact, there's something that we want to disclose today. Yeah, I mean, what's awesome about Call of Duty Warzone Mobile is we really want to have this full experience, and now we have something that's a huge new addition to the offering that's combines sort of the best elements of Warzone Battle Royale with your favorite in-game matches and kind of puts those together in one like amazing combined experience. It's something that's actually really familiar to fans of the franchise. You might even heard a tease about this from the Warzone section earlier today, but we are really excited to bring it to Call of Duty Warzone Mobile now. And so what we'll do is we'll give you a sneak peek of that, and then we'll get in for some hands-on frenetic gameplay action. So we'll take it away.
I don't even know what Brett said.
If you trying to have a war, it's a war zone. Never take a loss, it's a lesson I have more to go. I had it, no more, like I just get straight. If I'm never not on point, it's a red light. Moving here with a clear face. If you trying to have a war, it's a war zone. Keep us on trying to keep the door closed. Speed on my own song.
Oh, they got Resurgence on COD Mobile? That actually might be crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Shit actually looks wild, I'm not gonna lie. COD Mobile is fun as fuck. I mean, we're fun. Whoops! It's your fault. How is that on me? I don't know.
We can't wait to drop in on Rebirth Island. But joining us now are some of the incredible minds behind Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Welcome Beatriz Gonzalez from Digital Legends and Tom Hess from Solid State Studios. Thank you both for being here. I know it has been a long journey for you guys, but I just want to start with you, Tom. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, we're super excited. We've been working on this game for a long time, so excited to see people playing it, and yeah, really excited to be here. So.
How about you, B? How you feeling?
I'm feeling
Are
great.
they gonna
I think
give
this
us
is
a
great
peek of it
opportunity
or
for
not?
us to
Yeah,
connect
they're
with
gonna
like
show it to
players
us
and
after
soak
they
up with this
talk
amazing
about it
atmosphere that we
more.
have here today.
Because everybody is
So
still playing
pretty good.
Warzone.
I gotta dig into the meat and potatoes here, friends.
All right.
Because you hear
I don't think any
Call
of the
Duty
people that we
Warzone
watch
mobile,
are gonna
but some
be
of the
playing
gameplay
it.
that we just saw included multiplayer. But Tom, I know that's not it. You guys are working on the BR side, the multiplayer side, and so much more. What do you guys have cooking up?
Yeah, so
Thank you.
first
That's
and
what I
foremost, we have Battle
what's going
Royale,
on?
which
Why
is
is it
kind of the
called
main
Warzone?
staple.
If
It
it-
is
if there's
everything
more
that
than
players
Warzone.
are accustomed to in Warzone, Battle Royale. And what that means is we've got loadouts, we've got contracts, we've got kill streaks, we've got the buy station, and we even have the original Gulag. So I think players are going to love it. Yeah.
That's so cool. I know that that's always been one of the things nostalgic-wise. People see the word Verdansk and they assume that it's going to come with all the bells and whistles, and this time it sounds like it has.
Yeah, we've got it all. So it's
There we go.
exciting.
We're in the gameplay now.
Sweet
Looking
stuff.
at the screen, though, you can see how
This is
good
literally-
the graphics are. Everything seems to be very much optimized. I remember playing this yesterday, and it felt so different compared to the last time I actually played this
We're
game.
playing with a
And like what you
controller?
already mentioned, multiplayer is already part of the game. You already know me. You asked me before the broadcast, what's your favorite game mode? For me, it's Hardpoint.
Yeah, yeah. So we are with every Call of Duty has to have the modes, so we've got that in multiplayer.
The
We've got
response time
Team
is
Deathmatch,
crazy,
We've got
too.
kill confirmed. We've got
This dude is playing with
Hardpoint.
his
We got
fingers,
search and
boy.
destroy, and we got domination.
that's how I
and then,
play.
we're going to be coming out with new modes over time that I think players are going to love. So.
So tell me a little
I
bit
don't
more
play
here,
with the
because I know
controller.
that there's
That's what I'll
again,
say.
so
You
much
feel me?
bundled into all
I
of
got
this.
you.
But again, I feel like we're approaching this as not a mobile game, but there's mobile Royale as
You
well.
play
that
with
you're
a
talking
controller.
about.
Yeah, and we're really excited about that. That is a game that uses the mobile players. It is for players that want a shorter session or are on the go, but still offers everything that makes Battle Royale great. So you get all the same features and mechanics from Battle Royale, but it's just at a little quicker pace, meant for mobile players that we think is going to be really exciting for that audience.
You already mentioned it a while ago that, yes, we have so many new things, new modes here in Warzone Mobile, but Christian actually mentioned it, and we saw the trailer for it. We saw Rebirth being played a while ago, so how is that going to be like?
Yeah, we're excited today to announce that
Mobile
we're gonna have
Royale.
Resurgence mode in Rebirth. It's like the perfect mix of multiplayer and Battle
These
Royale
don't look too
that is
bad, especially
100%
for
unique
being
to Call
know
of
what I
Duty.
mean?
On a mobile game, bro.
Players are
It
playing
look-
it right now.
This looks
and
like I'm
we're
playing on a
excited to
Nintendo.
reveal that, so.
Yeah.
A lot of new things.
That's
happening
not bad.
here,
Definitely
and
put this
one
on
of
the
my
Switch.
personal
That
favorites
would be
here
fire.
in COD,
That is
uniquely,
true.
is definitely the loadouts for all those different game modes.
But then
Can
you would be
tell
playing
me
with the
more
controller.
About what features like Gunsmith will look like for mobile
I'd be
players?
playing with
Yeah,
the
we have it
console
all.
technically.
We have it all. So Gunsmith, we've got, you're able to unlock all the attachments you can in mainline. You can get, do the camo grinding, unlock the camo. You can get the stickers. You can get, all the different things to make it your
Bro,
own.
this don't look bad at all,
your
bro.
Type of gameplay, and just go out there and have a great time with any weapon you want. So.
And on top of that,
Imagine
the
being
120
out
real players that was
for
touched
lunch
upon,
or something.
That's not just like a we hope to
feel
have
me?
120 real players.
Wait
That's
for
Y'all
our
just
food.
right there
Be
having
like,
lunch.
hey,
Y'all
bro,
just be
let's
like, hey, bro, hop on
hey,
the
let's hop
hop
on
the
COD
car mobile.
mobile real quick. Yeah.
The players have already been telling us.
I
that
remember
they
when
know
it first
they
came
take
out,
someone
everybody was
down,
telling me
that was a
like,
real
bro,
player, you know?
I'm here
Yeah,
at
so, we think
I'm here
a
at the
win
barber
means so
shop.
much more.
Everybody in here playing COD. They telling me to hold on because they match is almost
you have to deal
over.
with when you're actually going up against a 1v. How many players in this map who are, yes, real people? You need to have really good movement.
Yep.
And one thing that stood out to me the most while playing
Was
Warzone
that you that said
Mobile
that, or was
how
that
accurate
Renato?
it was compared to
think
Warzone on
it-
console and
I don't know, I
PC. So
don't think
how
it
was
was
it
me.
like going through all of that?
Or was
Yeah,
that?
well,
No, I
you're
think it was the
seeing
little
everyone
homie,
out
actually.
here
I think it was
playing,
Barlow's.
Call of Duty right now.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
one of the
it was
things that
Barlow's.
is-
He was
is
like,
true
bro, I
about
walked
this
into the
all is
barber
that we
shop,
are using
everybody
a
was
shared
playing
tech.
COD Mobile.
And with that shared tech,
They gonna
we
tell
get
me to
all
wait.
the great fluid
I was like,
movement,
oh, bro.
animation, everything that has become Call of
That's
Duty on
insane.
multiplayers is in the mobile game. So right now, when you launch Call of Duty Mobile,
Bro, this looks
you're gonna
good.
see some of the greatest.
Bro, this looks
animations
fire,
and
bro.
movements
And it looks,
throughout-
and you
throughout
know
the
it looks
map.
even
So we're
better on
excited
the
about
actual
that.
phone.
And
It
I
only
wanna
looks
say
as
we're
quote
looking
unquote
through some of
like
the
grainy
gameplay. I
or
saw a
whatever as
couple
it
of
does
vehicles
because
smoking.
we're on.
So
Yeah, we're on
not just
PC.
movement on the
Yeah,
ground.
exactly.
You
Like,
guys
guys added a whole couple of vehicle physics as well.
Yeah, we've taken vehicles to the next level. You can.
And it don't look bad. This don't look bad.
Disable
this
looks
look
good. Or
hey,
if you just want to take
out
the vehicle itself,
I might become
take out
a
everyone in it.
mobile
You can do
streamer.
that too. So it's up to you.
That would be a
lot of different
vibe
ways
to just do
play
some
with those
mobile streams every once in a while.
Guys, it's just I think if anyone maybe
Dropping
missed the
nukes
fact
on
that we
Warzone
swapped to Warzone
Mobile.
Mobile, they'd be like, wow, this still, like, what am I watching? This still looks like regular Warzone. The graphic fidelity
Yeah,
is
I was about to say, this,
unbelievable.
they literally
Compared
just took
to last
Warzone
year
1
on top of it,
and put it on
I mean, I'm
on
hard-pressed
the
to,
phone.
like, pinch myself to
Like,
think there's no way
yeah.
this is a mobile game.
Yeah, I mean, since you last saw it last year, I don't know where my thing is. Okay, here.
There you go.
Okay, so since you last saw it last year, we've increased the base resolution. So what you hear is a lot more sharper. And the version that these guys are playing here is a whole new map version. So we've increased the texture
Like,
quality.
yo, she's
We've
playing
done a whole
Warzone
relighting
straight up.
class.
Like,
We have
she's just playing
reflection growth.
Warzone.
It's a lot of work that's gone into what you're seeing here on your screen. So the team's done an amazing job. And
This is
there
Modern Warfare
another key
19 on the
thing
phone,
here,
baby. I'm here
that
for it.
contributes to this beautiful image that you're seeing, which is that the
Oh,
engine
oh,
will,
oh
scale
my
everything
God.
dynamically, the fidelity, the core usage, a ton of things, so you can have like a better balance between graphics and performance.
She
and
said, this is
battery.
freaking hard, bro.
And the neat thing is that Mali users, since quite recently, they can choose what they want to prioritize with the new graphic settings.
Absolutely. I mean, okay, so Shift, you brought up a really good point. You said that it did look like Warzone. When I was looking at it, I had to double check my screens. Like, is this Warzone mobile or not? And you mentioned it's so good, B. Like, everything else looks so good on screen. And before the show, I was putting up on YouTube Call of Duty Warzone Mobile on YouTube. And the first thing that you would always see is gameplay, ultra max settings right there. And it
Nah,
always
someone
looks so
in the
crisp, so
YouTube chat
good.
said,
But one
we
thing
get
I
our
have to
game
ask
for
that is
free and
something
y'all got to
that will
pay for
definitely
yours.
be a question everyone said is not everyone has access to the highest end devices. And the question that a lot of people may ask is,
I see it. I see it.
That's right, we got your
just
back.
scrolled up. Average
So in our
YouTube viewer.
campaign is currently running over 6 generations of devices,
why you do
and
you
we've
like
been
that?
increasing the device support. So
Nah,
if you have
they
something like an
wild.
iPhone 8 Plus, or you have like a Samsung A71, come join us. Come join the game. We got you. And you know, regardless of what device you're bringing, we are working continuously on performance. So we even managed in some devices to double it from 30 FPS to 60. So, you know, and we are keep always working on performance. So we're trying to get as many people as possible to enjoy
A mobile
very
game on 60
nice,
FPS
smooth
is
ride when they play
insane.
the game.
Our players must probably like
Bruh.
hearing that statement. And you mentioned that there are settings
A mobile
to
game on
optimize
60
the first
FPS is
device.
wild,
so
bro.
To ensure the best possible experience,
That's a video
can
game.
you go into more
Like,
detail?
bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not
So
even a mobile game anymore. That's a
right
video
now,
game,
with
bro.
the introduction of the graphics settings,
It's lagging bad, though.
Yeah,
we put the power in the hands of the user to choose how what they want to prioritize for their device, right? So they
It's
have,
because
like,
they
a
can't
custom
have no
experience.
direct connection to the
Right now, they can choose
internet,
between,
so they're all playing on
battery
Wi-Fi.
or
And then
graphics
think about all those
quality
PCs
or
that are hooked up
performance, and in
directly
the,
to the internet.
upcoming versions, they're going to have more options to choose from, so we offer better granularity. And, you know, regardless of what you try to choose to prioritize, we have put systems in place, a new optimization, so you are
It's crazy
getting
that
like
the
a
COD
much better
channel
session,
has
finer
subscriber-only
graphics,
mode on.
much better performance throughout more of your sessions.
No, that makes sense.
It's just, I think a lot of people that maybe are traditional Warzone players, they go to update the
People
game
just
on
come through and
PC,
troll, talk
and it's like,
shit.
this is going to take
Bro,
3
if you
hours
want
to
to
do.
come troll,
So
talk
how
shit,
have
bro,
you guys managed
at least help
to
our
deal
numbers.
with the capacity, the size, the things that come with, like, I only have a phone, how do I store this? Because, I mean, let's be honest, we assume we see the name Warzone, and it's going to be a huge file, but you guys have really combated against that.
Yeah, so we heard that this from the community, and if you go now to download it from the store, it would be about 40%.
The little socks on the
smaller
fingers
than
is
it was a
crazy.
few months back.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
Those are like
So you can store more of your
The
cat
thimble
pictures, no
things.
problem.
I have a ton of cat pictures. man.
Yeah,
tons
well,
of
tell me about it.
But I feel like whatever
Yeah, I
you
don't
guys
think I
said
could play
today
like that,
is just
bro.
so valuable for everyone in the community to
Nah, I
actually
can't.
hear.
That's like-
So
that's like playing
B and
Claw on
Tom,
the
thank you so
controller.
much for joining us. But right now,
Oh, yeah?
I feel like
I be
when it
put-
comes
that's
to
how I be
everything
playing
together,
sometimes.
polishing
playing like
everything
that.
up, what are
Yeah.
your final
Yeah,
emotions
sometimes.
leading up to it? I want to start with you, Tom.
Because
Yeah,
we're
I mean, It's
Because
just been a
to
lot
me,
of work
it's kind of
from the
like just having
team
your
and what we've put into
your
this
RB,
game, and
but
you know,
you're
watching
just
players
like,
today
because
play
what I
it,
use my
watching other people
the
be
index
able
finger
to tune
for
in
is
and
like for
see it.
swiping
It's really
and
exciting
looking
for us.
around.
We're so
And then
excited
your
of
thumbs
what we've built
are
and
how
what
you
is
like
yet to come.
shoot
So
and shit like
Yeah,
that. And then,
likewise, I mean,
like this, the
to
left
me,
thumb is how you move.
hearing the
Right thumb
excitement
is
in the
shooting,
atmosphere here
crouching,
is
and all
super
that. And then
revitalizing,
your finger
and
is
sort
just
of
like sliding back and
reminds
forth
you what
on
we're
the
doing, what we do,
on the
right?
screen to
And
look
we do it for
around.
the
You know what I
players,
mean?
and so we are very excited for this.
I think the craziest thing again for me, I kind of keep going back to the fact that this is just it's
And
so much more
I play just
than
thumbs
just
too, though. I
Warzone
play
with the Battle
however
Royale.
I
I
feel
mean,
like
if you
playing.
could take a time to sell this
know,
product in your own words to those
be
people
dropping
that maybe
nukes on
have
COD
never
Mobile.
touched COD Mobile before, how would you
That
best
shit is
friend with
crazy.
somebody who has not gotten their fingers on a phone playing this game yet?
yeah, I mean, it offers a lot. It
no, I
offers,
can't
like
do
I said,
that.
the Battle Royale, the Mobile Royale for the shorter
Have you
sessions,
played
the
COD Mobile like
multiplayer. And
I
we're
think we
just
just
Yeah,
played it
once
a
or
little
twice.
when it first came out,
Yeah.
right?
I did.
You know, it's
I
a
did.
great,
Yeah.
I think, addition to
I
the
didn't like it
franchise.
though.
And it's just the beginning.
It's just
the beginning. Oh yeah, you already know that on my way home, I'm gonna be playing some Warzone Mobile
Like,
on
it
my
looks
phone
really
for
good,
sure,
but
since
the
we are on
it's
a
crazy
very tight
lagging.
schedule. There is times that I really want to play at home. I really want to grind Call of Duty on my PC, but I just don't have the time. So it's the perfect opportunity to actually bridge players who otherwise have never heard of mobile, doesn't even know that a tech like this actually is on screen. So yeah, it looks super cool right now. I mean, B, you already said it, it's optimized for people who have lower end devices. You could actually play this. It's actually amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And what
On
you
a
said
lower
there
end
about
device?
the
What? You can
space,
already
I mean,
play this on a
we've
lower
done
end
a lot of
device? Is
work
that what
on
I
that
heard?
area.
Yeah,
We put
I
like
think that's what
a
she
cache
said.
system.
So if you coming through with
we
the
put,
iPhone 8,
you know, high-res assets.
you still gonna be able to rock on
you know,
it.
It's a whole, like a lot
You can
of
mess
work
around and go and
lot
get a
of care is
whole
being put into this
iPhone
game.
SE
So we
just to
as
play
many people
COD
as
Mobile on.
enjoy it.
I think the
Go and
coolest
get you
thing,
the
too, is that even
backbone.
though you guys
Go
are
get
going
you the
through
iPhone
the
SE.
of being able to
Go get you an iPhone 9.
making
That
sure
doesn't
Warzone
exist.
plays like
Yeah.
Warzone. It's not out of touch with what a
that.
mobile gamer would want. You know, the mini Royale style of it, the mobile Royale rather. I think that's a really cool way to kind of keep it authentic and organic to a mobile experience. Can you guys kind of talk to the decision-making process of being able to include all those extra puzzle pieces?
They need that on
I
the
mean,
Switch
you know,
for sure,
when
for
we
sure.
look at play patterns of mobile players, it's different. You're not always just sitting down and playing for a couple hours.
I
You
mean,
just
look at
wanna
how
jump
laggy
in
it is.
and
They know
jump
that they
out,
need to
and
do a
we
lot
really
more
wanted to make
polishing
sure that
on
the
it.
game,
They said spring
had
2024
features and
for a
game modes to
reason. You
handle
feel me?
that.
They know
So,
they
yeah,
got to
no,
do
that's
some
what we've
work.
got. But it's not just for, I think, mobile players. Even if you are a console or PC player, like, and you're on the go and you're not at home on your computer and you want to grind camos, jump on in. Like, it's the same game, right? So
I would beg to disagree. I spend hours on my mobile device. I feel like everyone else in the mobile community could actually kind of say the same, but you brought up a really good point. The question is, it's like, this is a really good bridge to have. The fact that you could play Warzone Mobile right in your hand, grind those camos
And
at the
again,
same time.
you can literally
go at home, you
customize your
keep
HUD
reiterating
on
it just because of
mobile.
how
Put it
big of a
however you
deal it
want
is,
it.
and it is just so unique
Put all the
to
buttons where
both
you
of the
want them to
games.
be.
But,
Just
again,
completely
a question
map
to
that
both of
shit
you. Just
out.
feel free to answer here, because at this point, I have so many questions
make
in
the
my head.
map
So what
circular,
makes it
you can
so
make it
unique?
square,
What
you can do all
does
of
Warzone
that
Mobile
stuff
actually
through COD
have
Mobile. So
compared
you need
to
be able to do that stuff
Warzone
on
in
the
general
regular
in
game
PC or
too.
console?
Like, look at that. Look at this person's screen. They got the map right in the middle of their screen, and then the buttons on the sides and the top middle.
Free-to-play game
Like,
on
that's
mobile, and
completely
we've
different
got both
than anything.
Warzone. We've got all the different game modes that come with that. We've got
Definitely need
multiplayer,
that.
which I think is a big standout, and you know, we've got mobile-only content, which you hear about more.
It is lagging bad.
in the coming talks, but yeah, I think it really does a good job standing out as a mobile product against the other products out there. So we're excited about it.
My anticipations are just like, I don't know what to expect out of you guys next, because I feel like every time there's
This
like a
is
major
kinda
content
crazy.
drop from the mobile space, it's like
How
something
good this
completely
is. Like, how
groundbreaking
good
to
it
what
is, though.
Call of
Like,
Duty
how
was
good it
before.
looks.
Like, even in the teaser after
The
Chris's segment,
gameplay.
seeing some like a
Kinda kinda
back to some
insane.
of the streamers' reactions to camos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just unreal what you guys were able to do. On,
I like that there's
this is
camos.
on
You
a
can
handheld
freaking grind
device.
your gold.
Like, it blows my
COD
mind. From someone who's
mobile
not an
guns.
authentic
Like, bro,
and
what?
normal into the space as a mobile gamer first. And picking
And
it
the
up as a
camos are
side
dope,
hobby,
too, though.
I mean, it's unbelievable what you guys have been doing,
Facts.
especially from
They
the
go
graphics
crazy
side. That
on
continues to
Mastery
blow my
camos.
skins,
Yeah,
the graphic.
that was
Yeah,
our
they
goal,
go crazy
basically,
with
to blow
all of that.
people's minds and get as good as you possibly can.
I mean, we're already talking about all of these graphic things, and we're asking a lot of questions to our devs, but Shift,
Oh,
I have
gosh.
a question for
No.
you, buddy.
Tell
No, I
me.
mean, because like you've been playing this game, you've been playing COD in general for the longest time, and now you're seeing games like Call of Duty Mobile, you're seeing games like Warzone Mobile. How does it feel like the nostalgia factor bringing back into this mobile games must be insane?
Ekko said
it
it's
absolutely
aight.
is. And I think the biggest thing in kind of seeing the reaction from like especially our normal
It's
Warzone
aight.
players is that they
I
were watching
guess.
over the shoulder of some of the mobile players that are here, and they're like, we've been asking for Dansk style gameplay for so long. And I think you're going to get a lot of people like scratching an itch saying, wait a second,
Bro.
the game looks this good, it's going to feel that good, and they're watching players move around like they used to. It's really awesome to see that bridge kind of surface and kind of get in between what was and what is now there. And that's always been kind of a staple for COD Mobile, and I think that's super exciting, especially from like the design element of where your guys' focus has been from the get-go.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to like the focus and all of that, right? It is important that when it comes to a game, how you're going to be able to get into it. Usually mobile for a lot of the time, that could be the gateway for a lot of new gamers to actually get into COD, which is really something nice to see here. And I feel like we're on the opposite sides of the spectrum. You've been playing COD for the longest time. I'm much of a newer gamer. So for me, having both of these really being connected is really thanks to people like you to kind of just weave everything together to have such nice and solid gameplay. But yeah, it feels super great right now. We've been seeing a lot of optimizations. We're so happy with what we're seeing. The mobile community, they're absolutely pumped up behind me. But I just gotta say, I don't want to keep you here for any longer. Thank you so much, B and Tom. I mean, the gameplay is absolutely insane, and I already know that before we leave, we gotta see some more gameplay in
Gonna
here.
disband that Warzone
Thank
2.
you so much.
The other thing that's interesting about all of what we're going to be seeing through the Warzone side of it, you know, do you have any nuggets or tidbits of other things you guys are pulling inspiration from? Because I think the coolest thing for COD Mobile is like all the COD Reddit community always goes crazy when they see the BO2 maps coming back into play, but it's more than just that. So could we possibly expect to see Warzone Mobile ride the same kind of parallel lines as the normal Warzone client? Is that kind of where your guys' headspace is directionally?
Yeah, I mean,
because
we
I don't
wanted to
even play
introduce
this. I don't
players
even
to
play
the,
like
iconic maps of Verdansk and
Battle Royale
Rebirth,
on
that
COD
haven't had the
Mobile. I
opportunity
played
to play
multiplayer
that.
for real,
And
for
so
real.
that's just the beginning. You know, now we have the whole franchise and everything that the franchise is doing to grow into and to add to the game. So it's
quick
gonna get
scoping on
really,
mobile
really
is
fun.
hella fun.
I know. We already are seeing a lot of the
That is
streamers
super
having
duper
so
fun.
many
I wish
fun
you could
gameplay
clip-
already. I actually
clip,
made my
yo.
rounds a while ago while everyone was
You gotta,
doing their
like,
bit.
record.
I was checking
You gotta
in on
screen
every
record,
single
though, you
one
know what I
of the
mean?
mobile creators,
But
and
I
they
wish you
seem
could
to be
just
like
hit
they're having
something
so
and
much
just
fun.
clip.
The
Clip
gameplay,
it.
like what you both
Yes,
already
sir.
mentioned, is just super smooth, and we're just waiting for it in the spring of 2024. But one thing that Shift and I was always saying is that a lot of the creators that have never played Warzone Mobile or any mobile game want to transition just because they want to play the maps that they haven't before.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, this is an opportunity for, you know, people that haven't been in those maps, that haven't had the opportunity to play Call of Duty before, to get into the franchise. And, you know, not everyone's got a console or PC that can play games, but everyone's got a phone.
That's
and
huge.
So
That's
That
huge.
is huge. Yeah. And it really is important for everyone
true.
else how accessible that actually is.
Right.
So yeah, again, let me thank you again for the nth time today, just because of your hard work and all. But yeah, B, Tom, thank you so much for joining us. You
Yeah,
guys
thank
have
you.
been absolutely amazing. But now we are going to take a quick break from the desk to go down to Maven on the floor to get a read from the streamers on their experience so far playing Rebirth Island on Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Maven, who's with you in the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars?
I've got Bobby Plays, and he is absolutely hot and ready. But listen, man, you've been a
Bruh, it's
godsend for
always
me because
mad
when I first started to
spicy.
get into the mobile side of things, and I went to commentate a couple events. I knew nothing. You kind of took me under your wing. What's been truly kind of remarkable and special for you seeing Call of Duty Mobile kind of develop over the years?
It definitely took a turn. Do I take this? Oh, yeah. I mean, it was really cool for me because, like, as somebody that was super familiar with the mobile side but didn't know anything about esports, getting to go side by side with one of the all-time greats is just truly an honor. But it's been really cool to see how much has evolved on the mobile side, both for COD Mobile and now with Warzone Mobile on the way. I think there's a lot of potential, both for people that just want to chill out and for people that want to get competitive too.
Well, talk to me a bit now. I know you've had hands-on with the Warzone mobile side of things, but like getting back to Verdansk and some of the stuff that you're seeing happening here. And what the big thing now is going to be Resurgence, right? Like you're getting into the smaller map.
The 10 FPS
yeah, I had a
is
chance
crazy.
to try it out a little bit. They actually let us hop into the map last
I'm pretty
night
sure they
as
said it
well,
was 60.
and it actually feels phenomenal. I would say,
just
surprisingly enough, even though it's the newest map, it feels better than any of the other maps right now. And obviously, like that and Verdansk side by side, those are like the two most nostalgic maps in Warzone history. So a lot of people are excited for that, and I think it's going to fit the pace of the mobile play style a little bit better as well.
And I know you were involved in mobile a little bit like before Call of Duty, but like it's got to be kind of wild. I was one of the people that slept on mobile for a while because I didn't really play many games on my phones, but just thinking about, I guess, the potential number of people that are to reach. Like when you hear them talk about it on the desk, it's got to be kind of like you feel like you're in a pretty secure environment, right? With how much stuff's been blowing up around you recently.
Yeah, it's been really, really cool to see how it's exploded. And they even highlighted, what, 650 million downloads for COD Mobile as well. So you got 45 million people that are just like sitting around waiting for Warzone Mobile to release. I know whenever it does release in spring, there's going to be so many people that are ready to go. There's people that are already like doing whatever they can to get into the game, and people that are just sweating their butts off. So if there is an esports side of things, I think that's going to be really exciting as well.
Well, I kind of want to hear what's like your favorite parts. So I know there's a lot of nostalgia, obviously, with Resurgence, and when you take a look at Verdansk, but like, what's kind of a twist on it from the mobile side that maybe you really like? There's something that's a little bit different just playing on the mobile end.
Going deeper with
I think one thing we didn't really
like, yo, it's my
expect to
time
see
to
was some
shine.
of the like the OG multiplayer maps that they've added in. So our expectation was that it would just be like different areas of Verdansk that they put into the map. But with the addition of Shoot House and Shipment, it's now like a perfect grind experience as well for people that want to level up their guns, level up camos, and for people that can now do it anywhere, anytime, like whether you're in an airport, whether you're in the car, like pull out your phone, pull out your controller, and you can hop in and get a few levels.
All right, last question for you. How'd it feel to be interviewing the hot and ready seat here, presented by Little Caesars?
I can't lie. I kind of feel like a king right now. This is the closest thing to a throne that I've ever sat in, so I feel like royalty.
Hey, buddy, I appreciate everything you've done for me and the mobile community. You're an absolute beast. Thank you so much for coming on for the quick interview. But that's going to do it here for the Hot and Ready seat presented by Little Caesars. We're going to be headed, I believe, to a quick break. And we'll be right back.
Right, I'm still never going to be able to get over how they touch their bald heads together.
The official peripheral partner
crazy.
of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL. Play like a pro on the big screen.
He said they touch tips.
QLED TVs
Exactly.
to 98 inches.
That's what happened.
Movement.
You saw it.
The
I
official
saw it.
timekeeper
We saw
of
it.
Modern Warfare 3. Go to MVMT.com
Bro, that big ass diesel been outside
to see the
again
limited edition watch collab.
all day, this whole time. Like you've been out there. It pulled up last night.
Warzone Mobile and
that dude is tripping, bro. Like, what's today? Well, I guess it is Thursday. But dang, if people wanted to have people over, like,
gaming experience.
That's crazy, bro. My boy is taking
Welcome
up the
back
entire
to Call
spot.
of Duty next. We got two brand new guests here with us now. Dan Driver from
I'm gonna be
Solid
playing
State
in the
Studios
doctor's
and Mario
office.
Almaguer from Vinox. Thanks so
Touching
much for joining
baldies
us.
is
I know
wild.
you,
Nah,
Almaguer,
baldies
I mean,
is
your name says it all. You guys are so amazing at what you do.
Touching
But how are you
baldies
feeling
is
leading up to this moment?
insane.
It's super exciting. Like,
Nah,
everybody
touching
playing the
baldies
game and
is
just testing the new map for the first time. It's really awesome. So thank you for having us.
Hell no.
We're excited. Yeah.
How about you, Dan? I mean, I can see Warzone Mobile already loaded on your phone on the desk. You ready to play some more?
Yeah, man, I'm locked and loaded. I always play as Nicki Minaj. I'm ready to.
I always play as Nicki
bang, bang,
Minaj.
Love
That was so good.
Pop culture reference galore. What?
Wait, is it cross?
Man,
Is
I'm
it
a
cross
job out here.
play from
But
the?
Dan, I got to pick your brain here because we got 250 people.
What?
And
How
a
is he
lot of
playing
them are
as
touching
Nicki
Warzone
Minaj?
Origins Mobile for the first
Nicki
time.
Minaj also in COD Mobile? That's
I would call myself a
crazy.
two thumb monkey. I
That's what I
put
was
two
about to
thumbs
say.
on
I
the
think
screen.
she's also
That's
in
it.
COD Mobile.
But you guys have a ton of customization for people that are either authentic mobile gamers or trying it out for the first time. And it's not even just fingers on screens, it's controller inputs, it's backbones, it's the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
How was that process kind of been built out for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we really want to meet the player wherever they are, right? So if you want to play with 2 fingers, 4 fingers, 6, 8, whatever you want, we're here for it, right? We've got a customizable HUD in-game where you can slide, resize any UI element that you want.
Come on,
That's your
bro.
fire button,
You
your
should be able
ADS
to do that with
button,
everything.
tacticals, lethals, whatever. You can move it, resize it, and do however you want. We also just introduced the FOV slider, which we're field of view slider, which we're really excited about, as well as the gyroscope. So if you're looking for better map awareness or kind of change in the way you can see around you, or if you're looking for Twitch responsiveness while you're sniping,
That's
you're set.
crazy.
And you can really just customize it to however you want. And yeah, also the cool thing is you can save those presets and share them with other players once you find a build that you really like.
That is actually really sick and super handy for a mobile player like myself. But you already mentioned it, 2 fingers, 4 fingers, 8 fingers. I'm gonna play with 20 and then find a device that fits all 20 of my digits. And I feel like that would be
20.
sizing a tablet. But it's kind of just talking about a tablet. Are those supported as well? Because we did say that you can play the same accounts across different devices.
Yeah, absolutely. Tablets are totally supported. We know that that larger feel is really important for some of our players. Some of our streamers love playing on larger devices as well. And, you know, like the FOV slider that I just mentioned, awesome when you're playing on a bigger device as well. We also, though, want to meet our players wherever they are, like you were talking about. So backbone controllers supported.
Yeah, I like to be able to have my iPad
It's really about
sometimes,
making
hook
the
up
player
my
feel
controller
the
to
player
that.
however
You
they
feel me?
want,
Play some
wherever they
COD
want, whenever they
Mobile.
want.
That
Dude,
is
that's so
definitely
sick.
a vibe.
I mean, because that was my biggest headache, like we were talking about with everyone before. You know, I kind of came from mouse and keyboard, and then I picked up controller, and then mobile came out. I was like, well, now I got to figure out how to do this all on a phone. But it's not even just the fact that you guys have customized the experience across multiple devices. I hear there's more to link the 2 different spaces together between mobile and the traditional Call of Duty. Would you guys work up for us?
Yeah, I mean, so, you know, Chris alluded to this a little bit earlier today, but the game is fully cross-progression with Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Warzone. It has been since we started our limited release.
How is that possible?
You know, that means shared progression, shared battle pass,
What?
shared weapon progression, shared player rank, shared content as well. So we really want to make sure that if you're grinding,
Yo, what? That's
away
kind
at
of
school, if you're grinding
crazy.
at school, grinding at work,
We won't tell. Right? We won't tell.
it all counts. It all counts. And you know, we really listen to players in this.
It all
in
counts?
in this realm, and really
What?
wanted to unify that cross progression experience. But you know, we also still are investing in the mobile player individual experience as well.
I know
Yeah, and
Vito
that's
set
really
tripping off
key,
of that.
'cause I feel like when a player who maybe has never played
Yeah,
mobile before
look,
will
look,
look at this and say, this is built for someone who wants to go backwards and
Like,
play
that's not it,
Verdansk
bro.
again.
That ain't
but that's
it.
not necessarily
That's
the
not
case.
it,
You guys
bro.
have a ton of original content planned out. And I think people that may not be familiar with mobile, they're going to really open their eyes, I think. because
That's
you guys have created
crazy.
So many cool things in the past, and that's not going to stop now that it's Warzone Mobile, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, we believe in a mobile-first design, and you know, it really all starts with our in-game HUD, which you guys can see on screen now, right? We've spent a ton of time making sure that all of the buttons are positioned for that first player in that moment when they drop in the first time, feeling really comfortable. If you come from a PC or a console environment where you're used to a controller, we want to make it as smooth and COD feeling as possible when you hop in, right? So we did that first. We've also introduced the gear up menu, another thing that Chris talked about earlier. This allows you to, in one simple screen, you know, choose what your weapon, your secondary, primary, your tax, your lethals, your calling card, your emblem, everything, all in one spot. And that really just gives you that opportunity when you drop into Rebirth to just be able to smoke the competition.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Rebirth, right? Chris, V, and Tom basically alluded to this new mode and map as well. So Rebirth Island, iconic map in Warzone, right? And basically a fan favorite. Mario, what can you tell us about and what the team did to bring it into Warzone Mobile?
Rebirth is really one of the maps that is most beloved by the players and our fan base, and also by our team. So we made sure when we were working on this map for mobile that no pixel was left behind. Like really,
Hashtag.
oh yeah, hashtag no pixel left behind. It's really impressive how every single model, every single corner and building in the map was individually treated, respected. We really wanted to make sure that that experience that players know Rebirth for is also available in mobile. And we really wanted to bring this map to kind of have its own resurgence of its own, right? So on the mobile market. So we really wanted to make sure that the players can create their own epic moments in this map. we're going to have everything that you know of it. So the ships, you have the security area, you're going to be able to drop in the prison area and just like super quickly get into the action and then get out.
It's just super cool, I think, as we're watching everyone go back through it. I mean, we saw it in Verdansk first and foremost, but having Rebirth Island, I'm a huge fan favorite. And I think
that lag is
diabolical.
Well,
you know, players have been waiting for this. And obviously, I'm sure you guys on your side have been like really hard to stay behind locked doors on it as well. What else do you guys kind of have like spurred up and ready to go in terms of trying to bring things like Rebirth and Verdansk and maybe other original content to the mobile space?
Yeah, we have a lot of content in this game, as you mentioned already. So everything that you know of from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, all of that content is also going to be available.
Call of Duty lag zone mobile,
and we literally have hundreds and hundreds of content for players to go through and progress. We don't stop there. We just not only have
the mobile COD is what
content, we also have our own OG Warzone mobile content. So right now we have more than 100 mobile unique blueprints and more than 30 mobile unique operator skins. So there's a lot of things that the team is really working on that we know that players love, so that they have a really unique experience in Warzone Mobile.
And I already actually got emails to get those unique skins. I got the Nikki skin already. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
I need to check my inbox.
I'm going to hook you up with that. Don't worry. I got you. But when it comes to the skins, the maps, we kept on talking about it. And we're always going back to Verdansk. And many of the multiplayer maps are looking amazing in the latest limited release update. So how do you take the super well-known maps and keep them feeling unique and authentic on a mobile device?
Yeah, when we started working on the project and we knew that we wanted to bring Verdansk back, we really wanted to make sure it came complete. So every single thing is in it. Every corner of the map is still there. And it's all in the player's hands. Like, it really fits in a really small mobile device, creating some magic like Sensei's and like.
Why is Brett going to that many? Why is he saying all of that?
That huge map.
The cool part though is that he's saying it and laughing.
And
like, bro,
also,
relax.
this means that
we got it.
You know what, players can still enjoy their own strategies that they know Verdansk for. And also create new ones because, you know, you have that all of that mobile first movement and content and controls. So we really want to make sure that's there. We didn't forget about the Gulag. So, of course, the Gulag is also there. You're going to be able to shoot in the showers.
Oh, he left me here by myself.
You can. I'm always losing in the Gulag. I don't know about you guys.
No, same. Yes.
I suck. But it's super fun. And, of course, we also have multiplayer. So multiplayer maps. As mentioned, the guy in the throne, the king, he mentioned there earlier, we have Shoot House, Shipment. We're going to have more OG Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 maps coming in the next months. And of course, my fan favorite for me is Shipment. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, same.
It's just crazy fun. So on mobile, we really want to make sure that that map worked as well, and it's super fun. I also wanted to take a little bit of time to just appreciate all of the work that all of the teams in every single studio has done for this game. So, as Chris mentioned, we have Beanox and Digital Legends and Shanghai Studios and also Solid State Studios working really hard on this. But most of all, just say thank you to the fans. Like, everybody here, it's really amazing to see everybody just actually, playing the game for the first time, having fun at it, listening to their feedback, which is also super important for us as developers, and just taking it with us and making it grow together. So thank you so much, guys. Yeah.
No, seriously, it's just so cool to see the growth in just a year. I think that's kind of the biggest thing. And it was really funny. I didn't need to sell Tommy on the game, but like we were saying, I was doing an interview with him, and he was right behind Bobby and the rest of the mobile guys, and was looking over the top, and he's like, "Wait, these guys are cracked!" Like watching them fly around the map. And the thing about it is, I think that the people that are not mobile gamers can look at this title and say, I'm hooked. I'm addicted to trying to get more Call of Duty into my hand. Literally, you can do that with phone, tablet, backbone support. I mean, Dan, are you ready to go right now? I think the only thing that you're waiting for is just a green light from one of the two of us. But I think that's super awesome, and I know that that's probably inspired a lot of what has gone through in the last year.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I've got my
fumbling.
event
Hey, can I get in
set
this?
up right now. I'm ready to hop
Time to
into
take
one of the
over,
mobile events
Devito?
right now and play.
No.
It's really cool seeing all of our players come to life out here.
No.
And,
He
you know,
said,
a
hey,
lot
can
of
I
the
get in
folks
this?
playing in limited
Man's
release
just
now
fumbling
give
is
us
crazy.
tons and tons of valuable feedback. You know, we talk to them all the time. We do in-game player surveys, and they've really helped us drive this game to be where it's at. You know, we are bringing the mobile players what they want based on what they tell us.
What's
and,
poppin'?
you
What's
know,
poppin'?
We're so
What I got
happy to be
going?
able to do that.
Honestly, the communication between players, devs, I have seen it, especially announcing it last year in 2022 in COD Next, the first one, and then being in the mobile summit. That is absolutely wild, where you got creators, basically a lot of the creators that I've seen now actually come together, give our feedback, and now doing
Eating
it
some
in a
spaghetti
bigger
with
scale
chili,
in that
ranch, and
limited
cheese.
release, and just basically making this game even better,
Sounds
more polished,
interesting.
eventually when spring does come.
Spaghetti with
Yeah,
chili,
we're not
ranch,
done.
and cheese.
Like, there's a lot of things in progress to make the game just feel better, look
nachos from
better,
yesterday.
run better on all of those devices. And we have surprises for you guys. We cannot announce that right now, but
What?
there's
You
more.
can't tease.
No, don't even try. Don't even try. But
He'll be
there's a lot of surprises coming, and a lot of things that the teams know that the players need and want. So we're listening. And we're going to make sure to keep putting all of our passion and all of our talent into making this game the best one in the world.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing, again, for those that, you know, are really close to wanting to hit the pre-registration button or get involved with the, you know, the early downloads, is the fact that the cross progression. If you are in the middle of your double XP over on regular Modern Warfare 3, but you have to go to work, have to take the train or whatever, you can hop right back on and continue building towards the progress. It's just such a brilliant thing. I remember when the regular Warzone did that initially, I mean, everyone was ecstatic about it. So now the fact that you can take it on the go, I mean, I might not ever get off of COD at this point.
Yeah. I mean, no, I mean, from the beginning, that's been one of our pillars. Just meet the players where they are. We know that it can be really hard sometimes to come home and grind out. That's the only time you've got. But if you're, you know, with your friends and you just want to hook up and play one session at lunch, you can do that now. You can continue to grind out those camos. And it's also, you know, the connected social element of the game.
Yeah.
It's so easy on your phone to add your friend
So
when you're at
the
school.
camos
instead
are
of
gonna
having
be
wait till you get home and
cross-progressed
connect,
to
right? Just like,
console?
we just want to make it easy for you guys to play
Warzone
together,
mobile?
COD all day, every day, whenever you want.
Dan, you're really getting us to
sounds like
look into
Electro.
what your education was
I know.
growing up. All this, yeah, you could play with your friends at school.
He's at work, always playing the game. So,
I know.
that
Living
shows.
and breathing
Shows.
COD. I love that. Basically everyone in this room. But I feel like since we keep just hyping up the
I miss
release on
anything?
spring 2024, I think you have
Nah,
to
not
start
really.
pre-registering
Oh,
as
hey.
early as now. Play limited release, because you're basically getting and grinding the skins that you may otherwise not get if you do register. That's kind of the first
I
movers
ain't gonna lie,
perk that you actually get.
it's kind of
So
gotten a
I'm
little
kind of,
repetitive,
hyping
but
it
what they
up a
did
little
say
bit.
is that
Yeah, like, we're really excited
camos are
about
going to
the
be
spring
cross-progress
launch.
against
We're really working hard
across
so to make it, you know, the best
Mhm.
launch
mobile, PC,
ever in the history
and
of
console.
mobile games. So to us, it's
Yeah.
a huge, huge undertaking. And yeah, we want to make
How's
sure
your
that
back?
once that happens, if players have been playing on Modern Warfare 3
What?
and grinding their, you know, whatever, their skins and their challenges and everything, they can just
What?
jump
For real,
back
what?
in to Warzone Mobile, as Dan said, at school or
Like,
whatever.
for real, what?
Parents' place.
Yes,
and,
for
and,
real,
and,
what?
yeah, and enjoy it. So we really wanted to make sure
What?
everything is in there,
What?
and that is the goal.
Yeah. And to the 45 million who've
I
already
really don't know
registered,
what's going
thank
on.
you. For the next 45 million, register now.
What?
The more people that register,
Why are you laughing?
Yeah, and the accessibility, everything, it just makes it feel like it's, again, it is literally full value Call of Duty just at your fingertips. That has to be a huge undertaking on your guys' side. It's an unbelievable achievement. Over the course of a year, it's hard to really put it in perspective, because we watch it at afar so often that you guys get a chance to get on every single day and see all the things that you're nitpicking away.
I can't.
Anything in particular kind of...
Oh, shit.
As the event starts to wrap up.
I don't know.
I'm excited about what players will do.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm really excited about it,
Oh
so
my.
we know that that's something that
Is
the
it
Call of Duty
fixed?
world,
Is it
and
fixed?
now we're bringing it on mobile.
Am I
so
good now?
I'm really excited to see that happen. And we're also
It's
excited
back, it's
about
back.
the
understand
next
you, damn
couple
it.
of
Oh,
months.
it's back. Oh my
Working hard,
god.
you know,
Was I in that voice that whole time?
So I want to like say thank you to the fans and to everybody organizing this. By the way, the guys are awesome. So,
my shit was tripping.
And,
I didn't
yeah,
know
we're
what was going on.
cheers.
I was like, bro, what? Why
Yeah, I
is
mean,
bro rolling?
because
And then I
when
looked
play
at
with
it,
these
and then I
guys
went
out
into
here,
my folder, and
need
it
a
was
way to
active
get
in the
back on
folder,
track.
but it
Yeah,
wasn't
so
active
absolutely, all
outside
that,
of
yeah.
it. So I didn't know that my
Honestly,
shit
for
was
me, I'm
active.
looking forward to the content that
Yo.
everyone's actually going to put out from today. And I've been talking to a lot of the streamers, and
I'm
some
out
of
here
them,
like
people from, let's say, Asia who flew all the way here, they can't stream. Yeah,
Is that what was happening?
They actually went out, they're just going to be bombarded by Warzone Mobile and just constant content, which I'm looking forward to seeing and watching later on.
It's
I really don't know what's going on right now. What's happening?
we heard this a little bit from Chris and B, and then talking about the fact that this game has now become accessible.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Don't have
That shit had me crying,
has to
bro.
feel super empowering for you guys to be able to send the product to
I
a more
understand.
global space than it's ever been
Oh,
before.
shit.
There's like a lot of people who wanted to play Warzone.
Oh,
and we're gonna be able
man.
to do that on their devices. So it's to us it's a huge accomplishment technically, but also
I don't know why
and
it's
also it just feels great. Like just having more.
Yeah, at
people
this point, they
actually
just been
enjoying the
repeating
game, more
shit
people giving us
like over and
feedback,
over and over and over and over again.
You know, we're really excited.
Yeah, I
to
didn't think
hear
we were
from
gonna
them
still
too
be on
and
COD.
make a game.
And they
for
just
them.
keep saying how excited they are.
Yeah, we're gonna keep working hard on that.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna see some
In every
some
single part
zombies
of
or
this
some
event, not just for
multiplayer
mobile,
or
right?
something.
But for everything, it just feels so inclusive.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
feel
on.
as a
Like
mobile
they
player,
literally have
very much
repeated
included
this
into
same
Call of Duty
conversation for
space.
the last
And
like
there is
20
just no
minutes.
division whatsoever. I belong. Everyone here feels like they belong. At first,
They're just trying to
maybe
kill
I
time
was
for
kind of
something. I
reluctant,
don't
but you know
know.
what? I feel very much
Facts.
welcome. But when it comes to going back, because I started in console, and then I
Well, I
started
think they're just
becoming
trying to
an
kill
absolute
time for that
crazy
tournament thing that they're getting
maniac
ready to do.
mobile player. I was spending hours on
Oh.
it, and it seems like the cross progression makes me want to go back.
All right,
into
you want to
playing
go
Modern
ahead
Warfare
and
3,
bring it to an
Warzone
end
on my
then
PC.
on that?
And it
Hell
feels
yeah, I'm
good.
hungry. I need coffee.
It's
Hell
I think the cool.
yeah.
I ain't get none of that stuff. I don't know what I'm about to do today. I know I gotta edit a video.
Yeah, Loki's today. Wheel of Time season finale is today. So there's a lot going on to Dizzle.
Oh man, it's packed.
Yeah, it's a jam packed day, a jam peasy wheezy. You know. So
yeah, that's a dub
we yeah, it's a dub. It's a dub for sure. It's a dub for sure. I got to do Loki a little later though because Wheel of Time is at 5 and then Loki's at 6. So I'm gonna just move Loki to 7 to do the watch party then. So a lot of people are gonna have already seen it, but it's all good.
That's all gravy.
It's all gravy. It's all Gravel.
It's all Gucci.
It's all Gucci cool.
Yes, sir.
Bro, that voice is killing me, bro. The voice is killing me. But all right, bro.
All right, bro.
Oh, I was about to get up out of here like we was in the Discord call.
We was in the Discord.
Forgot we were streaming.
Bro. But we definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. If y'all haven't, go onto the YouTube, drop a subscribe, skilly beefy ski over there, drop a like over there. We're close to 100 subscribers on YouTube, so definitely help us out with that. If y'all been tuning in on Twitter or Facebook or whatever y'all on, we definitely appreciate you there showing love. Thank you to everybody tuning in. I think we have Gamer Vision next week, if I'm not mistaken. But I know also COD beta is next week, so I don't know.
Yep, Gamer Vision is next. No, I thought Gamer Vision was this week. No,
Gamer Vision is supposed to be next week.
Okay,
but maybe we can change it up for the beta. That's what we was talking about in the.
Oh yeah, we was talking about that.
Meeting.
Yeah, maybe. I think that might be the move. I'm not gonna lie. Man.
But then again, you know, also it gives us something to talk about with Gamer Vision to be able to talk about that beta, because I think
That's
the
true.
beta will be out for like a day, and then we can keep it to like an hour or two or something like that. You know, maybe show some love to some people that are playing it, get some good game, watching it. Well, the game's also going to be out this week though, so I guess we can also tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, for PlayStation.
Yeah,
So
it'll be out
either
tomorrow at
way,
10 o'clock.
y'all will see the schedule. Y'all will see the event. I mean, on YouTube or whatever. And if you're in the Discord, definitely vibe out there. We definitely appreciate the love everywhere. Join the Cord. Follow us on Twitter. All that good stuff. Follow my bro. Follow me. You know who we are. You know who we be. And if you don't, look us up and find out.
Google us.
You dig. Maybe you should Google me.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Nah, that's crazy. All right, y'all. We definitely appreciate you. Be breezy.